Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.
That boy Gucci third leg wildin'.
You're nasty.
That third leg is...
No, that's a third leg, all right, growing. It's something else growing. That's why it's a third leg.
Boy, being disgusting. So, like, what's happening, bro? I don't really know everything that's going on.
So the whole thing is, there's this, for anyone who doesn't know, Gucci third leg is a content creator.
Yeah.
On OF, whatever.
He's a man with a camera.
And he's usually not clothed most of the time. Yeah. And so, you know what's funny? First time I seen him was on Catfish, because someone was using his pictures as a catfish.
On Catfish?
Yeah, so,
I watched Catfish. I probably missed that episode.
Yeah. But because one time he came up on my timeline one time, I'm like, oh, that's a guy from Catfish. I went on his profile, naked. I'm like, oh, I know what you do now. But basically, there's this other woman content creator by the name of Danae Davis. And they had a scene, because the one thing is, like, the little meta is that she looks like Ice Spice.
Okay.
So if you were to go on maybe a certain site,
go Ice Spice so-and-so.
Look alike or whatever. Or like Gucci third leg has Ice Spice or whatever. Because usually you could see those images or previews or whatever. And that was the video that she had. But I guess, she's young. She's like 19, 20 or whatever. Yeah. She made content with him. And during this content, she saw that he had an open sore on his quote-unquote third leg. Oh. She still kept doing what she was doing, but months later, after she shot content with other people after that incident, she came to find out that she has it. Now, the reason those other people that she shot with don't have it, presumably, is because there was no outbreak at. And the only way you catch it is if there's like an outbreak happening right there. And assumedly, he is the one that gave it to her, because he's also been getting girls that are also 19, 20, not necessarily like going through the whole process of testing them, making sure he's tested after every scene, and he's been, making content with them. You get what I'm saying? And so there's another younger woman on the scene named Jem Jules. Do you know who that is?
Latina chick. Oh, yeah, I know her.
The Queen made a video with her. But basically, she got pregnant by Gucci third leg. That's why I posted that picture.
That's what you said something about.
Pinky and Cherokee
would do this. Yeah,
I'm like,
I saw that.
I was like, to the game I love.
That's like, what is going on? Yeah. I didn't know what was going on Twitter, bro.
And so, basically, he was trying to tell her, like, yo, like, I don't want that kid. Like, you have to
and then he was like, you was trying to, like, he was saying something like, oh, you trying to trap a young man, like, somebody younger than you, that's crazy. Yeah.
And so, I don't know if she's gotten it or she's a few months ahead about it. But yeah, that whole situation, other girls have been coming forward about how, they probably or most likely got it from him as well. Dang, and that's not curable. That's one of those things that's not curable.
Nah, I see Tiana Trump say, like, she ain't got it. I ain't messed with him since 2020.
Yeah, and then Violet Myers said, all these guys like, oh my gosh, the people that
they started like
Violet Myers commented saying, I never talked to him ever. She was like, I never like collabed with him.
Yeah.
And now I'm definitely not going to do it. And so she was trying to make sure her name was clear, because she's professional. Like, she's in the industry, so she's probably one of those people that will go through that process.
And they get tested all the time.
Yeah, they get tested before, after, I think, all them things.
And I see that he's supposed to be going live with Aiden Ross tonight or something like that to expose everything, saying they lying on him or whatever. I don't know if that's true. I just saw the news on Twitter. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I think it's really easy, especially if you because the thing is, he said that he got the bump or whatever, the open wound from shaving, which I forgot who I heard it from, but I forgot who I heard it on. I don't know if it was Potty Mouth. Shout out to Potty Mouth. But it was like, you don't get a bump up there shaving the shaft. Oh, it wasn't Potty Mouth. It was Dr. Keith off of TikTok. That one guy I showed you that acts like Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so he was like, you don't get no bump up there shaving the shaft. And I'm like, you could probably do that. It's possible. I don't know. I'm not going to defend him, but this is all some nasty stuff. They said Miss B Nasty is like the H-word savior, because she jumped out the window and said, hey, I'll give 10 free tests to anyone who comes forward or whatever. They called her the Hokage.
The Hokage.
But you know, a Hokage is Hokage. So I put an E between the O and the K. I said, oh yeah, she really is. They said she's a savior.
I saw something say like, it was like he's Nigerian and he's from Houston and
he's
from
Atlanta.
I was like,
oh, this is the ultimate.
I was like, bro, they trying to open this ultimate scammer or something.
Hey, he's not FBA, B. Only a non-FBA will be spreading that. To an FBA member? They're always trying to bring us down, B.
Dang, bro. Hey, Gucci third leg, bro. You get that third leg check, man. Had the open wounds, bro. Come on, bro.
The worst part is she saw it. She kept going.
Then that clip going viral, him being like, oh, yeah, I've been with like 3,000 women. I'm like...
Oh, yeah. And I think one of his exes was Diamond the Body, who was on Baddies.
Oh, yeah. She was saying she did like... She's over 2,000-3,000 or something now.
Which, I mean, someone said, oh, if you got that many bodies, you got to be gay. And I'm like... What's the correlation?
What's the correlation of that? They thinking you gotta beat down some men as well.
I'm like, you don't think there's 3,000 women in this world?
Facts.
And you don't think, especially with the uprise of OF content happening, especially during the pandemic, you don't think there's 3,000 women out here to really?
I heard that chick that was throwing that thing everywhere though. That little young girl, I heard she was throwing it.
I mean, she was, she does content.
Anybody with an OF in the camera, bro.
I mean, that makes sense because she's on TikTok. She goes viral on TikTok. Not too often, but she has before. She's done a stream with Aiden Ross.
I never looked her up.
I have a woman, sir, so I'm not going to.
Hey,
I'm not going to participate.
I have a wife, and I'm
oh yeah, since the last pod, you did get married. I'll ask you about that one in the how we doing section, but hey, I'm not going to divulge any of that information. I'm not going to participate.
I left my ring, B.
See. He left his ring, quote unquote, and then he wants to talk about this. He's trying to get caught up.
Hey, man, marketing. I gotta let the women out here that's watching us,
have the dream, man.
Have the dream, man. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be like, Amarath? Is that her name? Amarath?
Amarath.
The white girl streamer that said that her boyfriend forced her into shooting content.
That one that was
the white girl that was a streamer. She was a
Twitch
streamer, but she's like a big
for real
model.
He said he forced her?
She said that, but then it was like after they got done or whatever, broke
she still was doing it. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can obviously tell she had money. So what are you doing with that bum? Yeah. That's the power complex thing or whatever. But welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. Not daily. We do come out with daily content. The best hip hop show on the platform, wherever you're watching or listening to this too. I'm your host, the culture commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with the journalist himself.
T, don't call me a journalist.
Hey, B, by that definition,
I'm a
looked up.
Modern day journalist.
Yeah, you're a modern day journalist, B.
But we don't do that access journalism over here. You know
we don't do the TMZ journalism. We don't do the gossip shade room journalism.
Yeah.
We do actual hip hop takes.
Yes, sir.
Actual hip hop commentary on here.
Yes, sir.
And today we are here to bring you some more hip hop goodness as usual. But before we exit into the show, make sure you like and support this podcast or show wherever you can find this at, whether it be Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music if you're nasty enough. Time stamps will be in the description down below as well. And we have plenty of things to talk about with, sadly, one of your rappers that you love. He recently died a few hours ago, or at least it was confirmed a few hours ago. I'm not sure about the timing. We got a lot of album releases coming out. Some stuff announced, like Redman announcing with Muddy Waters too. Some albums coming out this week, like Ian Goodbye Horse, Lil Durk Deep Thoughts, Yeet Lifestyle. And we got some music reviews with GloRilla's Glorious, Ovrkast, KAST Got Wings, Raw Wave, Last Slap, and J. Cole's song, Port Antonio. We'll be doing a little track breakdown of that. Some discussions that we have planned for today also as well. Tommy Richman's tweet about him not being hip-hop. Is the rap game too easy? Big Act versus ATLJacobs. Best mixtape discography, which I'm really liking that one. The Big Three's last few drops not being on DSPs, and more. But before we actually get into the show, how have you been?
I've been good. Columbus Day, had my son. Me and him was just vibing today. Took him to Guitar Center. You know what I'm saying? Let him play with little instruments, playing the piano. Bro was in there singing. Like, he's just a character, bro. Bro's in there singing, talking, what to me? I'm like, well, what are you doing, bro? It's like 11 in the morning, like it just opened. Bro just went right to the keys, singing. I'm like, bro, he's just so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Other than that, man, marriage life been cool, man. Been chilling.
Since the last podcast, because our last podcast was an interview with Quadri, so make sure y'all go check that out. We are breaking down his latest project, Asking Magnolia. We didn't get to really talk in that podcast about personal life and actual music outside of that album. You are a married man. Had a wedding recently. I was a groomsman in that bad boy. I was looking better than you.
Bro was trying to look better than me in my own wedding. Who does that? How you go? Bro, I'm
just born like that.
Oh, you different? You got a different suit on? I'm like, yes, bro. I'm supposed to be the main attraction. Well, the second main attraction. My lovely lady has to be the main attraction.
I'm attraction 0.
Oh my God.
In the games when you get the rankings and you just get so good, I'm ranking 0 in that bad boy.
But nah, bro, we had a good time, man. It was fun. Everybody enjoyed themselves. People loved the food. I thought it was gonna be bad. I was so nervous. I had no appetite, B. I didn't eat till later on that night. I was like, yo, I'm nervous, bro. My stomach in knots right now. I don't want to eat nothing.
Especially if you up there on that little, I don't know what they call it up there.
With the altar.
Hey, you definitely didn't want to get the bowl. Hey, that's why I was scared to eat that week, that day. I was like, hey, I don't want my stomach. Hey, I'm up there. I'm like, I'll be moving like your son around there, start fidgeting. I'm like, hey, yo, look, I'm gonna go to the pastor. Hey, wrap it up, bro. Hey,
I gotta go. Hey, I know we had times when we were leaving Razor Canes, but
hey, look, standing up,
bro, it was hilarious, bro.
So that's all. I was like, okay, let me get a light breakfast because I don't know when we eat. Yeah. But I still need to get something in my stomach. Oh man.
How you been, B? I know you've been on that DBZ. I don't know what it's
Oh,
called.
Dragon Ball Sparking. Man,
Oh,
look,
God.
I've been eating tremendously since the last pod. I might have gained a few pounds from how good I've been eating. Since the last podcast, Sparking Zero Dragon Ball Z has come out, which is Tenkaichi 4. Phenomenal game. I don't want to call it like the best Dragon Ball Z game yet because right now I'm being a prisoner of the moment. I'm just enjoying myself right now. I freaking love that game. I already beat the story mode.
Yeah.
I beat it like within a few days of actually getting it because I got the early access version.
So what else you do after like you beat the story? Do they have like different?
It's the usual Dragon
No
Ball
online?
Z game. No, you do have online.
Okay,
See, that's
okay.
the one thing about like anime games is that they have the online now, so
okay.
you can play online with people.
Okay.
Whole bunch of people is complaining about, oh, everyone wants to use fusion characters. Everyone wants to use these super powerful characters. I'm like, duh. These are newer characters in the game.
It's also you competitive. You online. You want to use the best of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know. Like I haven't really dibbled and dabbled on the online scene yet because I really don't care about playing against other people online. Look, I like being good at the barbecue.
Right.
I like being good in the community. I don't like to be best number one in the world. Like I have fun, playing with myself. Pause on that.
Yeah.
I have fun.
No, you
playing
can say that. You can say
I have fun playing against the computer, and the game is just so. It's just like a love letter to Dragon Ball as a franchise. Like, oh man, I can't wait for some of the DLC to come out.
So was the stories along the line of the what ifs as like Xenoverse and stuff like that? Or
No, so it was Universe because you make your own character. You're trying to fix the timeline.
You're fixing it, yeah.
There's certain things like what if Goku didn't die during the special beam cannon?
Okay.
And so Vegeta comes down, he tries to kill Krillin and Gohan. He goes Super Saiyan against Vegeta.
Okay.
Frieza and them come to Frieza and them come to Earth instead of y'all going to Namek or whatever. But y'all go to Namek later on and go get the Dragon Balls. Certain things like that are like, oh, what if Vegeta actually beat Cell after he went perfect form and him like actually defeating Cell instead of Gohan defeating Cell.
Okay.
Just certain things like that. Like, oh, what if Gohan had a Gohan Black instead of it being Goku Black. Like, what if he actually trained and beat Frieza when he became Golden Frieza? So there's certain what ifs. So it's like, this is a love letter to Dragon Ball Z because it's like, there's certain situations in Dragon Ball Z where you just be like, if this character would have done this, like, what would have happened? Like, it's like, oh, like, you fumbled the bag. Especially with one of my favorite characters, Gohan. I'm like, oh, he be fumbling the bag sometimes. Especially the writers, y'all be setting him up. R.I.P. to Akira Toriyama, man, the GOAT.
R.I.P. to the
Such
GOAT.
a great game. And also, during that time as well, Dragon Ball got a new anime. It's called Daima. So it's basically these demons from the demon world see that, oh, Goku and friends beat Majin Buu. And they're like, okay, let's turn them into kids. And not like, they turned all of them into kids, like all the Z fighters. So now Goku, even though only the first episode is out at the time of us shooting this this show right here, only one episode is out. I enjoy it so far. It has the little comic relief that you would get from a Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, but a Dragon Ball, where it has that sense of adventure and the goofy aspects of it. So that was the last thing that Akira Toriyama worked on actually before he died. So I enjoyed the first episode, especially with some of the callbacks to the actual manga versions of what happened in the Majin Buu saga and some of the frame recreations from the manga panels itself.
Jeez.
I know. And shout out to Don. I've been reading on my Read the Room channel. Good manga. But besides all that, what have you been jamming?
Man,
since the last pod?
I didn't jam much this week, but I got an album right here. To me, this is like my mama's classic right here.
It's like your mom's?
Yeah, my mom loved this album. This is an album that I know front to back just because of my mom. Shout out to you, mom. Life Jennings, Life 268192.
That's the first album?
Yeah,
right?
this is the original
He
album.
had a music video come out recently.
He did?
He displayed some new song, but then he did Must Be Nice on there.
Okay. So this album right here means a lot to my childhood. I was a young whippersnapper. My mom used to be playing this, bro. I never listened to this album with my adult ears, but my girl never heard. She know Must Be Nice and stuff like that. So we was just jamming the album yesterday, like when we was riding around, and I'm like, yo, it's a story. This is to me, this album, it's a concept album, it's like a book. He narrating the whole story or whatever. And I was telling her how like everything breaks down to this like story of his life. And I was like, bro, there's some moments in here where I'll just be laughing, like Greedy when he found out he's on child support now. Cause like the first song, he's like, smile. It's an upbeat track, and he's like, man, I guess she didn't want to see me smiling. The child support papers envy or whatever. And man, I was just like, man, she being greedy. I was like, come on, bro. Like you gotta pay that child support. You know what I'm saying?
But, especially if you laid down and made the child.
But yeah, then one of my favorite tracks on here is Stick Up Kid. It's just how he displays how he was robbing these niggas. You know what I'm saying? He was a stick up kid. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you can't. This is one of the original. Not when you say originals. He's one of like that new form early 2000 R&B thugs. You got him, Jaheim. You know what I'm saying? They were like R&B.
The hood
Yeah,
loving.
yeah, bro. Come on. Jaheim put out albums like Ghetto Love, Ghetto Classic, I'm Still Ghetto, and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like Life Jennings,
Jaheim actually sounds like he would have been in the church choir. I'm pretty sure he came.
because I think his family was like singers and stuff. I think his grandfather was like a known singer back in the day as well. But with Life Jennings, man, I don't know. Like I know his second album, he had like a big track, SEX running song, SEX, take a deep breath, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't-
but
I was like,
yeah, I hated that. He was trying to ruin in the moment. You know what I'm saying? We was out here trying to, you know what I mean, do a little hunching when we was kids. But other than that, Life Jennings, Life 268192, this dude right here was showing you his upbringing, him talking about him, you know, going to different jails and prisons or whatever in his time of 26 years of life and all this type of things, man, talking religion. He was really kicking the backstands of those Christian folks on here too. But overall, man, this is a classic album. The only thing I say that will probably throw it off is the narrative, is the stories, because sometimes you could play a standalone track and it all means something, but it's still songs on here you can enjoy without listening to the whole album. But to me, you can't play this album without just.
So-
To me, you gotta play this full album. To me, that's
So,
just how I am.
what songs do you think Jeffrey Dahmer helped write?
Jeffrey, what do you mean?
He was singing the Jeffrey Dahmer
oh
in jail.
yeah, I forgot.
So what songs do you think Jeffrey Dahmer actually
I
helped
forgot
co-write?
that was his freaking like they was like
The Cellmates or something like that.
Yeah, they were like
Or Soul Neighbors.
Yeah, something like that. Not probably none. I hope you wasn't singing to that man.
No. I'm saying, which one did you think Jeffrey Dahmer helped co-write? Must be
nice.
You think Jeffrey Dahmer was hitting some of them notes too?
Hey, he got hit with something.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah, bro, rest in piss. Yeah, but B, what you been listening to?
Man, since the last pod, since we didn't do a What We've Been Jamming on the last pod, I got a lot that I've been listening to. I guess the first thing I'll start off with is Catalactica by Big Crit. Now, Catalactica is Big Crit's second album, his second, I'm about to say after his debut project, Live from the Underground. Catalactica, as the years have gone by, I know Catalactica was kind of like, I don't want to say met with mixed reviews, but you know, it still wasn't on that, ooh, this is hidden like that, the mixtapes type stuff. But going over this project over the years, and I listened to Big Crit projects like at random every single month. You get what I'm saying? And I wanted to bring this one up because the 10-year anniversary is coming upon us. Hopefully we can do a little review of this project.
Maybe.
Don't hate. But yeah, Catalactica is just such a great project, man. To me, Crit, he really hit his stride on this. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed with Live from the Underground. And going back to it, being outside of that moment, Live from the Underground is still not a bad album. It's still a really good album. It's just that it don't hit like the mixtapes.
Yeah.
And so that's the great thing with Big Crit's discography is that he has such great projects that even a good project is looked at like kind of disappointing, but it's still good in its own right. And we have a project like Catalactica that builds upon more of what I guess maybe what was missing from Live from the Underground, because Live from the Underground, a lot of people was like, he kind of went a bit too commercial. He had too many hits. He had too many bangers, like not enough introspective songs. On Catalactica, he does more of the introspective, more of the, as he calls it, soul food-like songs on here. And Big Crit, as usual, with the themes and some of the actual production and the features that he has on here. He has one with Lupe Fiasco. Lupe did not out-rap him. And, you know, just a great time. Catalactica is just such a great album, man. Like, I need to get that 10th anniversary vinyl of it. It's on Get On Down. It's exclusive. Even though I got the original version of vinyl, because, you know, no one was buying Big Crit vinyls like that. I got the original, but I still got to get that 10th anniversary just to support my boy. Right. So, yeah, that's it. Catalactica, the deluxe edition by Big Crit.
Facts. So, since we didn't do a what we jamming. So I guess mine would be Journey EP by Jordan Woods and Junie.
That's the one with the car outside
Yeah.
the house.
They did. It's like a little EP they put out with 6 tracks, technically 5, because the first track is just a little intro. And overall, I thought this was okay. You know what I'm saying? It had some like Embarco was probably my favorite track on here. Homebody was pretty good. Jealousy was straight. I think One Time More was more like an upbeat track they had on here. But, you know, they doing their little singing, rapping thing. You know, the modern day melody stuff like that. I don't know if you familiar with Jordan Woods?
I
Jordan
know
Ward
because
and,
hip-hop Twitter, they kind of hype him up. And he has that one album where he's just looking at his dreads are just all crazy.
Yeah. He's a really talented dude, man. Like, he's not like a, you know, he's like rapper, singer type of guy.
Oh, see, I didn't know if he was just R&B or not.
Yeah, he's like more, I say he's more like R&B because he really don't really rap. He melodized.
It's more of like the R&B that's like not as focused on the singing. Like it's not focused on vocal.
It's pretty much focused on the vibes. Pretty much, really productive.
So kind of like a party, but party is way more melodic.
Yeah, way more. And he
Bryson Tiller is a perfect example. But Bryson be rapping. Too,
I just say with production wise, they totally different. I feel like
oh no, I meant like what they do with their voices.
I could say that, yeah, similar. But Junie's kind of the same way. I think he's more in the rapper lane at times, but he also has this voice where he like harmonize and melodic as well. I think it was pretty cool. It's something I always go back and listen to, like Homebody and Embargo. It's a 13-minute EP. It was a cool listen. We jammed it on our way out, to the little mini moon we did, and I'll be playing it here and there, and then I get in the car and put on the song because it'll pop up in my recently added or recently played or whatever. Cool little track, cool little EP. You know what I'm saying? Them two together, I feel like they make pretty good music. Pretty much really good music because they're in the same. They're like a perfect marriage. They kind of the same in a way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I haven't listened to it. Journey EP by Jordan Wood and Junie.
All right.
What you got next, B? I know you got a lot.
Yeah, I got a lot because that's all I do is listen to music. I don't know if I want to do a new album. How about this? I'll kind of do like a discography deep dive. But not, you know what? I'm gonna save that for later because I got a few discography dives to get into. But I'll do them differently than I usually do. Next project I do want to talk about is, you know what? I'll do something small right here. D'Angelo. So on one of these podcast episodes,
that's why I say you got in your R&B bag a little bit.
I forgot.
You did D'Angelo.
Yeah,
because I like that you did the Black Messiah.
So if you guys have not been watching What We've Been Jamming, or if you've been missing any of the previous episodes, I did go to Voodoo because I was in my little R&B. The Soul Soulquarians bag.
Yeah.
I was in that.
Stuff, yeah.
No, Soulquarians.
Yeah, no, but Neo Soul.
Oh yeah, Neo Soul. Yeah. I thought you meant that's what that was called.
No.
So I was like, all right, like D'Angelo only got 3 albums. I was like, and he's working on a new one. We already talked about that in the past episode. So I was like, let me just go ahead and finish this off. I went to Black Messiah first, and I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Lyrics is there. The problem is sonically, it's because I could barely hear it. I could barely hear him. Like Sonics, like the beats ain't bad. The production is not bad at all. It's just that, and for me, I had to actually look at the lyrics while I was listening. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. I like this, where this is going, but it's sonically, it don't mix well, especially when you're riding in the car.
Because I think I've never looked this up and see of the concept of this project, but to me, it feels like a jam section. To me, it always felt like a jam session to me.
What exactly does that mean?
Like when they like you get together, like your band or whatever, y'all just singing. Doing things, people playing, like freestyling pretty much, like a jam session.
So would you say like that's the same as like Voodoo?
I'm saying a lot of that stuff is jam sessions that came together. Yeah.
Okay, so then that
it's
makes
like
sense.
jazz.
Because to me,
that's what neo soul, R&B, jazz, all that mixed together.
Because to me, Voodoo and this album share a lot of similarities in terms of like, and I don't want to say it like this. To me, he's kind of opened the lane up for Frank Ocean.
Oh no,
where it's the alternative R&B sound.
Yeah.
While I know he was going into the neo soul thing, to me this kind of like filters, like especially during the early 2000s, where you have the R&B, the actual traditional R&B or contemporary R&B at the time, where it's more kind of adjacent to hip hop sounding beats. This sounds a lot more like in that weird alternative space of R&B, where it's like it's still singing, but the beats really ain't like traditional or contemporary type of
like
beats for that sound.
Wasn't it Raphael Sadiq kind of like the godfather of that stuff right there? They done stuff together as well. But it's Tony Tone. That's who he was. That's the group Raphael Sadiq is with. That it was them. And he's a producer as well. But
you know who I keep thinking of? I keep thinking of that guy that's in TDE every time people say Raphael.
What the?
There's some guy in TDE. I forgot his name.
It's not Ali. I don't know.
I forgot his name, but he was on Isaiah Rashad's last project. Raphael. I be wanting to call him that because I always confuse him. But yeah, I know who you're talking about though. But yeah, with Black Messiah, it was cool. It's just like I could barely hear him.
Yeah.
I could barely hear the vocals. And my thing is the most important part is the sonics. I wouldn't be able to hear the lyrics that you're saying, especially when I'm reading it. I'm like, all right, this is actually cool. But I'm like, I can't hear this.
Yeah.
And so that was my problem. I was like, dang, I can't hear this. And so, that knocked down a lot of points for me because I couldn't enjoy the music as much because I could barely hear them. But I might be like that lone wolf on this one. I listen to Brown Sugar. I think this is a 5 out of 5 project.
Why would you be on your hill?
Because people usually go to Voodoo as like his magnum opus. For me, Voodoo, I'm like, yo, this is to me.
Brown Sugar's it's that one. It's one of those.
No, but I'm saying
Voodoo is the most popular one.
Yeah, but when people
Brown
talk about
Sugar is a popular one.
But when people talk about D'Angelo, they usually bring up Voodoo. They don't bring up Brown Sugar. Like they're like, oh yeah, Brown Sugar's cool. But I'm like, I guess for me, I like that traditional R&B sound a lot more.
Brown Sugar's a classic.
Yeah, no, this 5 out of 5. You see this rating right here?
Classic.
5 out of 5.
That's just insane.
No, Brown Sugar. I'm like, this is my ish right here.
Voodoo is more of a thing. It's more acclaim. Also that's when he linked up with like the Roots and all them, and him and Questlove and all them was making. But Brown Sugar, Brown Sugar's before them. That's him.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. Besides Erica,
Yeah.
Was the Soul Aquarius just not good for a lot of the people?
What
A
do
lot
you
of people, I mean, Common.
What do you mean? Common's in his
Electric
bag.
Circus.
It got some tracks on
was.
there.
I'm going to talk about that later
Yeah.
because I'm doing my
That
comedy
Mary J.
stuff. Oh, I ain't got no problem with it. I love it. I'm in the minority. I love it.
Some people love that. I have no problem with that.
I think I'm in the minority though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like to me, besides Erica, because I wanted to say this because I feel
You got Bilal.
based off what I heard, that's like one of the best albums in the Soul Aquarians.
What Baduism?
That was the album, right? No, that's her first album, right?
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
The one that's in Soul Aquarians.
To My Mama's Gun?
That's the name of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That second one?
Yeah, I think that one like.
Mama's
Gun.
Gun. No,
I need to go.
You got
I gotta go
Bilal,
back.
you got the whole like freaking the root stuff. Like, bro, they was going hand. What are you talking about?
Hey, they didn't live long until Kanye came.
No, he didn't even. No, I'm saying he didn't even look. They didn't care about that name. That wasn't even they.
Yeah, that was
Questlove that just said that. They wasn't a group, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't.
I know they wasn't.
Yeah,
because wasn't they was all shooting at like the same studio or something like that. And it just happened to be like they were all part of the same like not species.
But I know you're talking about Signs. Yeah, but nah, bro. It wasn't. It was Questlove did that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. Hey, people outside of it, look. To me, D'Angelo's best albums outside the Soul Aquarians. To me, Common's best albums outside the Soul Aquarians. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do I gotta keep going through this bag to see whose albums is the best ones out of this?
Bro, what is you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Oh my god,
you
be having the wildest takes, bro.
Hey, someone gotta have them.
Pointless takes.
Hey, cultural commentator, like I call myself.
Get out of here.
But go ahead with your next project, man. D'Angelo's a beast.
Oh my god, Carter 3. I actually listened to this yesterday as well. It's crazy. I was listening to these albums. Carter 3. You know, I have a younger sister, bro. She knows some of these songs, but you know, she was with us yesterday, and I was just jamming music. And bro, this album, like I said, I think I said this on the old podcast. Like, I feel like it didn't age. I ain't say it didn't age well, but like it's some stuff on here. I'm like, dang.
It's definitely showing its age.
Yeah, like Carter 2 is always, I don't know, but like Carter 3 to me, it's still a classic album, but it's more of a classic
moment.
Yeah, that's why I agree with old Roundtable was saying the same thing. And it's some stuff on here, bro, that I played. Some stuff I skipped. I'm not gonna lie.
What'd you skip?
Come on, people don't gotta get this.
What'd you skip? Did you skip Miss Officer? Please tell me.
Of course.
Yes. Thank
bro,
you.
I was skipping that when the album came out.
People look at me crazy when I say that that's the worst song on the album.
Yeah, I skipped that joke.
People look at me crazy, B.
I skipped Got Money, Comfortable.
Nah, I like Got Money.
It's not bad, but I'm just saying it's just some stuff I just.
Yeah. You skip Comfortable?
Yeah. It's not a bad song.
Especially with Kanye production?
It's not a bad song. But Tie My Hands is that one, B. I love that song. But like listen to Tie My Hands, Let the Beat Build.
Let the Beat Build is so nice.
God.
What about You Ain't Got Nothing?
Come on, B. Money don't fold nor Benz, Mercedes. Nah, come on, bro. They was on that joint.
Alchemist was in his bag on that
Facts.
production.
But nah, overall, man, this is, like I said, you know, in hip hop it is a classic album. But I was just going through it, just some stuff I just want to tap back into. Bro.
So, question: did you skip those songs because it was overplayed back then, or because you just?
I just didn't want in the mood to listen to them. Like Comfortable, I just was like, eh. Even though the song is GOAT, it's just I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear Dr. Carter either. I didn't want to hear Phone Home.
I can understand the Phone Home one, and I can understand Dr. Carter too.
We are not the same.
I am my mom, shit, or something like that.
I'm not
Is that Swiss Beats on that?
Young college student who would just flip the script like Houston. I'm Houston, something whatever. But I don't know. Anyways, I know a lot of you young guys out here. If y'all listening to the pod, I'm pretty sure y'all heard Carter 3, but if y'all haven't, you know, it's things on there, man. But to me, it's not the album that people say it is. But that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't like you saying this on the Southern Based Podcast, but I'm gonna let you.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
All right. Next two projects I got, because it is from a group and they only had two projects. CL Smooth and Pete Rocks.
Yes, sir.
Mecca and the Soul Brother and The Main Ingredient. Listen to both these projects, deemed to be hip hop classics. And you know, Pete Rock did come out with an album with Common this year. You know, I had to listen to Smoke DZA and his album, Don't Smoke Rocks. Thought that was good. I was like, all right, let me go to like the origin of like these two at their peak, as some people call it. And Mecca and the Soul Brother was CL Smooth on the rapping and Pete Rock mostly on the production. The first album, I'm like, all right, I can see where they're going with this. To me, obviously I can't speak for that time because I wasn't in during that time listening to this, obviously, because this was in the 90s. This made me want to make a Dusty Awards album on this pod for the albums I listened to this year. That kind of got some dust on them.
Yeah.
And this ain't a bad album, I'm just like, this sound old. Like, I'm just like, I get it.
It's an album of its time.
Yeah, it's a product of the times,
Yeah.
but it was a really good album for its time
Yeah.
because if I could put this up with a lot of other albums, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. And then I listened to Main Ingredient today. 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys where I don't know. I'm just like I feel like I always have like the contrarian take when it comes to like certain classic albums, especially in people's discography. I love Main Ingredient. I love the production. I love the rapping. I love the fact that CL Smooth, he barely cusses in his music in general. And these pockets, these flows that he actually demonstrates, and the way his rhyme schemes is, I'm like, all right, I like this. And to me, when Pete Rock was on some of these songs, I'm like, this feels like a breath of fresh air right here.
Yeah.
And I could definitely see how this album kind of like set the blueprint, and I hate to say this, for the Auditorium Volume 1. I can see how it kind of sets a blueprint for that.
What do you mean by that? Just his production?
Well, production, the way he like actually orchestrates it, and how Pete Rock sometimes comes on the beat to rap.
But I'm saying, you're going to use that, like he done like other collaborations with other people in his style. I'm saying, why would you use that
A full album.
What do you mean? He done full albums with people?
I'm talking about that's like considered a classic.
Oh, I was just thinking, hold on, what do you mean? You thinking that album a classic that came
What,
out
the
this-
Auditorium?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
But I'm just saying, if he
when I
done-
look at that as one of my favorite albums of this year, and when I listen to Pete Rock from
Are you
there to
saying
here,
are you saying Pete Rock's production is a stick? Because
no, I can see how there's a similar formula coming from an album like this to this.
Because I'm like, bro, Pete Rock been doing this, V.
Wait,
I'm confused.
No, not production. No, I'm saying like producer rapper thing.
Yeah, I'm saying he done it with freaking Smoke DZA.
Yeah, but I'm saying to me, you can see, because my thing is this: the production. When I have to compare it to something, to me, what he gave Smoke DZA was a bit different than what this is. To me, I can feel like, oh, if I hear this album and then I hear the Auditorium Volume 1, to me that feels like a sequel to this. Because to me, it's like you got someone that can really rap, who's kind of on that conscious tip. You get what I'm saying? You got Common, in his bag, not really being vulgar, not really, doing any of the hoodlum stuff. CL Smooth wasn't.
So
on
you
that.
just saying that album is kind of in the world of the CL Smooth. Okay, I got you. I thought you were
I
just
don't know how to I didn't know how to articulate
okay.
that well.
I thought you was trying to say that hey, you could tell from here and all the other stuff don't matter. This right here.
No,
is
no,
it.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no.
I'm thinking
To me,
you
this is
skipping.
like I said,
I'm thinking
like-
you skipping the foundation. Peace Trim.
No.
So
But if you listen to this album, then you go to the auditorium, you're like, kind of like the same formula in terms of like getting that type of rapper
yeah.
and the beats that you lace him with.
He got some other stuff with I think it's.
I'm definitely going to go
and all
down because P Rock is definitely getting up there for me in terms of like some of my favorite producers.
that. It just sucks that you're late on Pete Rock like that.
Am I late on him?
I said you knew who he was, but you don't follow the catalog. That's
No,
what
of
I'm
course
saying.
not, because he was way before my time. There's a lot of people I didn't follow the catalog because they were way
But
before my
Pete Rock
time.
is Pete Rock.
See, I can say that about a lot of like producers.
Oh yeah,
back
name
then.
one as well for you.
Premiere.
Yeah. Damn. Oh yeah, because you did.
Because I didn't like 90s stuff like that. You gotta remember when I was
Bro,
younger, I
missing
didn't
out
like
on the
90s stuff like
foundation.
that. Hey, I didn't like 90s stuff like that. I'm sorry. Some of that stuff was too
hip-hop,
dusty.
bro. That's built the house.
Hey, guess what? We're
the
not slaves no
foundation.
more, B. Foundational Black Americans.
All right, here you go.
We built the foundation. But hey, we moved on from that.
Oh my
We
God.
building bigger and better things, are we not?
We moved on from Millen.
Hey, racism doesn't exist, B, remember?
All right, here you go.
I don't know why we're still crying about slavery.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Them takes
Stop
is
it.
hilarious
Bro,
with
they
not
be-
FBAs.
they be
Why y'all so
wildin'.
crying about slavery?
I'm like, bro, y'all didn't even. We can't get in that. Different show.
Yeah, different show. We need to make the cultural podcast.
Yes, sir,
we
beyond
talk
that.
about society. But go ahead with your next project.
All right, bro. My next project is kind of left field. Rupert Holmes, partner in crime,
Genre.
pop. This album came out in 1979. Bro, I was picking up my kid, took him to McDonald's, and I was in the mood. I said, you know what? I want to listen to. Do you like pina coladas?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I never listened to this full album. I did it. Worst decision I ever made in my life.
Hey, you ate bad food and listen to bad music. That's just a bad combination.
No, my son ate the McDonald's. Me, I went and got some. What did I get? I think I got some Five Guys.
You wrong. You wrong.
He don't like Five Guy burgers, bro.
Can you put him on?
You can have a little double joint.
force
He
him
like
to
the
eat it?
nuggets, bro, from Mickey D's. But yo, Rupert Holmes, bro, I never like deep dive into your catalog or your like. But I don't think you're like a legend or nothing like that. I think the one song you have is Escape.
Is it a one hit wonder?
I think he is. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. But I just know Pina Colada song. And, that song is great. But I listened to this album and I'm like, bro, he had some stuff on here that was going on too long. It was some stuff on here. I'm like, bro, why did you even make this? And I'm like, how did this get produced? It was forced. But overall, man, I never listen to this again. I know this is a hip hop show, but bro, I had to jam something a little different.
He's black or?
Nah, man, he's a little.
Oh, okay, I'm cool with it being bad.
He's a little fair-skinned fella. But yeah, man, if y'all want to check out this trash, it's called Partners in Crime by Rupert Holmes. And if some of you guys in the comments are like, y'all like this, man, hey, I don't know what to say about you. 'Cause, bruh, no way. But nah, that was just a little something I listened to. I was like, I'll throw that into the pod.
That's it?
You don't even got to put that on the jam and you don't even put it in the description. But I can add one more just to go a little hip-hop.
All right.
I did go, I don't know, bro, I probably talked about this, but did I talk about this before?
I'm about to see it.
Did I talk about this before?
No, I never put this on what we've been jamming.
Okay, this was probably my most listened to album in 2022, and that's Smino Love for Rent. I love this project, man. Even J. Cole has a really good verse on here. Fat Man Scoop's on here. Doechii's on here with a dope performance. Man, this just, Smino just makes that's just, I don't know, you never got into Smino, right?
I was gonna ask you because I plan to do a discography deep dive, but every time we got something to do that week in terms of like what
he
we
got
gotta
3
listen to.
albums, but he got some EPs too. But the Love for Rent album was really dope, man. Just some of the samples he did, especially on the No L sample with the Missy Elliott joint, and then the song Old Ass Kendrick he on there rapping. Blue Billy dope. Some production on here is dope. And then Manti, I think it's Manti. Matinee, my bad, I'm bugging. Matinee with Cal Banks. Cal Banks is actually producer. He's actually from Dallas, bro. So that's dope. And he actually put out a single like a few weeks ago with Smino and Buddy. That's really dope. The production on there is really quality. But he also has one of my favorite guys that don't put out music. I don't know where you at. I know you had a kid and you like disappeared. Another guy that's from the land. He's from Houston. His name Reggie. He a singer. Reggie Helms. Really dope. And he's on this project as well. And where are you at, Reggie? Where are you, bro? You like disappeared.
You say he's a singer, right?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him.
Have you listened to his project?
He never put out a project.
Oh, so he's like one of them feature artists.
He do
like
he
the
do
no
features
name?
and he do singles. And that's it.
That's kind of like the perfect.
He don't have no project, and I've been waiting, man. I know last time I remember he had a kid, and he was like hanging out with Travis Scott and them or whatever. But also Pudgy with Lil Uzi Vert, probably like I love that Uzi Vert verse, bro, in there. Anyways, project to me is really stellar. Probably one of my favorites out of 2022. I didn't listen to much music that year because I was kind of like dabbling into other things, mostly like self-wealth, self-health. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, Love for Rent by Smino, really dope project. I'm really excited for what else he has to come because Smino always, to me, put out a stellar project, and I love that he brings out like him bringing out Fat Man Scoop and like he just I don't know, he just knows how to put people together, bro. Like 90 Proof. You heard that J. Cole verse before? Stellar, man, very stellar verse. You know what I'm saying? But
you know, I'm not a features guy. Like I never even went to a Drake.
because you never just be on YouTube and just looking at random music videos and just playing like, oh, I never
Remember I
heard
told
this
you
person.
I'm not a music video guy no more. I grew out of that.
For real. Dang, I guess I'm immature.
No,
Watch
I'm
music
just saying.
videos.
I don't. I'm just saying. I grew past that. You grew out of anime, but you ain't too old for anime. Negro.
I don't think I grew out of anime. I just stopped watching it.
You grew out of it.
You think so?
I think because as you grow, sometimes your priorities and what entertains you changes.
Yeah.
I don't think growing out of something means that necessarily it's immature. It's just like,
But you know how I don't know.
it's like a phase thing, basically.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
not
I guess-
a phase, but
I know what you mean. It's just
one of the things that just become less of a priority.
Love for Rent by Smino. Really good project. Check it out.
All right.
I think that's my last. I don't
That's
got
your
nothing else.
last one?
I don't got nothing else.
I got a few. Let's go ahead and get into some new releases that came out this week that we will not be reviewing, but I guess I'll be doing it sadly. Take Care by Big X The Plug. This album was bad. 15 tracks, 30-something minutes. What the F did I listen to? Nah, I want to support Big X The Plug because he's from Dallas. You know, he's from our city. You know what I'm saying? I got to support the young Southern King. On here, you sounded like the young Southern fool because I don't know what was happening on this album because I was sorely disappointed. Now, I listened to his previous project. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a short EP. Like, it had like a few songs on there. It was called The Biggest, and it only had 7 songs, 14 minutes. This album right here, Take Care, hard cover. 15 minutes, 15 songs, 31 minutes. But it all just feels like one song because each of these songs is the goddamn same. The problem with this project is that Big X, The Plug, he has a formula, And all he does is stick to that formula. He gives you nothing new. He ventures out to nothing different. He has the same type of production where he gets some 70s to 80s black sample. He lets the sample, or funk, whatever that is.
Black sample, boy, you sound racist.
Well, I'm saying black sample because it could be like something old, like funk or soul, like
You should say funk or soul, B. You sound so racist saying black.
But also, I think he does have like one of those
artists.
black exploitation. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
What's that? Black sample.
Hey, the way he does it on here, that's what he is doing on here, B. He's just being a black on here. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty, bro. Stop it.
But he usually has a sample from a black artist from the 70s and the 80s. He lets the sample play for a bit, beat drops, then he does the same exact flow on each single song. There's rarely a hook. Usually he lets the sample do the hook, and then he comes in with another verse. None of these songs are really worth actually staying for. I think out of all these songs, I liked about 6 in total. Maybe 7 because he did put one song, his biggest song, on here, even though it was on one of his previous projects itself. But in context, I did not like that song on this album. 15 songs of nothingness almost. Like I said, the first 5 songs, honestly, you could have just stopped right there. You had a nice little run. You could have stopped it right there, but god dang it, you wore your welcome. Now, there was a song outside of that I did like. He did the Contagious Ozzy Brothers sample. He did 2 a.m. He was doing a little storytelling right there of like him cheating on his girl, but then the girl cheating on him or whatever. Yeah, it's cool. Talking about up in the pipe or whatever, up in pole. But to me, it just did nothing because all these songs is forgettable. None of these songs do nothing for me. This is like good gym music for the first 5 minutes, but afterwards, I feel like the pump that I have from pumping some iron will be gone because some of these beats, the Law and Order sample, why? Like, what do we? Yeah, you didn't need to rap on that. You literally go to sounds like
the did when it was fire.
Who?
I probably was sampled different, but what's the little dude name? Lil Tyler. His long.
Oh yeah, I do kind of like that.
He got a good flow though. Good flow.
But this guy, he never changes the flow, and that's the problem. He never changes or deviates from anything. He never like wows you with anything. His lyrical content really isn't there like that. And my thing is, it's not all about the lyricism in terms of, or the subject matter. To me, as long as the song sounds good. But if I hear the same exact song 14 other times after the first track, what the F am I listening to? Like, yeah, the first track, it set the vibe for the album, and that could be a good thing for some people. It's a bad thing for this one, because I love that first track. I'm like, all right, this is cool. It had the little same sample from Still Fly from 3 6 Mafia. I like the way that he used the sample in here. Second, third, fourth, fifth song, I'm like, all right, we're going on a little groove. By the 6th song, you just bored. Yeah. I'm like, where are we going at with this album right here? Like, this is cool gym music if you're into this sound. Like, if you like a Boss Man D-Lo, you like a Finesse 2 Times, I can't even say Moneybagg Yo because at least he kind of changes it up here and there. This is literally the same song each and every goddamn song except for 2 a.m. You just doing the underdog rap of, oh, y'all didn't want to F with me back then. Oh, I keep the thing on me. Oh, I'm on I-35. I'm like, dude. I want to support because you're from Dallas, but this is just a really disappointing project. Now, I'm not saying I expected the moon and stars from him or anything like that, but you could have at least changed the flows up here and there. Like I said, subject matter and lyricism isn't at the forefront as long as the song sounds good, but when every song is the same, it's like, what's the point, man? There was no creativity. This was boring. You was coasting on this. You was not trying. Like, you didn't sound inspired on this at all. I'm just so pissed that I listened to this twice. I listened to it twice. That was
trying to find some substance.
Exactly. This was 62 hours of my day that I cannot get back.
Nah, B.
I'm so mad, B. Nah. I'm sorry. But I got to give this criticism because it's like, that's how you get the rappers to grow.
Hey, man.
Hey, but the cover is hard, though. The album cover is hard. But don't ever call it Take Care again because only one GOAT can have that as their album name.
I didn't even know the name was Take Care. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that because he didn't take care of nothing on that album. You should have took it to the trash.
Oh, my God.
Take care of that trash.
Don't do it like that, man. Hey, yo.
B, I want you to listen to it twice.
I won't listen to it twice.
No,
I might check it out. I might check it out once. Some of this stuff, I'm just telling you, bro. Like, when it comes to like music like this, I gotta really like it for me to give it a second play.
But B, that's why I'm the cultural commentator. I like to give it an even chance.
You know what this dude is? Insane. What's the definition of insanity, B?
Expecting something different, doing something the same thing over and over. Sadly, hey, but I will say this did work on one album this week though.
What album was that, B?
Dom Kennedy's Class of '95.
Oh, so now you
the album. So this album came out, and I've been a big Dom hater post blog era.
Yeah.
Dom was the man in the blog era. He was the cool guy. Loved everything he was putting out. I hate to say it like this. It's like after Nipsey passed, he has not been the same. And I hate that for him because obviously when someone passes, they're not going to be the same. But sometimes he makes references to it, and it's like he just forgot how to rap. It's like he doesn't feel inspired to rap anymore. And my thing is this, if you don't feel inspired to rap, don't rap.
Man, I felt that way about Dumb before Nipsey passed. Yeah. $500,000 and all that? Yeah. All that
I like $500,000.
I didn't like that.
I like $500,000.
And like...
But $500,000 was around when when
like
Nipsey was still here.
2015, that album he put out or whatever.
Oh, I didn't listen to the album. I listened to $500,000 EP 1 and 2. I didn't listen to the album.
Yeah, I'm saying I know about all that stuff. I listened.
So you think he lost it then? I think he was in the pocket in the EPs, but I don't think he. I don't know. I haven't heard the album, but those albums afterwards, I don't know what happened on their beat.
And I don't want to put like Nipsey death on it. I just think he just probably lost some luster. What you think about the album? I didn't listen to it.
So I listened to the album first night it came out. Biggest mistake I
remember I told my people in the Discord you said it was trash, and then they was like they hearing good things, and I'm like my cousin said it was whack.
So this is the thing. Listen to it during the nighttime. It was so whack.
Yeah.
He's yelling on these beats. It's like if you hear Guru not being calm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guru got that cool, calm effect when he comes to rapping.
Yeah.
Dom has it on a few songs here, but he's like, like it's like he's Meek Milling in a bit. I'm like, I'm like, Dom, you're supposed to be cool. Like,
relax a little bit, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. Take a chill pill. Get an icy or something. I don't know. But then I was like, all right, let me try this again, because maybe I was just tripping. Maybe I was hating on Dom that night, because some people was hyping it up on the TL.
Yeah.
I went back to it during the day. I'm like, all right, this sounds good during the day when you riding out around 12 to 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But this don't sound like a good Dom album. That's the problem. This, like, for Dom, I don't want to say like this is a good album in a while, but
yeah,
this isn't a good Dom album. Like, Yellow album is good. Get Home Safely is good.
Yeah.
From the West Side of Love 2.
Part 2, yeah.
Part 2,
Part
good.
1 fire too. All
Yes.
those joints, bro.
I agree. By Dom Kennedy.
Hour. Oh my God.
Wait, no. You call it the original Dom Kennedy. Yeah, by Dom Kennedy. You didn't really like that one. I love that one.
Yeah.
To me, this was a good project, but this was a good standard rap project.
Yeah.
But if I really comparing it, it's like, what is that really saying?
Yeah. To me, I feel like Dom in that place for his career, but like, it's some artists, bro, I'm not going to be too hard on. Like, I'm not going to be too hard on Future. I'm not going to be too hard on Dom Kennedy.
To me, it depends.
Because I feel like, it's like this. I'm not going to be, even though, like, I say how the stuff I don't like about Kanye West, but it's like, bro, when you can make up to 5 to 6 staple albums in hip-hop, or probably if you have a less of discography, bro, I think you did your job. That's why, like, the whole thing of, like, when we'll say, yo, you messing up your discography. For me, I don't follow that.
Well, for me, the way because see, and now this helps me realize how we view discographies.
Yeah.
I view discographies as an average.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can have, like, really good test scores, but if you start failing your test in the later end of the semester or whatever, you're going to have a failing grade.
Yeah. No, I understand.
That's how I judge the artist overall. Now, I don't judge their legacy and impact by that. That's always going to be cemented with their projects and how they moved in the game. I'm talking about if I had to just rate the music overall, just the music, no impact, no legacy, no nothing.
I got you.
If I just rate the music on its own, this isn't bad.
In that concept, I can grade it by this. If we just based on discography, I always based on legacy and who they are. And
See,
what they
I
brought
take
to the
that
game.
out because
Yeah.
because to me that's a separate factor when I am judging an artist in terms of like when I put them in like when I rank artists and I gotta rank them amongst each other like a Drake and Jay-Z. Like why would Drake be so high up? I'm ranking everything else besides just the music. Because just the music, then obviously Jay might got it. Like by
I think
compared
with
to a lot of
legacy and
other people.
everything, Jay got him though.
No, I do too as well. But I'm saying, like,
I get what you're saying,
when
yeah,
people put Drake up there, it's like people be like, oh, like why are you putting Drake up there? Drake don't rap that well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm putting in other factors besides just the rapping.
That's like why Kanye West be in those lists, just because what he done. Not mostly
Exactly.
on how he rapped.
Yeah.
It's just like what he did.
But if, like I said, if I'm just judging the music,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because Dom, he's always gonna be my guy.
Yeah.
And I want to support, so I want to listen to the music. Dom, get Yellow album, get the samples clear. That's all I gotta say about this. Because this album was cool during the day. Do not listen to this at night. Maybe in the morning when you're getting ready, you about to go to a fly little pool party. Goat. But you might go to a little fly pool party. You don't swim at all during that pool party. I heard that's like a Texas thing. I thought that was an everywhere thing.
I thought they like black people. We just don't get in the pool. We just be like,
No, they said that's a Texas thing.
I didn't even know that, bro.
I didn't either until someone told me. But yeah, this is a cool album if you want to get fly to. You riding around the city during the day. If you listen to this at night, it's not good. And I hate to put this stamp on this album, but this is only good during the day.
Damn.
I never thought I'd have to say this.
I don't think I ever heard that before.
Yeah. There's some albums in my.
It's like
There's some albums where I'm
usually
like,
I hear
ooh.
don't bring her out in the daylight. You know what I'm saying? But now you're like, yo, bring her out, bring this one out in the daylight.
Yeah.
But at night, you know what I'm saying?
Look, this is the one where it's like, oh, I can flash this one around during the day, but at night she just might talk too much. She might get annoying. Like she's not really gonna give it up. This is the album right here. It's
my
like this
God.
ain't gonna be it right here. You know what I'm saying?
You wild.
Hey, but R.I.P. to Nip though, because he is one of my favorite rappers, and he does, obviously mention him on this album.
Yes, sir.
So I do love to hear Dom paying respects. But man, Dom, I don't know what Class of '95 exactly means, but he does have some gems on here.
Probably when he hopped off the porch.
Maybe. But he does have some songs on here where I'm like, all right, this is the old Dom feeling that I love.
Yeah.
You just didn't give me enough of that on this album.
Yeah.
And you don't sound cool. Like, why are you yelling on the mic? That's just my thing right there. But I think that's it for in terms of like solo albums. Now it's time to get into 2 discography deep dives since it has been a while. First one I want to get into is from an underground artist named Soul Child. SOL space CHYLD. It's a woman. I think it's a woman. It's a woman, like I don't know if it's a they, them type situation. Yeah. But yeah, Soul Child, SOLCHYLD. I listened to her 3 projects. Her first one, For the Soul, Eyes Towards the Sun, Something Came to Me. If you like Rhapsody, if you like J. Cole, this would be the perfect type of music for you to listen to. To me, she is one of the better female MCs in the game currently.
How you spell it?
SOLCHYLD.
Oh, okay.
How's I saying it?
No, I just was. I read it all different, by the way. All different.
Oh. But yeah, I listened to her 3 projects. Obviously, with Something Came to Me being her last project that she came out with last year. None of these projects are over 30 to 40 minutes. All are really quick breezes to actually get through. Like I said, she can rap. If you like Rhapsody, you will definitely like her.
Yeah, I heard of her. She's the chick from like North Carolina.
From Jersey, I think.
Yeah. Oh, she's from Jersey.
I think
they be
she's Jersey.
they be posting her on Twitter and stuff. I thought she was from North Carolina.
See,
my bad. Joey. I remember Joey put her in the upcoming rappers list of this year, and that's when me and him got in the back and forth. And I said, "Yo, hip hop is dead."
It is.
It was some people in there I like. It's just we never got to. I want them.
You didn't get to explain it because they didn't
explain.
really.
Yeah, I didn't really get to explain. They just said I was corny for when I said that. But I'm not saying like you're bad. These people are bad or anything. I was just saying like, you know who has that.
The it factor.
Yeah.
Who's bringing the people to hip hop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People never want to do that, be if it hurts their argument.
Yeah.
They don't want to put that into consideration. Got to remember that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I listened to her 3 projects. I thought they were really good. I thought her rapping was really solid as well. She came up on a song. The reason I found her was because she came up on a song I was listening to by D2X. The single came out recently.
I haven't peeped it yet.
It was pretty good. But, she came up in the little recommended Spotify thing. And I'm like, who's this? I'm like, because I like the way this sounds. I'm like, but I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
So I saw the project was short. I was like, let me check it out. And I checked it out all in a day. I'm like, this is pretty solid. This is really good. To me, like I said, she reminds me of Rhapsody, who did release an album earlier this year. And she really has a so far solid catalog. The first album, her For the Soul, it was cool. I was like, the worst part is I listened to her recent album first, and so
you went back. It kind of feel like it felt like she digressed.
Digressing. But I understand, so I'm not putting that as a point against her. But I will say that
if you reverse it, she got better.
Yeah, she got better. No, she did get better. Like I know that for sure. But I hate that I listened to that one first. But that was the one I heard the song on that I really liked first. So I was like. That was the testing point of like, do I really want to get into this artist and listen to all their music, or do I just want to listen to this? I like Something Came to Me enough to where I went to Eyes Towards the Sun, which was a good project as well. Then I went to For the Soul. That was a good project as well. Like I said, she gives me heavy Rhapsody vibes. She can rap, obviously. I will say that I don't want her to go in a different lane production wise. I do want to see her. I think I want to see her come out with like a album sounding album. You get what I'm saying?
I think you want to see that money behind it. You want to see like they put some production.
Exactly. Like, I want to see that because I want to see what you.
Oh, it's going to happen, bro.
Are you going to go the J. Cole route and not go mainstream necessarily, but like kind of like disappoint, or are you really going to meet up to expectations where you come out with an album kind of like Rhapsody did this year, where it was really good?
I still haven't listened to that. I need to go to
that. You need to be. Come on.
I'm slacking on Rhapsody. I'm sorry. You might have a point.
But yeah, Soul Child, I really did like it. I am anticipating your next follow-up project after this. I enjoyed it, so you got a fan out of me. And with all this year that I've been listening to women, this is a breath of fresh air.
Because I'm pretty she fall in that Rhapsody, No Lame, Tierra. I know Tierra Whack a little different, but you know that the girls that really can rap.
Yeah. She falls into the, I don't want to call it lo-fi rap music scene, but
But
know
nah,
what I mean?
she give
like
me
the
those vibes.
Seminos, the
Yeah,
Samas, like it's all.
she
I don't
fits
know what
all
to call
in
that.
She fits in that family. She's in that tree.
Yeah, she's definitely in that tree. I just don't know what to call that name. But yeah, she fits in that tree. If you want a good, dope female MC, I don't know if you go by they or anything
And
like
one
that.
thing, shout out to Jersey, man. It seems like Jersey been putting out some little younger artists right now that's trying to make their wave. You got what's his name, Chris Patrick. Am I saying that wrong? I know it's Patrick something. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I talked about it on the podcast like a few months ago. But he had a pretty good EP as well, and he had a good little album he put out like 2 years ago. I think it was Chris Patrick. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good, B. But hey, at least you trying to shout it out. We're
Yes,
trying to give the
sir.
people some other artists besides some of the mainstream stuff that we listen to. But now it's time to get into my big discography deep dive. And it's for my boy Common Sense.
Yes, sir.
B, after this deep dive I did, because I did say it in the last What We've Been Jamming, I was like, I might as well just listen to all the Common albums, because I've been listening to most of them. And so I even had to rank them a bit. You know what I'm saying? And I almost forgot the August Green album.
Yeah, I saw that you played that.
Yeah.
I talked about it on the pod.
Yeah, you talked about it on the pod. That's how I remembered it. And so it's time for me to talk about Common's albums and mostly how I rank them. And I'm going to talk about them as how I rank them. Hopefully one day we could maybe do a Common little album review. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this is the one time I get to do it. You get to see my discography deep dive at number 15, because this man has like 15 projects. Yeah. August Green, I'm not going to count that because that's not his album solely. Yeah. But August Green is still a really good album. Yeah. To me, it's not like in the top half of Common's discography though.
Also because it's not Common focused. Yeah. It's also instrumentation.
Yeah, and the instrumentation was so good. Yeah. See, a jazz album like that, I like that. I like that. I like that. Number 15, Can I Borrow $1? Common's first album. I did not like that ish. That was the last Common album I had to listen to. Boy, I wish I didn't listen to it. Yeah. This album, super dusty. Very, very dusty. In fact, don't even blow the dust off. Just keep the dust on. Let it weigh down the CD. Maybe it might break the CD so you don't have to listen to it. Number 14, Universal Mind Control. Now, this is the album that he did with Pharrell, because Common, I didn't know he has so many albums with just one producer, one rapper type situations happening. I didn't know, like, when Universal Mind Control came out, I heard it when it came out. But this is when my whole, Common's corny. Like, who listens to Common type stuff? Like, this is during that whole era, like, of my childhood, or I guess my teenage years, adolescence. And this album, Common's become one of those rappers in the Nas and Jay-Z tier for me, where it's like, oh, you could just find anything, I'll listen to it. If it's this person right here, right?
You was going into that, what was some of this stuff, like, boy. Because right here, hold up, before you get into your stuff, I didn't listen to these.
Yeah, I listened to all of them.
Yeah, I didn't listen
The only one I didn't listen to was that one. But that's a soundtrack.
Yeah, but Mo's really dope.
Yeah, but Universal Mind Control, Common, never go to Pharrell for beats anymore. Pharrell, never give Common any beats anymore. This album was bad. This album was bad. I like most of the songs because Common is rapping, but there's some songs I'm like, okay, I just like the beat. Common, you're not doing it well on this.
I like Common, but I don't know if I said on the podcast, I always have a problem with his voice.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, this is like, at first, before I heard Can I Borrow $1, this was like, to me, his worst album. I'm like, wow, that was something.
Yeah.
Definitely the most different.
Just
because it's different, don't mean it's good, huh?
I do not like that album.
Yeah, that album, B.
Nobody, hold up, I'm gonna get your thing.
It's bad, but go ahead, say what you about.
I want to guess your next one. I want to say, is it Nobody Smiling?
Who, is it who?
I said Nobody Smiling. Is that your next album that's bad?
No.
Okay.
No. My next album, and these albums ain't really bad. After this, we get to the no bad albums, but some are just, good. Yeah, all right. You know, they're Number 13 has to be A Beautiful Revolution Part 2. And then at 12, A Beautiful Revolution Part 1. To me, it goes off of a lot of that August Green stuff that I listen to. It stays in that lane with, I think, Robert Glasper. Yeah, I forgot who else is on there.
Oh, they own these albums?
Yeah, they do some of the producers. I never listened to them. And on Black America again. They heavily help produce that. Kareem Riggins.
Kareem Riggins.
Yeah.
I know Black America. I like that.
Yeah, Black America.
It's okay.
That's why I'm saying I'm going in that range where now it's like, okay, I got the bad albums out the way.
But I didn't listen to these two. They not bad?
This is part 1 and 2. This is one.
There's both 2 at. It's right here. It's both of them.
Yeah, but no, there's one where it's just a separate 2. But this is one.
It's probably this 2 right here.
No, it is. But I'm saying like, this is not touchscreen?
No.
Oh, okay, because you was just on it a while ago. It just showed it. Go on that again. Scroll down all the way. Keep going. See? 2. So yeah, they have it separate, and I wanted to listen to it separately because I don't like it having like that in my Spotify library. Part 1 and Part 2 of Beautiful Revolution. These are cool if you like that sound for Common. Common is obviously rapping, Common's obviously going to be on that positivity stuff. It's just to me that these albums were uninteresting.
Yeah.
They're not bad because Common can rap. And I love like the singers that he gets with PJ and Bilal sometimes, I think. These albums ain't bad.
Yeah.
Like, to me, they just exist. And sadly, they didn't really do anything for me in terms of like my replayability of going back. Then we got Black America. Again, I enjoyed this album.
Yeah,
this is a good album. I was like, all right, this is cool. Like, but I don't see myself going back to this. But if a song were to come up on my playlist for Common recommended songs, and one of these songs played, I let it rock. It was cool. Production was solid. Next album we got is Electric Circus, which I feel like I should have ranked this higher. But we got Electric Circus, which is, I think, of commonly like dislike Common album, especially for the time it came out in. I thought this was a good album, B. I really like this.
To me, it's not bad.
Yeah,
I don't
but I
know
can
why I
definitely
get so
see
much hate.
because look what it came after.
I know.
I can see why people hated it.
I know.
Different direction, and I do like Common kind of doing something different and experimenting. Not with Pharrell though. I don't like it when he does it with Pharrell. But yeah, Electric Circus during the Soulquarians era, I really enjoyed it. B. I thought this was a really good album. Then we got Let Love, which obviously he talks about his love for music. This is the album where he talked about where he got assaulted as a young kid.
I never listened to this album.
Yeah, I listened to it. He has a story. He has a song telling about that story, whatever. Him going to therapy, things like that. Common's one of them type where it's like, oh, grown man rap. This is all just Common's discography.
Yeah. It's so crazy, like looking at some of these albums, like Let Love. I don't even remember this. Like I don't even remember when it coming out.
I don't either. I remember the interview though, because he was on Breakfast Club talking about it, and I think he came out with a book with it at the time.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not listening to it, but yeah. Then after that, we got Nobody Smiling. Now I forget if No ID also produced this one as well. Yeah, because he produced 2 of his albums in here, and I gotta say, them No ID produced albums, B.
He did Can I Borrow a Dollar too, didn't he?
Yeah, but I didn't like that production on Can I Borrow a Dollar.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't like that?
That was dust.
That was
Dust on the MPC.
But you know, it's more like New York sound. Chicago didn't really establish the sound. And
Well, I
stuff
mean, they
like
still like some.
they do have a sound. You relax, come on, man.
Besides drill, that was a derivative.
But
version of
Common
trap.
started making his own little thing.
Yeah,
you know, like-
Common started doing his own thing.
And
I
then
do agree
Kanye had
with
his thing, even though it's like soul sampling.
that. Kanye, that's not Chicago. That's Kanye.
I don't know, but I'm saying he did it his way. He chopped up a little different.
Yeah, he did his big one. But yeah, what's the Nobody Smiling, which Common has commentary about the whole scene of Chicago being very violent.
I did not
that.
like this album.
I liked it, especially with G Herbo. To me, G Herbo gave his best verse ever on here. I was like, wow.
It's been a minute since I listened to it, but I did not like it when it came out.
I like this album looking back.
This when I was in
didn't
my
listen to it.
gutter rapping. I wanted to listen to them, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, kill.
This is literally the opposite of that.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you want that?
I was
There are some
talking.
songs on here. He has one song about a girl, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of corny, Common. But No ID production on here.
This album did come out 10 years ago. I was freaking 20 years old. So me probably re-listening to this as a 30-year-old, it might be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I listen to Common now.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, Common.
And I've been listening to Common for years.
See me now. I wasn't in that bag yet. B.
Yeah.
I wasn't in my mature bag. Next album I got up is Resurrection. What is this? His second album? It's good.
Yeah.
It's dusty, but it's good.
I used to love her.
It is old.
I used to love her.
Yeah. And he still does, obviously, from his album What Love. Now we get into 6. The Dream of the Believer.
Yeah.
I did not know Common had an album like this. This was good.
been a while
Production was
since I listened to
good.
this.
Common's rapping on here. I'm like, all right. This is it for me. I love this right here. Once we get to 6, these are all the albums I just started loving.
I might have to re-listen to this. It's been so long. since I heard
I
this.
love the album, B. The production is so good on this album. And to me, Common's one of those people, he got that good production behind him, he gonna sound good on it too.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a minute.
man.
I don't know.
I love No ID's production on here. I just didn't know No ID produced it. I have a newfound love for some No ID production, especially with Nobody
You gotta
Smiling
go
in
into
this.
the cocaine 80s and all that.
Oh yeah, he has him on that album.
No, I'm saying that's No ID and all of them.
Oh,
That's the whole. That's the whole
collective.
Thing. Yeah, like Janae and Aiko and all of them together. That's why Vince Staples used to be with them.
So that's why I heard Janae Aiko. I'm like, why is she not credited on this song? I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. See, I didn't know anything about
See,
that.
well, I don't know the sauce.
Hey, 2088.
yeah, Big Sean.
That's
he on
nasty.
There. He on the what's called album?
What?
Nobody's Smiling.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant 2088. I was about to say, yeah, he's half of it.
Nah, I'm
I
talking
thought
about
you
he
were
on
about to say that.
what's it called?
Then we got Finding Forever by Common, which is his second produced album by Kanye West. Good album, very bad cover. Songs don't
Covers
really.
suck. That's why you didn't know Kanye produced it.
Yeah.
I was like, they got another album together.
Yeah,
Like,
when you said that, I'm like, nah, he's just tripping.
I'm like, nah,
I'm like, nah,
I'm like, bro.
he just off the pod juice.
I'm like, no.
Then we got 4. One Day It'll All Make Sense, which I need to buy that vinyl because I need that Obi strip with it.
Hey, that
Number 3,
crazy.
The Auditorium. I am still loving this album. My album of the year, still currently. Number 2, Like Water for Chocolate. Hopefully review that on the channel one day. I don't know.
Classic.
Classic. Then we got number 1, B. I just love B
Yeah,
because to
B,
me
yeah.
it's concise. It's very meaty, very girthy. You get what I'm saying?
Boy, let it thick.
Hey, Common laid it on with this album right
He
here.
put it down.
B, he did, and so did Kanye with that production. This is, to me, obviously Common's magnum opus, and I hate saying this because that's a stereotypical answer, but I went back to B, man. Every time I go back to B, it's just so good, B.
It's a good album.
B is just so good.
The
I
Queen
love B.
pen. Before I went Before I
Hey.
Hey, was he gonna me testify?
Oh.
Hey, nah. Nah, this album is insane, bro. But like Water for Chocolate is still.
Yeah, I got that for number 2. I got
Yeah,
number 2.
but now B is that one, and it's
Yeah.
that one that's like it's not too long.
Exactly.
You just play it
And
all the
each
way
of the
through.
songs, like,
How beautiful love can be. Hey, nah, B
Hey, I
is
even like
crazy.
the live song.
Stop, don't let me. Don't,
Hey,
don't let
B,
me
we got to do a
overdose on
review of
Dave
this.
Chappelle joint. Yeah,
We got to do a B review, B, at one point.
When the next year it'd be the 20th anniversary.
Will it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a review.
05. That when it came out.
Oh, we'll do a review.
Hey.
I'll be down to listen
Oh
to
yeah,
B a
we
few
can do this
times.
next year.
Oh,
How
yeah.
beautiful love.
Look, as soon
can
as
be.
next year comes, no review.
Nah, we gonna put it in the review notes. B the anniversaries.
Hey, we
It's a
got
classic.
to.
can't
We
forget
got
this
to.
one.
B is so good. B
Yeah,
is so
I can rap
good.
this whole album probably, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah, straight hard.
Tone. Whatever you telling the story about the girl getting with the drug dealer
Yeah.
guy, man, that was so good.
The Queen pen. That part always had me dying because I used to always watch that music video growing
Oh,
up.
I didn't know there was a music video for
Yeah,
it.
it's Taraji P. Henson, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she's the Queen pen. She was in there acting like she was
Of
crying in
course
her
she
courthouse.
is. Of course she is. I love the way that B comes in for Testify. It is
Yeah.
so good.
Testify your favorite
Survivor.
song on there?
I love Go. Go might be like the overplayed one. I love Go.
I think Faithful.
I don't think it's my favorite. What's the one with him, Kanye, and John Legend? Beautiful love could be. No.
No, that's no. Oh, you talking about the Stay? Yeah. Nah, I think Faithful's like my favorite song in there.
I like the one with Jay Dilla's production. How beautiful love can be.
Yeah, but like
Is that song Faithful? I
no,
don't know the
Faithful
names
is
of them,
Faithful
like,
is
let me see.
huh?
I don't know the names of the songs. Like
Yeah,
that just off
Faithful.
of here. Okay.
Oh
yeah, they say.
Yeah, I know the song,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I just love the whole album. The whole album is just so good.
No, Faithful goes. I want to be.
Oh, the one with that has to be the Kanye one, right?
He
Kanye
produced
one?
that. I want.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because I
he's
know
talking
Kanye
about.
and Jay Dilla this. Well,
Yeah, Jay Dilla, yeah.
R.I.P. Jay Dilla.
But he's doing like tracks. That one when he talk about the dude cheating on his girl and all that. Like
Yeah.
So faithful. Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Bro, that's crazy,
No, yeah,
bro.
No, this album is.
Nah,
oh,
Fable's
gosh.
insane.
I love the second track too. The second track is really
Oh, bro,
good.
the whole joint is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
You talking about the corner?
Yeah.
I wish I could give you this feeling. Yeah, it's fire.
Oh man. Oh, we gotta talk about B one day. I gotta listen to it after tomorrow or something.
I don't even have to listen to the album.
I do, 'cause it's
I
so
know the
good.
whole album,
It's so
bro.
good. But yeah, that's about it for what we've been jamming and my common discography deep dive. Now it's time to get into some new music and some news that's happened. But let's go ahead and first talk about some of the music releasing and announcements that we got on here.
Yes, sir.
Redman announces Muddy Waters 2. B, are you hyped for this? I'm
I
not.
wouldn't say I'm hyped, but I'm gonna peep it out. I'm gonna check it out. It's Redman. And you know,
Should we
people been
review it
waiting
on
for
the
it. Yeah, we can review this. Yeah, I'll be down too.
I'm not hyped,
I'm not.
but I still want to give the OGs a chance.
I'm not an old head.
You're not an old head?
No, I'm a new old head, but I'm not an old head. Like,
But you like the 90s stuff though.
yeah, but I'm not. I didn't grow up on it. It was late. So like, I love the album Muddy Waters, but
Same.
it's not my impact for that album. It's not the love that people that grew
Oh,
up on
okay,
it.
okay.
So that's why I think that's why I'm not as hyped.
Okay. Yeah, Redman is one of those people that I see how he influenced some of my favorites, like a Ludacris. But
And he's one of the greatest rappers, bro. Like if you're doing rapping skill wise, like bro.
But Redman isn't one of my favorites. So.
And he has classic albums. He got
Albums?
Yeah, he got
Muddy Water 1.
One,
Dark is the Dark Side, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Would you consider his
and
first
then,
album?
And And that one's really good too.
What-
but
what's
you can
my
do
name?
the,
What-
or you
what
can
was
do the
it
blackout. The blackout's a classic.
The one with him
and
and
Meth.
Meth?
That joint.
I haven't.
That joint.
No, that was the first
crazy.
project I heard, but I never
Yeah,
revisited
that
after I heard it.
I listened to it sometime like this year, like a few times, like playing that joint.
So I go back to it, B?
Yeah, you should. Hey, that joint fire. To me, that's a classic.
To me.
To me.
Shout out into the dome. To me.
To me.
Next piece of news we got, music related. Kanye's new album is 100% made by him, meaning he's 100% writing it. He's 100% producing it. I am scared.
I seen people talk about this, and I'm like, I don't care about this, yo.
You don't?
I don't know. People, bro, it happens every time. Kanye working on the album. Ah, fire emojis.
And this is
he's
literally
by
after
himself.
one of his worst
I'm like,
albums
bro,
each
why
time.
do you? Oh, the vulture era is over, bro.
It's because the No Diddy bar, B.
Man, get up out of here. You see, he got some no Diddy stuff going on with his old assistant too, so he need to relax.
Facts.
I'm just saying.
And next piece of news we got is Cordae announces a new album, The Crossroads, dropping November 15th. Now, I did listen to his his first project when it first came out. I thought it was solid. J. Cole Jr. I'm not running to Cordae. You get what I'm saying? Cordae is one of those. He's in that Smino Saba lane. He
not even
would
in
we
that
say that
lane
he's
to
a bit
me.
more mainstream than them?
He is, but he's not in that lane to me.
To me,
he's
he's
a dream
adjacent.
He's like a boss. They way more introspective than him. They way more musically than him. Too.
No, he's not the same. I'm
And
saying
Jack.
if I had to like, if someone be like, oh, like,
Oh, I know.
They're like,
okay, you said
oh,
you
I
talking
like
about tier.
Cordae.
You talking about tier list.
yeah, like oh, like I like Cordae. Who are some more rappers that kind of like him? I put them on.
See me.
close
This is
to
what I
the
do. I'm like,
Smino.
oh, you like Cordae? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, listen to Boss. Listen to Luke. Listen to Logica. Listen to.
I thought we.
I'd be like, listen to Russ or somebody. You know.
Hey, speaking of Russ, we'll talk about that later.
Oh my
But yeah, that's about it for new stuff that's coming out or has been announced. B, let's talk about some albums that was dropping this year.
Hey man, we got Benny and 38 Special dropping. I don't know if you familiar with 38, and I know you familiar with Benny.
I never heard
They-
38
they-
Special Project.
So you never heard? Oh, you just know you heard him rapping before
Yes.
a feature.
Yeah.
But so I'll just say, if you want, do you want to tackle this project? Because it's not something that I was like thinking about tackling. It's up to you if you want to review it.
Benny the Butcher and 38 Special, well, even though 38 Special has technically entered the BBC ethos, with you talking about him
Oh,
and
yeah,
what we've
talk
been
about him.
jamming,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Benny has obviously entered it. We could talk about this project right here. That way we could at least get our little hip hop
Hey.
credit as a Southern as a
Yeah.
Southern show.
So
Southern
in
hip-hop show.
the next album, we got Ian, Goodbye Horses. Hey, and this right here is the battle of Chase's favorite people in the world, Ian and Yeet.
They saying that this is the next Kanye West versus 50
Hey,
Cent.
we gonna see, and you know, I
Yeet,
just said
you
it.
better win.
We
You
got
better
Yeet
win.
Lifestyle supposedly dropping this week.
Supposedly
this week as well.
dropping because he's supposed to get 200,000, I think, comments on a post, and he was like, "Oh, yeah."
you saw the
I'll
cover
drop
art
it.
that I put in here? I put the cover art in here. As well.
Of which one?
Click the link
Lifestyle?
of the
Let me
Lifestyle.
see.
Yeah, it's right here. If you in
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Oh my god! Hey, look, and he got horses on it.
He's
B.
coming out with album of the year. What you
And-
mean?
no, but look, he got horses on it, and look, Goodbye Horses. Throwing a little shots at Ian, letting the horses loose.
what did they say about Lotto's album title? You're just so obsessed. Like,
Oh
you're
my
doing too
God.
much. You're doing too much.
But yeah, you know, but the last and final album that we have right now, because I'm pretty sure some more things gonna pop out, and we don't have everything on the list. We have Little Dirt Deep Thoughts that's dropping. What about you, B? Are you gonna play
no,
this?
is this the one that Rod Wave is producing? Executive producer?
Huh?
Rod Wave is executive producer.
All right,
one of
in
Dirk's
another
upcoming-
news, Rod Wave's gonna do what?
He's executive producing one of Dirk's. I think it's Love Letter to the Streets 3. I think that's what it's called. But I thought it was gonna be this album, but I guess he changed it up. I don't know.
Rod
but
Wave. That's an interesting choice.
one, they're on the same label,
Okay.
and two, they kind of like. I feel like if you
Emotional.
listen to Rod Wave, you might be adjacent to listening to Lil Durk as well.
Yeah, but Dirk is way more.
Yeah, but
he gets a little
remember-
more feisty.
But Dirk gets on that sappy stuff.
Yeah, I know
with
he
the
does. He
Love
does.
letters,
He does. He
signed
does.
to you, whatever
But-
stuff.
But we know what
Oh yeah,
Rod
yeah,
Wave does.
yeah. And we'll be talking about Rod Wave later
Yeah,
today.
we will. But yeah, that's it for the releases this week. B, you want to get into some news?
Let's get into some hip hop news and some current events. First off, we gotta pay respects to your guy, your man,
B.
rapper Ka, who I believe is a Brooklyn rapper.
Yeah,
from
Brownsville
Brooklyn,
Kai.
has passed sadly at the age of 52. Now, I do want to pay my respects because I don't really know much about him, so I'm gonna leave this topic to you because I don't want to disrespect his legacy or anything like that. But Ka is someone I know that is a very skilled rapper. People on my timeline have talked highly about him, you know, previously before he has sadly tragically passed. and I know that you talked about him as well in
Yeah.
high regards as well. I think he was Beezy from Dead End Hip Hop's favorite one of his favorite rappers as
he
well.
loves Kai, bro.
I've heard great things about Kai. I kind of want to check it out because I think someone commented like, "Oh, y'all should check out the Kai album or whatever." This was before he passed, obviously, guys. They commented out in the blue.
And yeah, and I was telling you, maybe we can. I said I didn't tell you, but I told them I might. I said we probably should. I'm gonna hit up my co-host and see if he want to do it. You know me, I was like, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But Kai, man, bro, I've been listening to this dude since I was about 17 or 18 years old when I found him, like my senior year of high school. And this dude's like, his music is not about like how he's saying it. It's like it's about how he's saying it, but like what he's saying as well. Like he could say something so profound, bro, and so simple, but you would never think about it. Like him and Rock Marciano in that same branch. It's just like Rock Marciano is like the braggadocious, the gangster mafioso type, and he's just like all right, think with your head a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he's more introspective in a way, but he also can give you those same bars like introspective wise. I don't know, it's just his perspective on things. Just conscious to different, bro. Like most people that listen to him, you know, they connect more to like what he's saying. And I've been enjoying seeing all the love on Twitter from Kai, man, for Kai. And I'm just like, just knowing that it was some people I never knew that was actually tapped into Kai music. And it's just like, I just didn't know. And it's just sad, B. I want to cry, bro. I was like, I told him, I looked over my girl, I'm like, why do I feel this way? And she was like, probably because you actually grew up like listening to him. You was 17 or whatever. I'm like, you just never know how much artists impact your life. And I didn't know like The King's Gambit is like the album that really, really stuck out to me that made me like a fan. But like, bro, like my first project from him that I ever listened to, I don't want to get it wrong because like when I'm on the pod sometimes, your boy get off the prod juice and just forget. But it was a Grief Pedigree. That was like my introduction to him as a full project. But he was like on stuff with Rock Marciano and stuff like that. That's how I got hipped on to him. But like Kai, bro, just phenomenal rapper, bro. His discography. If you want to go hip hop discographies. Underground, bro, he has probably one of the best discographies. He don't have no misses, especially if this is your bag. And before I came over here, I listened to one of his first album. This came out in 2008. It's called Ironworks. And like with this project, it was a little different. Like you could tell like the progression of him going to what he was doing now. But he was on here, talking that talk. And what's so dope, he also was a fireman, bro. Like for like 20 plus years in the service.
While he was rapping?
Yes, bro. I remember years ago when he posted, somebody tried to out him in the newspaper that he was a rapper and a fireman. He got songs about officers, like Mr. Officer right here, and he blase. And like, bro, man, we didn't care about that. We loved the great music, and what he spoke was the truth. He went out here talking about he was like this gangster, blase. If he talked about stuff like that, if it was drug related, it was like some old stuff. But other than that, he always talked about how he never went to prison. Just a different perspective on like a kid from the streets, bro. And like R.I.P. to Kai, man. This dude, B. I know you don't like the drumless stuff, bro, but it's just like, it's just the stuff he's saying, B. It's different.
Like I don't like the what?
I know you don't like the drumless beats.
Oh, drumless. I think you said drama.
No, drumless. Like I know it's not your style, bro. But if you want to listen to some lyrics and just like understand, like I don't recommend you whipping in the, you know what I mean? Maybe if you chilling, you know what I mean, got something playing in the headphones, whatever, you just working on like editing or something like that, it ain't gonna put you to sleep, but you'll be like, hey, yo.
I mean, that's how I enjoy Illmatic.
Some bars in there, bro, and not some, there's a lot. But man, Kai, man, I can't believe. Like when I saw that, because it was rumors of it yesterday, bro.
Or the day before.
Yeah, yesterday or the day before, one of those, and I was like, whatever. You know
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, you know he was.
Because I never seen him without the beard.
Yeah.
I mean, with the beard.
And then I saw that, because some of the people in my Discord actually popped up to the pop-up shop. And usually when he do those, they pop up as well. And man, what hurt me, bro? And I was like, I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now, but I sold a good amount of his vinyls like 3 years ago. And them things already was worth a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I feel like an idiot, man. And right now, I'm not going to try to buy any because it's going to be too expensive. What I did right now, I just went on his website and I bought a few albums, like digitally. I just bought some.
Oh, to support?
Yeah, just to support his family, his wife, stuff like that.
Respect.
And because one of his EPs that I really love is not on Apple Music, which is one of my favorite. One of my favorite KAST songs on there. But man, Too Dirty and Black to Whitewash, bro. Like he says stuff like that, V, and you just like, this Man, R.I.P. Kai, man. His real name I don't want to butcher it, my bad. Let me look real quick. Before I say this, I'm sorry I'm messing up the flow of the show.
Kasim Ryan.
Kasim Ryan. Just want to get that out there. And blessings to his family, his wife, and, everybody else that's impacted by this. Even the fans out there, bro, because we all, like, going through it. Like, it's everywhere. Like, this hit me, B. This hit me, man.
This to me is like, for me, that was like Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, and it's crazy going to going on Twitter and just every time I go, it's like Kai, and I'm like, I love this. Like, I love to see all this out there.
To be real, I didn't know that many people listen to him.
Man.
I hate to say it like this. I just hate that death brings this.
Yeah, it does.
Like, not bring, like, people celebrating his music, but why they're celebrating his music rather than y'all could have been celebrating this before. Because the only time I heard about Kyle was a few handful of people on Twitter, and obviously you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I've never heard of Kyle like that until, like, you and a few people. I seen that album before.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say, I wanted to go to this album because I'm saying, if any new listeners out there, if y'all ever want to, like, a staple album, and I think that people will love, it's Honor Killed to summarize, like, an album that's like, that's that one. You know what I'm saying? But King's Gambit is also one of my favorites. Oh, my God. And then the album he put out this year, is dope as well. I only listened to it once. I need to just go back. And now I'm definitely finna go back, bro. I think I'm finna be on I want to listen to more stuff, but I think I just need to listen to Kai, bro, for at least a week straight.
Hey, you can do a Kai discography deep dive, B.
Man, I already know it all, but I'm just gonna redo it.
Hey.
But yeah, R.I.P. Kai, man.
R.I.P. Kai. Blessings to his family, friends, and loved ones, and to his fans.
He's so young, 52, B. It's crazy.
Yeah, did it say how he passed?
Nah, they didn't speak on that yet. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to segue off of that, but I mean, we got a lot of lighter news. I guess next piece, Kendrick Lamar and South Park creators comedy start filming. They are doing a comedy movie, I believe, together, and some people are
Do we know
"Ugh."
this? Yeah, I know. I heard about it like a year
It's
ago.
supposed to be like about a slave
Is
or
it gonna
something
be?
like that.
Yeah, I don't like the.
Oh, here it goes. The story follows a black man interning as a slave reenactor at a history museum where he discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his family. It's supposed to be releasing in theaters July 4th, 2025.
This gives me Get Out vibes. I remember hearing the plot and everything and seeing the trailer for Get Out, and I was like, yo, this would be whack. So hopefully something good comes from out of this. But I don't know. That just seems nasty. And with them Parkers, what's their name? The South
Trey
Park guy,
Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah, they some wild boys. So I don't know what they're gonna.
I'm hoping this is animated. I'm not sure though, but I see
what I'm saying. I don't think
lights
it's
outside.
animated.
But South Park it uses like I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm just confused about the animation. But they said filming. I don't know. Maybe it is a live action. So I don't know. Good luck to Kendrick and the South Park creators, man.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. B, if it's bad, what we doing? We putting this as a dig on his discography now? His filmography? We putting this
He
as
produced it or something. He's not.
Nah, he was actively in the
Oh
movie.
my God.
What if he's an actor? He's talking like a slave owner. What if he's actually being Uncle Ruckus?
He was a
B?
nah,
he likes to dibble and dabble in them snow bunnies.
Oh my God, that's not an Uncle Ruckus. But
That's Uncle Ruckus, B. Come on, you know that.
no, you misinterpreting it. You acting like you're not a part of the culture.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Oh my God, what's next on the Doechii?
Speaking of culture, Project Pat,
Hey,
heavy from the Southern culture, becomes a pastor.
hey, follow
I
his
just
dad's
want-
footsteps, bro.
I've heard of that, but
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. To me, this was some very weird news to hear. First of all, shout out to Project Pat for getting heavily into his faith. I always love to see that. It's just gonna be weird because every time I go onto my Spotify DJ, let me play you some Project Pat. Still riding clean, getting cheese and getting my meat sucked. And now he's coming out with an album with Juicy J called The Goats or something like that.
Hey, man.
I'm just like, how are we doing this?
Hey, bro, it's entertainment.
Is this supposed to be like Donda, where he just bleep the cuss word?
Hey, it's entertainment, man. Come on.
Hey, shout out to Project Pat, man. Southern legend. That's all I gotta say about that one. In other good news, Scarface has a successful open heart surgery.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
When I saw this on the TLB, and I know you put this in the notes, I was happy. I was
Yeah,
ecstatic.
facts.
Even though he's been, I think, walking around a little bit. He was at some party, I think, recently.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, my boy Scarface done made it out.
Yes, sir,
Someone said,
man.
do we have to call him Scar Chest now?
Somebody said that, me.
Yes, I seen that on the TL. They're like, you can't call him Scarface no more. You gotta call him Scar Chest. I was just like, I chuckled big. I was like, all right.
Oh my
This
God.
wasn't like hilarious. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I get where you going at. with
I'm
that.
like, you're whack for that, bro. You're crazy. But nah, man. Hey, prayers up for Scarface, man. He's been battling with health issues from, for the last, I don't know how many years, but But yeah, man, shout out to Face, man.
Yeah. Next news: T.I. announces he is done performing after winning that $70 million lawsuit with OMG
He said,
Girl
I'm not,
Dolls.
he's like, I'm not.
Yeah, he's like,
performing
shit, I
no
got
more.
money. I was watching the interview. I watched a little bit of the interview. I didn't get to watch enough of it. Of him at the Breakfast Club with him and
him and,
Dro
him
talking
and
about
Dro, yeah.
sobriety.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, him and T.I. and Tiny, his wife, won that lawsuit. Hey, that boy said, yeah, I'm not performing no more.
Yeah, he probably
Which, I
was
mean,
joking.
for me, I'm just like, hey, I'm cool with that. You a Southern Goat, man. You ain't got to perform no more. You
Real
probably
talk.
made so much money off of just your businesses and your music during the era where people actually bought music.
Yeah.
And you had artists. Yeah,
T.I.,
T.I.
man.
ain't got to make no more moves and he'll still be rich. Shoot, when he was doing the podcast, he said he was losing money. He was in the red.
Yeah. I was watching this podcast. Boy, that boy.
I love the episode with Kevin Samuels.
I saw the one with Kevin Samuels. I saw the one with Alex Jones.
I wanted to see that one.
I saw the one with him, LL Cool J, and Ice Cube. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch more of Expeditiously. But hey, shout out to T.I. and Tiny.
He don't
man,
do
winning
that no more,
lawsuit.
huh?
Nah, he said that it was
He was losing too much money.
Yeah, he was just losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last piece of news, we got FBG, Duck, Mom, Suzo, Dirk, and more. Now, I didn't look into this one too much, B. So go ahead.
So FBG Duck, if y'all don't know, he's a Chicago rapper that passed away, I think, 2022, somewhere around that time. He was killed, and his mom wants to sue Kings Von Estate, Lil Durk, and his record labels, and several other music companies that believed are responsible for the death of her son. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know how could you do this. I don't know what this means.
Like, what? How do you even fight about
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
like
that's what I'm
this?
saying.
Like, what are the points?
Don't you got to
that,
have evidence and like knowing that proof that they had something to do with it? So
the tinfoil on.
yeah, I don't know. The tinfoil kufi, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Not
just
a
put
tinfoil
this-
braids for her. Tinfoil bonnet.
That's, maybe, but yeah, prayers up for her. I know she's dealing with the loss of her son. You know,
Which is
I know
sad.
it's really tough. So I know she wants to have somebody held accountable for his murder. So I understand. Put in the news just to put some light on it. But yeah, man, prayers up for them, both parties.
Yeah. And that's about it for all the news and current events that are happening within the hip hop space and black culture.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's go ahead and talk about music. We got 4 albums to talk about: GloRilla, Glorious, Ovrkast, KAST Got Wings, Raw Wave, Last Slap. Oh, well, 3 albums. And J. Cole's Port Antonio track review. I think we should save J. Cole for last because that'll be definitely a discussion right there.
Yes, sir.
What you want to go with first?
I say Ovrkast first, short EP, you know what I'm saying, with him and Cardo. And I want to see what your thoughts on this, B. What you think about this right here?
All right, so I don't know who Ovrkast was. I've seen him on Twitter every now and then talking about, I want to produce an album for West Side Gun.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I've heard about Ovrkast. I think he's a producer, or at least I thought he was predominantly a producer. But you say, we should check out this album. I thought it was going to be like an actual full album.
Nah, it was EP.
But it ended up being like, 7 songs, 14 minutes? I like Cardo.
Yeah.
I only like 3 songs on here. To me, I hate to give this a rating like this, even though it's a short project, so I'm not trying to grade it as heavily. This just exists.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this did nothing for me. This made me not want to check out more of his music, even though some of his music was playing my recommended. I'm just like, His rapping didn't really captivate me. The beats was I liked Cut Up. I like Beat It Up. I like Free Up some. But Up, that was censored for some weird reason. And I was like, why is this censored?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. Because at first I'm like, maybe I played the wrong album.
I
but then I
thought
saw
the same thing.
I saw the other songs have E on it. I'm like, why is this the one song that's censored? Went to Pay Me a Grip. I'm like, this is kind of like a standard rap song.
Yeah.
To me, he sounds a lot like Vince Staples if he was a bit more energetic. I don't know where he's from. I think he said he's from Oakland,
the Bay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bay Area.
That's why he sounds so much like Vince Staples to me.
That's not from the Bay, though.
No, but he's from California. Yeah. they kind of had that little accent. Even though they're different and it's stronger and weaker at other places, they kind of still have that accent. And the way that he raps is kind of like not as monotone as Vince, but it still kind of fringes upon towards that monotone space that he has. This album, this project EP, whatever this is, this really didn't do much for me. Like, I like some of the beats on here, but besides that, So Money and Bippers joints, when those came on, I'm like, did these songs really come on? I'm like, they just went by so quickly. Like I said, I like Cut Up, I like Beat It Up, I like Free Up Some, I like that little run that he had right there. But before that, after that, it just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I just wanted to add it into the lexicon, I guess, have something different on on the channel. But
I mean, this is entering the BBC ethos.
So with Ovrkast, I've been familiar with him for the last 3-4 years.
As a rapper or producer?
Both. Mostly as a producer as well. But rapping wise, 2021 he drops Try Again, which was like Try Again project is more in the lines of him like affiliated with like Earl, Mike, and all them type of guys. His rapping on this project wasn't as bad. So let's just go over to KAST Got Wings. KAST Got Wings, right? To me, it just puts him in a different like atmosphere. I think he wanted to express, I guess, a different rapping style, different type of beat production.
So he doesn't usually do
No,
this?
he usually don't do this. No, this is exactly.
This is completely out of his wheelhouse?
Yeah, most definitely, especially with the type of songs he made. Like Cut Up is like a Blueface. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hear Blueface on that. I think it was just something he experimented, have fun. He's exploring his connections now, him with Cardo. But if you want to hear him rapping on some like production, like some stuff you're familiar with, I suggest you his EP Reset, which is really good rapping on here. I feel like I can tell he stepped up as a rapper. He's getting better. But this right here, I wouldn't say it's a step back. It's just a step in a different direction. I think it's just something he wanted to do and have a little fun with. But I knew it was going to be interesting just being like Ovrkast with Cardo production. And Cardo production is not the typical Cardo you will hear from Wiz on this. This more of the, like, I want to say West Coast a little bit, Cardo.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a West Coast flavor to it. It wasn't completely West Coast, but you could hear it.
Because, Cardo's also, him and Baby Keem also has that marriage. And I think one thing, with Cardo is he also likes to link up with, like, younger artists and up-and-coming artists and actually give them some shine. He likes to take people under his wing. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah.
But ain't he coming out with an album soon? Because he tagged like everybody that was supposed to be in the album in the Instagram picture or something like that.
Maybe so. He also good friends with our one homie Quandary, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know, man. For this project, I know it's gonna be a little short review, but it was just something we added, like I said, to the lexicon. I think it's okay. Like, I listened to it about 2 or 3 times. Cut Up I liked, Beat It Up I liked. I think I liked Slow Money a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing that's like too crazy, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect nothing wow, you know what I mean? But Reset, no lie, that EP's dope.
I didn't expect nothing wow. Usually when I look at a project, for my expectations, I look at how long the project is, how many tracks it is. I saw 7 songs in 14 minutes. I'm like, this is like a little EP. Yeah. So whatever he's doing, I don't know if this is, because at first I was like, I don't know if this is usually his wheelhouse. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I just don't know how I feel about him saying KAST Got Wings, and Wiz got an album called Wiz Got Wings, and that album is so good.
I think I think what Cardo does is he mesh well with the artists and what he gives them what they can work with. Because Wiz on these beats, Wiz won't be on these beats, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you meant Cardo beats in general.
No. Wiz the Wiz pack is different. Cardo give him the different
That's the
pack.
premium. That's the gas pack.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't hear Ovrkast rapping on the Wiz pack. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to.
No.
Especially after this.
But I say check out Reset if you want to listen to him. I should have told you to check out some projects just to get a feel of like what he's doing.
Yeah, I wanted to, but this didn't make me want to.
I think Reset would be perfect because it's 11 minutes. It's 6 songs. It's an EP he dropped last year. Because he's production. He's feeding out. Because I told you he had production on Quandary's project as well. But yeah, that's just what he do, man. But overall, it's not bad. It's not great. It's not good. It's okay to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. To me, like I said, I'm not saying this for him as an artist. To me, this just exists.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I'm never going to go back to this.
So, but will you be interested in listening to like a full length project if he goes? That's why I like if you probably listen to Reset, because I feel like Reset.
Like, if you recommend me a project, I'll listen to it. Like, I don't have a problem. Like, I'm not like, oh, I'm never going to listen to him ever again. This doesn't turn me off.
But that's not that you're not going back to this project.
Yes, like, to me, I'm like, okay, like, if I'm ever doing a discography deep dive, I know never to go back to this one.
Right on.
Like, no offense, it's not bad, but it's like, it's inoffensively just boring and it just exists. It just takes up space. Yeah,
I understand.
So that's all that was.
Ovrkast, KAST Got Wings. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. But it's okay.
I mean, Ovrkast. He tells me to check out your Reset EP.
Reset EP.
I'll check it out this week.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next project we got, B. Which one you want to do?
Rod Wave.
You want to do Rod Wave?
This big will be. We could talk about this one longer, but it's not the best.
So let's go ahead and talk about Rod Wave. Last Lap. This is the first time Rod Wave has entered the BBC ethos. I've been to 2 Rod Wave concerts, surprisingly. My girl loves Rod Wave. This is her favorite rapper / singer. I don't even know what to categorize him as. You have Apple Music, right? What category is this under? Exactly. But listen to Rod Wave's music. I remember when my girl was listening to Rod Wave when he wasn't as big, And so to see his progression into this crazy stardom, the surprising stardom
Rap.
that he has. Is that a rap?
They say rap.
But to see him be under this crazy stardom that he currently has now is just so insane to me, because it's just like, once he came out with his debut album, Pray for Love, I think this is what it's called. Once he came out with that album, I'm just like, this album is huge. I'm like, I didn't hear anyone talking about Rod Wave before this. But my girl was jamming Rod Wave like every day. Like, she listens to Rod Wave like almost every, because that's her favorite artist.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend, she's like part of the casual mainstream audience. And sometimes I might put her on the music. A lot of the music I try to put her on too. She says it's boring, but she loves Rod Wave.
Yeah, no.
And she's a huge Rod Wave fan. Like I said, I've been to 2 of his concerts just to go with her to support. So this is not my first Rod Wave project. The Rod Wave projects I've heard was Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, Soulfly, and Nostalgia. I've told her, my girlfriend, this all the time. I think Rod Wave should just do Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, and Soulfly, because to me those 3 projects is perfect. You don't need nothing else from Rod Wave. For me personally. Because I think, I'm like, there's not much new he's going to do, or that he can do, that where he's really going to deviate from that sound.
Yeah.
And it just not get samey. Like, yes, all this stuff is samey too, but he at least evolves within the samey. He becomes a better artist. You get to hear his story a bit more. You can see the progression of him going into his stardom and how life of stardom actually affects him with an album like Soulfly. Heard Nostalgia last year when it came out, because obviously my girl wanted to go to the concert. We have the vinyl. I was like, this, to me, I'm like, this is why I said that I don't want to stop at Soulfly, because nothing else after this, he's never going to deviate after this. I'm like, and to me, Nostalgia was that first inkling for me, because that was the first project I heard after Soulfly. I'm like, this is literally like the stereotypical Rod Wave sound. Now we have Last Lap. And Last Lap just cemented to me that Rod Wave is like, I don't want to say the Drake of this era, but he's like the numbers guy, where it's like he's going to put up these crazy numbers. He's coming out with a yearly album. It's quantity over quality. I don't know what it is about Rod Wave. And if we're actually going into the project, because I wanted to give you my background on it. 4, 5, 6, 7. I only like 7 songs out of the 23. This album is 23 songs long with an hour and 7 minutes. My biggest problem with Rod Wave is that his albums is way too long. Way too long for what he does, because he's very samey. He goes over the same subject matter every single album. And to me, like I always say, lyricism and subject matter is not like in the forefront. Like, you got to talk about different things each song. It's about how you package it.
Yeah.
He don't package it differently, B.
No.
This is literally the same thing. Now, I will give him some grace in these 2 songs, but I got to also kind of pull back on him a little bit too. He did F Fame with Lil Yachty and Lil Baby. He rarely has features on his music. And that's one of the problems I have with his projects.
Be too much
Maybe
of him.
too much of him, and the albums are way too long. Lil Yachty, Lil Baby, this is kind of like not out of Rod Wave's wheelhouse all the way, but this is not usually what he goes for, especially with the features that he got. This was cool, but it didn't sound like a Rod Wave song.
Yeah,
like,
because
to
the
me, I could
production
have
was
done
different.
Yeah, to me, I could have done without Rod Wave on the song, and it wouldn't have changed anything for me on the song. In fact, my girl, who was a big Rod Wave fan, she was like, I like Lil Yachty the most on the song. And she's not a Lil Yachty fan. I was like, even Lil Baby had a cool verse. Then we got Federal Nightmares, where I like that only because it's paying homage to like the Young Jeezy, early like T.I. 2000s trap era of 2000s era of trap music right there. And it pays homage because you can hear DJ Drama in the background and some of the production as
Ain't
well.
Juvenile in the beginning?
Yeah.
Sample Juvenile.
And so I like that, but this sound you could clearly tell is not for Rod Wave. He cannot do well on just the loud booming songs.
The production stands out, that's it.
Yeah, and so that's why I really liked it, because I'm like, but he didn't sound good on that song, because he's not like, if I would have threw Young Jeezy on that back then, like back in TM 101, this would have been hard.
We was talking about this in the Discord, and they were like, yo, Federal Nightmare. I was like, the beat's dope, that's it.
Yeah, because even my girl was like, I'm like, yeah, this is different for Rod Wave, but that's all I could give it, because I like the beat. I don't like Rod Wave on this because he's trying to do this melodic
My family
thing.
curse. I'm like, bro, cut the
And to me, Rod Wave is one of those, in this generation, he's one of those guys where, and I've said this before, he is the melodic version of Polo G. They do the exact same thing.
I'm trying to find a tweet real quick.
Oh, go ahead. But they do the exact same thing. They talk about the same subject matter. They go on the same type of beats. They don't really change it up. Yeah, they might have hits here and there, but they're scattered across a whole bunch of nothingness. A lot of their music is just, it just exists. Like, if I told my girl this, if you listen to this Rod Wave project, this might be the best Rod Wave project for you if this is your first one and you're a Rod Wave fan. Because that's how each of his projects is. The first one you listen to, that's going to be your favorite because that's the first one you get into. But as someone who has heard Rod Wave before, and this is supposed to be Last Lap, and I do want to say that I know that his uncle, who was his manager, did pass away, so he did have a song on here. He also teased a song that was supposed to be with him and Drake on here, but that didn't make the album as well. Besides me including that, this album has no semblance of him doing any type of last lap. The way he was promoting it, kind of like, oh yeah, this is my last album. He's one of those, yeah, the industry man, like, I gotta sell my soul to the devil type stuff. Like, it's just, people want me for money. He's one of them type of emotional dudes that are just very surface level, like, I'm fighting demons. What demons? Man, I'm fighting demons. What demons? It's like, what are we doing? Yeah, this project is bad. This is not a good project. Like I said, for Rod Wave, if you do want to listen to him, which I don't recommend really like that, Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, Soulfly, and don't go to any deluxe edition because he already has loaded albums. Those are way more loaded, and it's not loaded with anything good.
Yeah. See,
go ahead, B.
I'm gonna start this off by a tweet by Tony Childs. I relate to his tweet so much I had to retweet it. He goes, "I'm not listening to that sad, fat ass nigga music."
So that's how I got on my TL. I like that too, B. I like that.
You know what? Rod Wave, I have a brief history with him because I knew about him in 2018 and all that stuff. I remember the Heart on Ice song and all that crap. PTSD, I remember skimming through that. I remember skimming through Ghetto Gospel. Pray for Love had some stuff on the radio. But this is my first ever, listening to this album multiple times. And this was a freaking chore, bro. Bro, I feel like I'm still scrolling. An hour and 13 minutes, 25 tracks, B. Get up out of here, bro. Same stuff. My family curse. Ooh, this. I'm so sad. I'm like, bro, did he hit me with Federal Nightmares? I'm like, oh, he finna be something different. I feel my daddy back in jail, my mama or something.
My song's leaking.
My whole family cursed. I'm like, oh my God, bro, this boy just sad. I'm like, man, could you just I don't know, take some some Zoloft, bro. Come on, man, you need to take some Zoloft or something, man, or some Ozempic. I don't know, bro. I don't know what you need to take, but you need to get off this, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not even being too hard on you because I'm not your crowd, but I'm just saying, I'm not listening to you no more.
B, this is every album. I want you to know that.
B,
and it's the sound is the same.
Like Heart on Ice, I like that song because that was it wasn't my introduction to him, but it's the first song I'm like, all right, I like this song.
And he hasn't wore out his welcome on you.
Yeah, because it's 2018, 2019-ish. So I'm like, no. But this album, bro, he wore out his welcome on the 6th track. Federal Nightmares, I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, I didn't like beat. I like nothing on here but the Federal Nightmares beat. All I like was that beat. Other than that, I can't listen to this, bro. Passport, it's just so bloated of useless stuff.
That's why I said he's the Drake of the generation.
It felt like that Robert Holmes, whatever that Rupert Holmes pop singer I was talking about earlier. He had stuff was the lyrics and all this. I'm like, why are you still dragging on to this song? Why is this song even 3 minutes? Why does this song even exist? I just kept feeling this, and I don't like listening to an album, and I just feel like it's a chore, bro. And I'm like, it's no way you feel this way. It's no way that he be like, yo, I'm blowing this out. Bro, we all are realistic. We know ourselves. We are our worst critics. How do you not know this is too much? You could have at least 14. 15, B? B, I'm on the 15 track. I got 10 more to go. That's insane. That's a whole nother album. And it's not a deluxe. You think he gonna drop a deluxe?
Yes.
The Last Lap deluxe?
He has a song with Drake, so yes.
I don't even know what else to say.
B.
Bro, I listened to this twice.
Yeah. And you probably listen to about 3 or 4 Rod Wave albums. Because this is all his albums are. It's the same subject matter.
And the song is Yo Girl, I got cousins, all female, love him.
Yeah.
They're I'm be at his concert. They went to his concert in Houston.
Went to his concert, a lot of women. Obviously online, I see a lot of women talking about this
love
album.
Rod Wave.
It's mostly women that talk about this album.
Did I say Rod Wave the Tyler Perry of the generation, right?
I think you said.
Yeah, I said that. He is. He puts out what his audience want. He feeds the black female audience like Tyler Perry. And they're going to come and support him year by year.
But they wouldn't want no man like this in real life, though.
You say what?
They wouldn't want no man like this in real life.
He
complains too much.
Yeah,
he cries too much.
Women always say, "Oh, I want a man that's in touch with his emotions." But this guy right here, I'm gonna tell you something.
He's making love with his emotions.
He's not even in touch with his emotions because he can't even express them. He barely say what's going on. He give you a blanket. Oh, my dad in jail. what that done to you with your dad being in jail, like him in and out of jail. How did it affect you? And you're like, what it do with your trust issue? I'm just saying it from this context. I don't know. He probably got into it and some of his other stuff, but I don't know. Like you said, it's the same jargon, and I'm good.
Like I said, it's like the Polo G of
Yeah.
whatever genre this is, hip hop.
Hey, but Rod Wave, keep doing you, man. I respect your hustle. You gonna get your money.
I think all his albums are platinum.
Do your thing, man.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
do your thing.
That is crazy to me, B.
All of them, jeez.
I think so. I think he has 5 or 6 platinum albums. But yeah, for a Rod Wave project, this
Oh, I forgot to put Wave.
just this does nothing for me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to at least review one Rod Wave project on this channel. We probably will never have to touch on this again unless I listen to another
5
one.
platinum albums.
Oh yeah, see? That's why I say he's a numbers guy. He's gonna put all them
And
songs
look,
on
B,
there. But I think it's because he has the
19, 20,
motivational
21,
songs too.
22, 23.
That's the thing is like a lot of rappers ain't really doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And making it, I don't want to say sound good, but doing it in a melodic tone where someone casual could come in and listen to it. And
You
like,
think this album will go platinum? Because this is a wonky year for music. This would be a testament of the time if this album goes platinum.
he has a really strong fan base?
I'm not disagreeing.
Because I'm
with
not
you,
gonna
though.
lie, that nostalgia album, I'm like, oh, they're not gonna like this.
Love
Platinum.
it, man.
I'm like, oh, how? And we went to the concert, filled out. People like to me, but that's because Rod Wave has one of those really, really strong fan bases. Like I don't know.
He's a Tyler Perry of the rap game.
I'm just trying to see, like, yeah,
And that's not even crazy monthly listeners. They just loyal. He got a cult fan base. Because I know you got to do other.
he has 7 monthly listeners
on
at the time of
Spotify.
this-
On
on
Spotify.
Spotify. This is I don't have any more thoughts about this. It's just like Rod Wave. He makes the same songs every single time.
The Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, each album. That's each album. That's all it is. But yeah, Rod Wave, this is disappointing, but I'm also not your fan base. But also, if I listen to a rapper's project, or if I listen to an artist's project, I kind of want something a bit different from the last one.
Bro, my girl hate Rod Wave, bro.
The production is the same, B. The subject matter, the flows, the way you sing, it's the same. Nothing changes. Just the order of your words. That's all it is. And it got me thinking, like, but am I like this for Future? But I could also judge, like, oh, this Future project is kind of like.
Yeah, but at least
subpar.
Future gonna give you some.
He's gonna give me some
bangers.
He's gonna give me some variation within the same subject matter.
Facts.
Rod Wave does not do that. It's the same thing, and it's bloated. It's
And,
overly
and
bloated.
Future can do Rod Wave better. Like when Future puts out like what's that track on the last project?
You talking about We
I
Still
miss
Don't
my
Trust You?
dog. Like I miss on Mixtape. I lost my friends or something.
Yeah, I lost my
I lost my
dog.
homie, whatever. Bro, that's some Rod Wave stuff, but Future does it much better. Next project.
Yes, sir.
Queen
Let's
of
actually
Memphis.
talk about the best project that we actually had this week. GloRilla's Glorious. Oh man, B.
You had fun with this one?
B. Now you know I went through this year listening to a whole bunch of women's rap projects. We even reviewed GloRilla's last project on here, Anything. I actually listened to
Yeah,
GloRilla's debut project. Oh, did I review it?
You talked about it. I did.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
I talked about the Ice Spice joint.
Oh, yeah. Well, we both did.
Yeah,
That-
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why I when I say I talked about it, I mean we did because that's the only female I think.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I've listened to all of her projects, and honestly, after anything that came out this year, I thought to myself, GloRilla, she's on the clock right now. Like, she's not gonna be able to probably top this. And I'm not saying that anything was like phenomenal or anything like that. I'm just like, where do you really deviate from here after this? 'Cause I'm like, okay, you're not really putting out music at a frequent pace. Sexy Red kind of took your spot at first. Listen, remember,
I feel you.
before anything. Then she started releasing some singles for this album, which we didn't know that she was coming out with an album yet.
Yeah.
But even with anything still in rotation on radio, because some of these songs are still in rotation, because you know, guys, I listen to the radio every now and then for the pod. I was like, all right, she got some songs in rotation. I'm like, but she's putting out more songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, and these are still in rotation as
Yeah.
well. And then she announced the album.
She's having a year, man.
I think this is like, she's the best female of the year right now.
She's killing it.
I think she's female rapper of the year because B, she put out Glorious. I love the cover art.
Yeah.
I gotta say this right now, B. This is a great project.
You think it's great?
I think it's for the
Glow?
female space,
Okay.
especially for someone around her.
Hey man, they ain't the
level,
same
like-
with us, bro. We gotta level them out. You gotta judge them, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
like you used to tell me, hey, she signed that waiver like me. She can lift 75 pounds.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, equality.
Hey, she got it. Hey, she got it.
You gotta put your own way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all about
Hey,
equality.
I'm not helping that, bro.
Hey, equal opportunity, not equal outcome.
Hey, facts.
But yeah, going into Glorious over here, I gotta say, I love this project.
Yeah.
This project is so good. And like I said, I'm really comparing this not to any men, any lyrical spiritual miracle. GloRilla's not trying to do that.
Yeah.
I'm more so comparing this to the women's albums I've heard this year, the way they perform, the way I like those projects. And I'm just comparing it to the mainstream sound and like how long her run, not how long her run has been, but how hard she's been hitting this run this year. She has had a really great year, especially in the female hip hop space where it seems like women are running hip hop, but they really not.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when we go into Glorious, I liked every single track except for the I'm all right with the Kirk Franklin one and the Glow's Prayer. But honestly, I love the whole thing. From the intro, she set the tone. She did it really, really well. Hold On, which is something that was on the radio that was teased, even though she got a little flack for that online.
Yeah.
She had to change a lyric, which I kind of hate when they make artists do that because it's like you don't make them change the mother lyrics, but you want them to change.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Procedure with her and Lotto. And I got to say that every time GloRilla gets on a song with someone else, besides Polo G, because I
like how Lotto sound on this one right here.
She sounds good. The production is good. I hated that song that she was on Polo G's album. Worst verse. To me, she made up with it because every time she's partnered with another girl, it's like the energy and synergy is just in that room right there. Procedure was really good.
Because they in competition, B. They all in competition.
Hey, and they competing. They competing. I like this. Procedure was a really good track right here. Thank God It's Friday. I love that track, even though I like the original. I like this version a lot more because she took this from another guy who was on TikTok that was using this song, and it was a viral song. But she took the beat. Okay. You know, he gave it to her or whatever. This song has been on the radio constantly. I've been always hearing it. This song is bumping as well. What You Know About Me, the Wipe Me Down remix sample.
That wasn't bad at all.
I love this. Sexy Red gave a good verse too.
Keep going, B. Not saying a verse back. No. Just saying. Yeah.
Then we got Stop Playing. I like that. Don't Deserve with Mooney Long. Mooney Long gave a pretty good feature as well. This is a play.
Don't deserve, my friend. He don't need to be. Like, but he always beating on you. Whatever.
It's funny because when GloRilla gets into like that personal bag, it's like she don't sound comfortable because she don't fall on the beat with everybody else, but it's still like it's so GloRilla that I'm like, I'm not mad at this. You get what I'm saying?
Like Glow's Prayer. I didn't know she had a kid. She said, "Pray for my baby, even though he don't like me. Pray for my baby daddy." Whatever.
See, I think she was just saying that. I don't know if she actually has a baby or not. I don't know. I thought she was just trying to like say that because some girls like, oh,
maybe she could relate.
Daddy.
Yeah, let's see.
But then we got the song with Kirk Franklin, "Rain Down on Me," which is like the gospel song in this album, which to me just throws the album off a bit, especially on first listen. And so did Glow's Prayer as well. But I think she got kicked back for this, or at least Kirk Franklin did because he was on GloRilla's album. But then I told my girl, I'm like, did people give kickback to Tasha Cobbs when she was on Nicki Minaj's album? I'm like, let's not be hypocritical here. But then we got Glow's Prayer, which is like, oh, do I just keep choosing the wrong men? Yeah. Whoop. I'm like, all right. I'm like, for GloRilla,
just pray for me.
I would say it's not like super introspective, but for GloRilla, it's introspective. Then we got How I Look with her and Meg. Every time her and Meg get on the track together, I'm like, all right.
That was a good track.
It's always some fire. It's always magic. Then we got I Ain't Going. That's when I made my tweet. This is Thug Motivation 101 for women right here. Okay. I'm like, this is it right here. Then we got Step featuring Boss Man D-Lo.
That's probably my favorite song on here. I like that beat on there.
I didn't like it at first because it's going to Boss Man D-Lo's world. But then after a while, I'm like, But then after a while, I'm like, okay, I like this song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Let Her Cook, which obviously is using the meme of Let Him Cook. Yeah. And it's just so funny. Then we got I Love Her, which I thought was a really good song. To me, a lot of this encapsulates some of 2000s, like, I don't want to say trap, but more so heavier hip-hop production that we had. It's kind of like adjacent to like a young Jeezy. That's the best way I could put it. It's kind of like more adjacent to that southern hip-hop sound of the early 2000s. But I Love Her was a really good song. I could see that on the radio. Then Queen of Memphis was pretty good as well. I don't really know who Friday is. I've seen him on TikTok.
He's from Philly. He's a singer. He was actually on the XXL, I think, last year. If I'm not mistaken. Was it this year or last year? One of those. But
yeah, overall, man, I really enjoyed this project. Glorious was a really good project. I'm not going to lie. And I'll eat my words right now. I didn't think GloRilla was going to pull it off. Yeah. She did for me. She did it.
So with someone like me not familiar with any of other like EPs and stuff like that, this album actually felt like an album. reminiscent of like the cover. We could talk about that. It kind of gave me that vibe. Like this actually felt like an album that could have been out during the time of not streaming for some reason, just because some of the formulas she took, especially like with the track with T-Pain. I saw people talking about how that was with Erica Banks at one point. And you know how songs get shopped around.
I don't want to talk about that weirdo.
Yeah, but how stuff like that gets shopped around, and just I don't know. I think it's a really good album. There's some stuff on here I don't like. I still have problems with GloRilla voice. I won't lie to you. It's still uncomfortable in certain things when she say stuff, and I'm like, just don't hit right to me. It's still some uncomfortability. But overall, I think this is a really good debut. This is a debut project.
This is a debut album.
This feels like one. And the Kirk Franklin track was a little...
it threw off the album.
Threw it off,
right?
you know what I'm saying?
And after that, like, because to me it was top heavy. Because up till then, I'm like, all right, this is like solid.
But overall, I think it's a solid project, man. Some stuff on there, I'm like, man, I played it about 3 times. I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. I think I really see development in her, even like with her performance. I've seen her perform this year a few times. I'm like, okay, she's stepped out. Because I remember last year, people was like, oh, she put out that one little song when she was sampling a song and people was giving her hate on it. They're like, oh yeah, it's over for Glo. And like she just, it's like ever since that tweet, it was like, all right. And it's like she's been having her foot on everybody's neck, bro. Like it's like you can't not see her. She's featured. She's all on the radio. She's performing. You know what I mean? So I really like what she's doing right now. And like, you know, you went down the project, the track list. You know, it's some, like I said, like her voice though, sometimes it just don't fit to me.
I like it. The only reason is because it's like, to me, it don't sound forced.
Yeah.
You get
It's
what I'm
her,
saying?
yeah.
Because some women, when they rap, they try to have this false sense of bravado, and I'm like, but you try to do these softer songs. Yeah. At least with GloRilla, when she does the softer songs, it's still like her. Yeah. Like she tries to get a little bit of a softer voice, but it's still GloRilla.
Yeah, I still feel that even though I know they really doing good with artist development with her, I know it's still, to me, it's some more to go, especially like with voice control to me in a way. I don't know, some still sticks out, and I think that she's still young. She's still new in this game. I think
what it is she's very abrasive.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she's attacking a beat, even when it's soft. Yeah. She's attacking it. And I'm just like, GloRilla, you don't
And you could tell like with her story, like how she came up with the FINF or whatever, and how that track came out, how they was presented, her and her friends in that music video, and it was like so authentic to like some people like, yo, I know this girl up the block. And you know, her working, she talked about how she worked at Cheddar's and all this type of stuff. She's still trying to relate to people like, yo, I'm new to this, I've just came in, I'm not too far removed from where I come from, you know what I mean? And I know I raised the question and I messaged you, I'm like, yo, is she the queen of Memphis? Even though I know it's not much competition in Memphis. And like, it was before I even finished the freaking album. It just came to my head because I was working on a thumbnail thinking like, what if I put the Memphis skyline in her face and all this type of stuff? And I don't know, man, I think, yeah, she's a fresh new voice. I know she's been around, 2 years now?
I think so.
For Memphis, because Memphis having their uprise right now. I know it was really big during the Pooh Shiesty era. And I don't know, I think this is a good look. I think this is a really solid project. You know what I'm saying? I will not return to this, I will be honest. But I might return to one song, and it probably will be that Boss Man D-Lo song, because I think it was pretty fun. But overall, I think it's solid. I think the formula was straight up debut formula. You know, she had her singles, she got her tracks with her peers, and she actually rapping really well with them. And you know, she had a gospel track. She had her not lovey-dovey track, but just like the track of like, I can't get away from this man, Lord. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm keep choosing the wrong man.
Why you making so like a slave?
But overall, like I said, man, I think it's a solid project. I think it's a good step into the right direction, man. And I say GloRilla and your team, keep doing y'all thing, man, because I think she can, you know, she might have some better things up in her future. I think Yo Gotti got her one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. CMG.
I think this is the year of GloRilla right here.
She did really, like, she had her standout with her single when she went viral, and now this is like, I'm here, you know. And I think this is a good staple. A good, not staple, what's the word I'm looking for? A good...
The trajectory?
Nah, I'm just saying like I guess I'd say a good showcase, but I want to say like she set a standard. I think she set a standard for herself right here. And I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on her for her next debut. Her next project.
I do as well, so she might hit that sophomore slump.
Yeah.
I will say this right now. Even though I said it about this project, I was like, I don't know what else GloRilla could do. I really don't know what else GloRilla could do.
I think everything's an EP, right?
Yeah.
I think
no, it's a mixtape.
All right, that album.
Yeah.
You know how they do.
Yeah.
But I say, you know, this was a longer project. Not long as in time, 15 tracks, I say. It's 15 tracks, 42 minutes. I say now, kind of continue to doing with the dope singles. Because when you make your name in this game, bro, and you here for a while, you're gonna start. Right now, she gotten all the love. That hate's gonna come. People gonna.
Well, she already kind of.
No. That was that little bit. I'm talking about that. I'm getting sick of GloRilla. You know how it comes. It happens all the time.
They doing it with Meg now. They say, "Dang, they forcing
Remember
Meg
how much
down
they
our
love.
throats
Remember how much people love Meg. Couldn't say nothing bad about no Meg Thee Stallion.
Still kind of
So-
can't.
Nah,
People,
I hear.
there's a voice for it now.
Yeah, I'm not even spinning on the Tory Lane stuff. I'm talking about music.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah,
that
but
too.
like, but I don't know. I just want her to continue to be consistent with what she's doing, and don't try to like overdo, what she done here.
Overcompensate?
Yeah, I just say continue to stay in your lane, man. Put out those bangers, and and help. Help me out with the voice a little bit. I don't know. It's something with the voice.
What do you want to do with your voice?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Maybe I have to analyze it a little more. Like what else could she tweak that'll make me like? Because sometimes it just don't fit. I don't know. It's just weird.
I gotta know what song they don't fit on for you.
What's a few of them? Especially the God players.
Well, that's because I feel like I want to say
the intro felt weird to me, even though
I like that though. I like that. She set the tone. It was different. I'll say that. It's definitely different. It's not stereotypical GloRilla.
Yeah. But I'm not saying like she don't rap good on this. It's just something about her voice just don't sound. It sounds weird.
You got to match the beat for you, right?
I guess so. It don't feel like a perfect marriage on some of these beats for me. I'd be like, I don't fit here. But overall, I enjoyed this project, and I will love to see you continue to strive and be as prosperous as you could be, GloRilla. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say. What?
You talk about be as prosperous as you can.
Hey man, she got little prayers in here, Kurt Franklin.
She should have. Yeah, the
Texas
sequencing
guy,
on the album should have been at the last part of the album. I don't know what was happening on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, GloRilla's glorious album. Now it's time to go to the meat and potatoes of this whole little music section. J. Cole's Port Antonio track review. Now this is a track that J. Cole has released on his own, not featuring, post the beef. And this is basically addressing some of his thoughts and comments that people have had about said beef and him dropping out of it and how he feels about it and the people that were in it. So B, how'd you feel about Port Antonio?
I think it's a really good song, really good rapping. Like really good rapping. He was in his bag. I love the sample, Dead Presidents. I love what they did with the Cleo Soul flip with her vocal. I think it was really good performance by him. It's things in that second verse. They had me feeling a little when I heard it. And I thought I wasn't the only one that felt that. Because first, when I got on the timeline, talk to these niggas, Cole. I'm like, all right, what are you talking about? But then I started hearing some people echoing my sentiments. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about that second verses. But
So B, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard the song, I'm like, B gonna get soft on me, ain't he, on this one? I thought you was gonna go soft to me, like, you know what? Cole's mature.
Yeah,
He did the right thing in his heart. He's a human. See, I thought you was gonna come in here on that. I'm glad I saw some of your opinions and your takes before that. I knew it was
you
a
saw
line.
me on there cooking.
Hey, me and the B connect.
Hey.
That's what I like to see. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it. See, this is the thing that people don't really, and we don't really analyze and dive deep into this. Young Jermaine walked the straight and narrow. Minimum wage jobs for the narrow, but still, my mind was on zeros. I fiend for the perks that was seen flipping birds, so we was skipping church, but my eyes was on the sparrows. This is what J. Cole tried to do to y'all. He's trying to paint the narrative that he wants y'all to follow. I'm just this humble dude that came from, humble beginnings where it's like, yo, this is what I am.
Yeah.
J. Cole, we've heard this before.
Yeah.
People that are hearing this song probably already have heard your music, especially 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
We know that you wanted to be one of those guys selling dope, and the guy that was selling dope was like, no, I want to be like you.
Yeah.
So J. Cole, why are you going over the... See, he's trying to get the sympathy card. That way we could feel sorry for him afterwards. He'd be like...
He gonna give us that BS in that second verse?
Mm-hmm.
But like, this, I like the setup. It's not bad. Really, bro, you can't deny the rapping.
See, this is the thing. This is the whole thing with the big three and all they've been doing this year. Painting narratives. They're trying to seed you in. They're trying to reel you in. That's all they've been trying to do. All three of them. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. They've been trying to reel you in. That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to paint the picture to make you feel sorry for him. Because he's like, J. Cole's just a humble dude.
Yeah.
He's trying to do that. He's trying to be on his bike again, B.
Yeah.
After that 7-minute drill. He's trying to be on that bike again.
He shouldn't have got off that bike on this one.
But yeah, J. Cole just raps really well. he's not really saying anything crazy, which some people say, oh yeah, J. Cole's really rapping well on this. I'm like,
You don't think so?
to me, this is standard J. Cole. Like, this isn't something crazy where I'm like, oh.
I'm saying he's in some good pockets on here, B.
Yeah, but B, I'm saying that this is the
The
standard
Bono
for
line
J.
was
Cole.
Bono. I'm U times 2. Come on, that's crazy.
B.
The YouTube Bono.
This the thing.
You know who Bono is? With YouTube?
Oh.
The band? Come on, 2 times? Come on. You don't even peep in the science, man. You don't even know that.
I don't care all that stuff.
Oh, my God. Bro was on here rapping, bro.
Like I was saying, he's trying to paint the narrative like, I'm just this humble dude from humble beginnings.
But he was rapping his butt off, though.
No, but B.
You can't
this
deny
is-
the rapping, B.
That's why I just said this is standard for J. Cole, though. Like, when he's on his own, doing his own thing, was he not rapping well on 2014 Forest Hills Drive? Was he not rapping well?
No, he wasn't rapping like this to me. I don't care about that project like that.
I said, well.
He was rapping. He was rapping really good on this.
He can rap well.
He could.
I'm never going to take the
He's a
he
good
could.
rapper. But I'm just saying, it's things about J. Cole I don't like.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't care for that 4 Hill Drive album. I don't know why people like it so much.
I don't think it's a classic.
I'm just saying, you can't go with that.
I like
route
Born
with me.
Center. I like Born Center now more than.
I'm saying,
2014.
he was on here rapping.
Yeah, he could. See, that's the thing. He could rap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna take that away from J. Cole. It's about that legacy, though. It's about your actions outside of the music, even though it pertains to the music. It's about your actions in that, and some of what the second verse is for.
Yeah.
B, let's go ahead and break it down in the second verse. Because the first verse, like I said, he's trying to paint the narrative of like who he is.
Before we get into that second verse, I knew he was finna get in some BS when he goes, y'all niggas ain't stopping. Y'all niggas ain't stopping.
You right, you stopped yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
that-
like, bro, what he about to say? That was just
He just started BSing. To
Bitch,
find
and
delivery as good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm like, all right, dog. Like Dirk, I'm smirking at Negroes trying to be search mine. Absurd times where the fake get told it as wise. He's rapping well.
Hey, that was a hard bar.
This is expect,
Smirch.
but B, he's
Smirch.
also in his era of I'm about to drop my best project ever. I expect this, but I'm one of these people where I'm like, I'm waiting for the fall off because I'm like, and remember B, before this beef happened, I'm like, oh yeah, J. Cole is like pen ready.
You shouldn't have named that album The Fallout.
There's plenty of jokes to be made for you
Yeah,
now.
yes, sir.
But also, he's in this era of like I'm on my best rapping ish of all time right now. Like I'm like, I've been slowly like on the incline. Like I've been going up. And he has been going up. He has been rapping better. Now, some of his projects have suffered because of that. But he has been rapping better. Either way. Where do you want to start, B?
We got to get right into when he starts getting to his BS. And
Wait, I can see hate in both of your eyes, but the third is
it's-
blind. So you search lines.
Yeah, this is when he start wilding out, you know what I'm saying? I can see that, like you said, I can see the hate in both of your eyes, but the thirds is blind. So do you think he's talking about one person or two? Because some people saying in that context he's talking about one person. I can see the hate in both.
I think he meant like two people. Like both. Like
Some
both
people
of y'all.
saying both, like both your eyes.
Well, I mean, if there's hate in one, there should be hate in the other. So
That's what I'm saying.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like for the people that are saying that, I'm just like,
Yeah. So they're thinking he's just speaking on one person.
no, I think he's speaking on both.
I was
Me
thinking
personally.
I was thinking that personally as well.
I think he's saying like he might be the third.
He's the third. What you think he's saying?
He either that or us as the audience could be the third.
When he said that third eye is blind, being your third eye open, like you awoke and you understand. I hate when he do it because
But I'm talking about the double entendre. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the T and Shinhan type
Yeah.
thing. I'm talking about like us because that could also have a meaning of, but the third, like us as the fans, we're blind to like a lot of the other stuff that's really happening behind the scenes.
Yeah. So you think he's speaking on fans here?
I think that could be it, but also he could be tying this to someone else that's in a situation that we don't know of.
I think
But
he's talking about fans, just from the so you search lines. I think he's speaking on the fans
that look into it too much.
because he said because you searching lines, but you struggle with explaining the puzzle look on the dull face as the words find. Like you don't know what's going on. That's how I looked at it. I hate what rap has become, like where he's going to, but it's like, do not disturb signs, can't knock it if I see it's about the dough. And they
instigate the effery.
Oh my bad,
No, you're good. I gotta
because
censor it.
it's profitable. But singing "Stop the Violence" tunes when dudes in the hospitals.
Yeah, J. Cole is doing a similar line that he was
Yeah.
talking about on Lil Durk's song.
So that's why I think he's speaking on the fan and hip hop perspective of how we looking at things. Because like we want people to do this, but we don't. And some people trying to
Or
flip
he
it
was
saying he
talking
talking
about
about
media.
Kendrick. People talking about he was talking about Kendrick. I'm like, now y'all forcing it right there. No, But yeah, I pulled the plug because I seen where this was about to go. See, he was speaking on the audience right there. And now he's going into his perspective on like why I pulled the plug. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make the pockets grow. They see the fire in my pen and then they think I'm dodging smoke. No, bro, you're dodging the smoke.
You were definitely dodging smoke.
Yes.
Like J. Cole. You can't say, oh yeah, they see the fire in my pen.
See, right now I wasn't even tripping yet. But when he said this, B, when he said, I wouldn't have lost a battle, dog. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe, and all for what? Just to attain some more. Props for strangers that don't get a clue what I'm aiming for.
What is he aiming for?
I think J. Cole saying I'm aiming to be a greater artist, a greater person. I'm not trying to be out here being like, oh, I have to show that I'm better than you by beating you in a battle and getting in the mud, pretty much.
I hate to say it like this, J. Cole. You do not have a better discography than Drake or Kendrick. You are not the middle child as you keep claiming to be. You are the third child. You are the youngest child. You are the baby of the children, but you also did not get enough attention as the baby.
Yeah.
Stop this. Like, B, no. B, he don't have no album that's better than Good Kid, Mad City. He don't have no album that's better than Pimp a Butterfly. He don't have no album better than Dang. Mr. Morales, maybe.
Yeah.
Untitled Unmastered? I mean, come on. A bunch of throwaways, I'm really going to compare that?
See, like what he's doing here, he's trying to set up, he's trying to let y'all know, like, yo, this is, I wasn't, I'm not trying to mudsling, you know what I mean? So, like, even though he bring you back to this, look, like he did in the beginning, he showed about his childhood, about his mom, about how she got married, he moved out the hood, but he set that up, and then he goes, since the age of 14, Jermaine is not a king. See, so now he's trying to be like, stop, like his fans, stop trying to put me up with these, like I'm just this and that and that. I'm like, because you didn't do that. I mean, they didn't do that. You did. You just put another rapper, they ain't rapping, like, bro, you was so braggadocious.
It's the big three, it's me, Kenny, and Drake.
He wasn't like, bro, Cole, he never had, from 20, was it 2020, from now when he's been going on that Future run, he's been rapping like nobody can freaking touch him.
But
like,
also,
he's the best.
I hate to say it like this, but I've been analyzing this a little bit. Look at who he's rapping here.
Yeah, you could do
T
that, but
Grizzly.
look, I know, I'm just saying, 21 Savage project, but like, he's doing it on different type of production. He rapped well on Babalo Boat with Royce.
But Royce, like you said, Royce was on his...
Royce was on a storytelling.
He was on his concept tip.
Yeah.
Pause.
But I'm just saying, when he's doing it, what J. Cole did well was he was in these different pockets, different type of production he was rapping. So it was still showcasing, but he was so braggadocious on them joints that also boosted, like, people saying he was the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on rappers bar for bar, not just artistically of how he concept albums, he was rapping. He was the rapper's rapper for the last 4 years. So I feel like he's trying to dumb himself down in a way of like trying to like humanize himself. I'm not a king. Stop doing
like,
this.
Guys, stop calling me number one. I was never trying to be the top guy.
Then he say,
but it's me, Drizzy, and Cole, the Spider-Man meme.
Like I'm saying, like, bro, and it's like he contradicts himself. Like, we all do. But he's trying to be like this bigger person by saying like he didn't do a diss track. You did a diss track too.
And see, that's the problem with this whole situation.
And then he deleted it. And,
now, I want to say this, B. This was a double-edged sword because if he didn't end the beef, we would have got on him.
Yeah.
But you did end the beef. And the worst part,
I wouldn't have.
We would have got on him like, you dodged your smoke.
But I would have understood if he, like, what he did. Okay, picture if he did what he did on Dreamville, at the Dreamville Fest, but said it in a way of like, yo, Kendrick, so-and-so, I ain't gonna get into that. I know you. But picture the diss track didn't come out. And he did that. He said some stuff about, like, he's not getting into the beef on stage. People have been clowning him, but it'd have been better look at the end. It would have. Oh, yeah.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's still a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're both even. They're not both like both even damaging.
But I'm saying the way he's moving like he didn't drop the diss track.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
That's the sole problem.
This is the problem with me. J. Cole, you did one of the worst things you could have ever done in hip hop that has never been done, which should sound like a good thing when you hear that, but it's not in this sense. You put out a diss track called 7 Minute Drill about Kendrick, barely jabbing him, and you couldn't sleep at night. B, first album classic, your last one tragic.
Come on,
B, who in here loves Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, they all do.
Negro, if people like Kendrick Lamar, I mean, people like you, they most likely like Kendrick Lamar. I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing?
And then him going into the off algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media.
Wait.
What I missed?
We got to go to the. I would have lost the battle, dog. I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog. I would have lost the bro.
Remember? Didn't we just talk? Oh no, I read it. Didn't we talk about it?
You read it, but we didn't talk
we
about that
okay.
specifically. Now, B, do you think he would have lost the dog?
Bro, do you think? Hold up. You saying do I would have think he would have won the battle?
No.
You think he would have lost the bro?
Because I think he's saying like even if I would have lost the battle, because this could be interpreted two ways.
Oh yeah, I could have lost, but I could have. Overall, I still would have lost my friend.
Yeah, my friend in the process, or boom, I wouldn't have lost the battle. Like, oh, I would have won, but I would have lost my friend. So either way, it would have been a loss for him.
This is what I hate, bro. And I'm not trying to say this. I'm not saying like none of you industry people are friends. Like y'all don't love each other. But bro, come on, bro. Like when have you ever met Kendrick kids? Like it's certain things. Like I don't think y'all are not friends like that, bro. That's how I be looking at it. I'm like, I don't know him personally. I'm just speaking on like how you will see people fall out and like, dang, was y'all ever cool?
Or just grow separately.
Like I don't. Bro, come on, man.
My thing is, I think they were closer back then.
Maybe,
when it was lesser on
but
the
now
start.
y'all got so much going on, bro. Y'all probably don't even talk like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I could be wrong, but I don't know. They just, come on, bro. Kendrick wasn't trying to get on that with you. Yes, he threw jabs at you. Even on Euphoria, he did. He threw some jabs. I see two ghosts kissing on stage, blah, blah, blah. But like, come on, bro.
Oh, they were saying that was Jay-Z and Beyonce, not Kendrick not Drake and J. Cole.
Oh, that's what they were saying. He wasn't talking.
Yeah, they said that the two ghosts kissing on stage. There's only 3 ghosts left, and 2 of them are kissing on stage.
So
he said that that's Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Oh, not talking about them. Yeah. But that's still a shot, though.
No, it's still a shot. No, yeah, either way, but we can also interpret it that it's Drake and Cole, and they over here hugged up, kissing on each other.
But
like, either way, for me,
I don't know, bro.
This is my thing, B, and I keep saying this. Literally on Euphoria, he says they both my friends, but if not, I'm YNW Melly. Yeah. And he literally says on, I think, Meet the Grams to Drake, this is just supposed to be a lyrical sparring match.
Yeah.
But you made it personal by bringing in personal people.
Yeah.
Literally, J. Cole literally said that his albums was boring.
Yeah.
Kendrick didn't even talk to you. He was like, man, that's nothing. Like, I hear that all the time on Twitter. You ain't saying nothing. My albums is platinum, dog. You ain't got no... Like, Kendrick literally could have came in here and said, because this is my thing, B. And I was having an argument with someone. Shout out to you, who you know who you are. You could beef with someone. Like, you could have lyrical, like, sparring matches, or you could have beef for diss tracks, but they ain't got to be, like, super personal. Yeah. Like, my biggest example, and I know people going to kill me for this, Tory Lanez and Jordan Lucas. Yeah. Like, I literally watched a Jordan Lucas thing when he was talking about Tory Lanez on a Bootleg Kev's platform. He was like, because, he brought up the beef.
That when Tory was saying he was the best rapper and was trying to go against Royce, all of them.
Yeah, but that's my thing, though. It's like, Jordan was like, oh, yeah, that's fun. He's like, me and him cool. We cool, man. He's like, that was just a fun time. We were just going back and forth with each other. You could have beef and not have to end in violence.
But I don't know. Because you got to understand it's different. It's heavyweights. Them are little weights. You gotta understand.
I agree.
Think about somebody that's the biggest rapper. Kendrick, one of the biggest rappers, he goes, F the big 3. It's just big me. Like, it's not I'm on Twitter and I'm like, hey, yo, like, I'm the best rapper. Any of y'all want to go against me? I don't know. I think that's just different. But how Kendrick approached it, that's another way. When a rapper just come out and it's little subs, but he exactly talking about Drake because the references to the For All Your Dogs and all this type of stuff. And most of the energy,
it was J. Cole's line that he did.
Yeah, and mostly all the energy is focused on Drake because that's who he really have the biggest problem with.
Yeah, but that's because Drake responded.
Yeah, I know, but what you mean Drake responded? They've been all 3 of these guys been throwing jabs at each other for the last 10 years. Yeah,
but Kendrick knew that J. Cole wasn't built like that.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was going at Drake. Most of his stuff, all your dogs getting buried. Yeah, like, he's going at Drake. But he still said
it's after Big 3.
Yeah, but
because even though Cole didn't order the Big 3.
I know, but I'm saying J. Cole that was his line. But he wants Drake. Yeah, that's why he said no sneak digs and first person shooter. He wanted.
It was for Drake mainly. The smoke was for him. I think most of his energy was going to be going towards Drake. Yeah, but there was still smoke in there for Cole.
Yes, but I'm saying most of the smoke is for Drake.
Yeah, but it's still smoke in there for Cole.
Remember when I told you when this happened and we spoke and you was like, I need J. Cole to respond. I said no, I need Drake to respond. This is Drake. Cole, if he don't, it's whatever. He's not like that. I always said, before that song came out, I was saying that J. Cole is not like that. He's just not. And you can go do your Googles on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And it's there. I've been saying it. Look.
I was disappointed because I was betting.
He wanted J. Cole. He was like,
J. Cole's pen is ready.
And I'm like, bro.
It was not. Even though he says the pen is right in fire, but they don't want smoke.
So he do stuff like that, and I'm be like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. You can't.
Pissing me off, man.
But to move forward, what were we?
I would have gained the phone all for what to obtain some more props from strangers that don't get a clue what I've been aiming for.
Yeah.
Since the age of 14, Jermaine is no king. If that means I got to dig up dirt and pay the whole team.
Yeah. And then that's been going into the whole finding some dirt and getting on people.
I think that's for both of them.
Yeah.
Some people say, "Oh, that's only for Drake." No,
Nah.
that's for both of them.
He's talking about
See,
everybody.
that's where people don't realize Kendrick created such a strong narrative, and this is the thing. Both of them were so concrete in their narratives. It's just that Kendrick tied in way better than Drake's. Like Drake, he actually was responding in real time, while Kendrick, he probably had his ready and had some holes ready to just update for little current
My
stuff.
whole thing is this. We spoke about how they approached the battle, and dang, I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's other things I'm gonna discuss in later topics that also relates to this, because I feel like when you taking this type of approach in the beef these days, I think it's best not to speak. I think it's best to like let the music do the talking and beef.
And see, this is my
And that's why, oh my bad. I was like, that's why I think Drake, he lost in that point because he kept responding to, like Kendrick said, oh, he had a kid. I'm like, don't say anything. I'm saying it'd help him better if he didn't. That's what helped Kendrick more, because he didn't, bro, we still ain't heard from this man. Nothing.
except for there ain't no round twos.
And I'm just saying that was a Super Bowl promotion. I'm saying we heard nothing else from him. All he do is send links on Twitter. And I'm just like, bro, that's perfect. But
Drake's a character, man. I love Drake.
Drake could do that, but I'm saying he could do it. I feel like when he in battle, I think when you in battle, man, you gotta relax. Don't even you in battle mode.
Nah, he was too cocky in that.
That's what I'm saying.
admit.
But like the line that hurt me the most is what we finna get into. To be considered the best and live in the rest. The weight of both things, I understand the thirst of being first. They made them both swing, protecting legacies. So lines got crossed, perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, B, but I walked away with their blood on me.
What blood?
Bro wasn't even in the middle of anything, bro. You wasn't even in the blood. You ain't even out there, bro. You stepped out before it got bloody, bro.
Facts.
Bro, you was on the stage telling them, I'm sorry, man, hit me on the chin.
And let's be real. When was the last time that Kendrick and Cole did something together?
And bro, he walked away. You was riding your bike. You rode your bike past that blood, man. Come on, man.
Facts.
Relax,
He rode in it.
That line, I'm like, man, come on, bro. J. Cole just...
I told you,
He's
he's
just
trying
soft,
to look
bro.
now. All the big three been doing this year is just trying to spin narratives. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to create narratives and spin them.
And I think, like, Cole, you could tell, like, even the internet got him into the beef. The internet made him respond. The internet made him do this, because now he's scared of Drake.
This ain't also J. Cole's camp also pressured him into.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm saying, like, this right here, that whole second verse is just the internet narratives getting to him. Especially Drake, because when we get into the Drake stuff, you can tell that this was just to Drake. Like, you scared of Drake or something? Drake
Nah, he was
said,
like-
you did a lot for me, my nigga. Come on, man. I'm like, man,
I think it's one of them recency biases. He's been hanging out a lot with Drake. He went on tour with Drake.
Yeah, that's his
He
homie.
did-
Like, yeah, they got stuff together.
That's
But
what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying,
No, I think it's a recency bias because he just did it with
but
Drake.
I'm saying, but people, when Drake just released that whole video. I said he released it, but the video went viral of Drake saying like, all your friends so and so, and he put this out like, I'm still your friend, bro. I'm telling you, like, we did it. Come on, man. I'm here for you. Don't put me in that, man. J. Cole is just soft, bro.
I agree, which is sad. But please find a Negro that's out rapping this incredibly.
And then
now
you
will some
say that-
discredit me? Try wipe away my pedigree. We not saying that you can't rap well.
I know, and I don't like he could say that type of stuff and then say this. Like it's like he's trying to cover up.
It's like not victim blaming. It's guilt tripping.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
What they call it, gaslighting.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's gaslighting.
He gaslight all through the second verse.
I guess in that wait. Well, this is the part that really got me.
What?
If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in
somebody's
that metaphor,
friend, yeah.
hypothetically, the gun is me.
When his friend texts him or so and so, like
I text him back like, guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be.
bro, the gun.
But the gun ain't deadly though.
It's like I'm a gun. Like
Negro, you
Nas-
are a water gun.
Like Nas.
Oh,
I guess I'm the gun.
Talking about the not rewind. Yeah. Shoot.
Like I'm a, no. Like,
Oh, you
no,
gave me power.
You gave me power.
You gave me power. Yeah, but still, Nas did that again on King's Disease 3, but he did that with the theme of hate. But yeah, J. Cole, you ain't a gun. You are a water gun. You are a super soaker at best.
Bro.
Because I thought you might have been a Magnum.
Yeah.
That's what I was
He a
thinking.
prop gun, B.
Facts. He's shooting blanks, literally, at this point.
He a prop gun.
This is crazy right here. They say I'm picking sides. Hey, don't you lie on me. When did we say... No, it seems like you picking sides now for you, like, favoring Drake over here. Hey, Drake, I'm sorry.
They say I'm picking sides. They don't lie on me, my nigga. They start another war. Drake, you always be my nigga.
But I guess this is one of those things where it's coming out, like, saying, like, for the people who are dumb that still think, oh... The narratives that Drake spun, those ain't real. But the ones that Kendrick spun, those are real on Drake. I'm assuming this is kind of... I don't think he's literally doing this, but for some people who can't read between the lines, obviously Drake ain't doing what y'all think or what Kendrick said that he was doing.
Yeah, I think this came out after that freaking video. Drake saying... Yeah, fake friends. The concert over there.
But also, I remember you telling me something like how like Drake would do like them like motivational like
after all his shows, but he wasn't at a show. He was there with somebody's show.
See, I don't know.
But I'm saying he wasn't doing no motivation thing. He was like at a club or something like that.
I thought he was doing a performance, which I'm like, I keep telling you, I want Drake to go on break.
Yeah, but nah, he was
Drake,
just out.
stop.
He was just out, and he went on his whole little spiel about, hey man, all these fake friends, and I'm saying that got to J. Cole. Like, I'm not a fake friend. Like, come on, man. I didn't want to have no blood on me. I had to walk away from the blood. Man, get out of here.
You're being mean right now. Man. But he says, F all the narratives. Tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative.
Hold on, no. Then he giving Drake some advice? some advice right here.
I don't know if he was saying, like, because I feel like this could also be aimed towards Kendrick as well. I feel like he's talking mostly to Drake, but I'm saying that this could be at Kendrick as well. Like, yo, God, look, you know the Jonathan Majors meme where he's like, whoa.
The kids, when he broke up the kids.
That J. Cole right now, like, come on, guys, let's get back to what we love doing. It's about the music.
I know what you're saying, but he's talking to Drake. Because Drake is facing more scrutiny right now.
Oh, yeah,
he's boosting up Drake right now.
I agree. Reminding these folks why we do it. It's not for beefing. It's for speaking our thoughts, pushing ourselves, reaching the charts.
Yeah, keep going, B. Keep going.
B,
deep in my mind, deep in the heart.
Screaming to find, emotions to touch, something assigned to you to open you up. Pause on that. Help you cope with the rough times and ish. I'm sending love because we ain't promised ish.
My nigga. He talking to Drake. Remember? Look, you gonna always be my nigga. He's talking to Drake. Oh my God. He's talking to Drake because Drake said that. Then he go back, y'all niggas ain't stopping me. Y'all niggas ain't stopping me.
Who's trying to stop him?
No, hold up. We didn't even discuss
the
one bar.
Stuff?
No, we didn't discuss the now I'm free line. What he said it at?
I think he said something about being the king.
Oh, hey go. They stripped me from my spot and now I'm finally free. Bro, you look, okay, yes, when we want to go numbers, being like popularity, yes, you was in that top 3, but you also in that top 3 because of your rap ability. And also you put yourself in some people's eyes as the number 1 spot as the rapper. You saying this stuff. Now that they say, oh, you ain't in the big 3 because you didn't fight, I'm finally free.
B say it live up to expectations.
Bro, J. Cole, bro, it's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, all this stuff, you say stuff like this, but also say
it's hypocritical.
You can't find another rapper that's rapping like this. Like, you
it's like
can't say that, man.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, let me big up my skills, but also let me tell you, I'm not trying to be the best.
But like, why are you rapping like this why are you trying to be free?
That's why I'm telling you, B. This whole song is gaslighting because, like you said, and like we both agree, he's rapping really well on the song.
Yeah, he is.
But then he's really like, but I'm not trying to step on no toes. You know what I'm saying?
I know his wife be going through it when he be gaslighting. Because he set it up the whole little backstory.
Remember he couldn't sleep that one night. So she was like, hey, either you apologize or you get in that ring. It's got to be one of the two.
Take some melatonin, bro.
Facts.
Bro, this whole first verse he tries to say, I'm young Jermaine. You know
that's what I'm saying. He's trying to paint the narrative. Dude, we already heard this stuff. Why are you trying to do this again? And this isn't J. Cole's nature.
Because like he was rapping, bro. Because him with the Young Jermaine and then start the second verse with Benjamin Button, Cold Flows, reverse time, like and talking about the reverse time. Like I'm like, he was. I'm just saying he was doing his thing.
Now, B, I like the song for one reason only.
What?
Because I'm hoping none of this beef talk is on that follow off. I'm hoping none of it touches the fall.
He had to address it some way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad he didn't do it on the fall off. Yeah. Do it on the song. Outside of the fall off, don't bring that stuff to the fall off.
Yeah,
and I want you to just focus on that. Focus on whatever you was doing, but you also cannot say that I'm the best though.
Yeah,
all them stuff that you was talking about on the off season, because let's not act like off season don't exist. Let's not act like my delete later don't exist.
Yeah,
which you didn't delete later. You only deleted that diss track later. You cannot call yourself the best again when you talk about you're the gun. It's not deadly. You can't do that, B.
Hey, this is one of my favorite days on Twitter, bro. Because like
Kiko was going in.
Hey, he was. Hey,
that's
bro,
my guy.
Hey, man, bro was cooking that day.
Kiko, you was giving me a feast on the timeline.
Cause bro, like my first tweet, I was just like, J. Cole, get this out of here. Then I was just like, you talking about people making a pocket stick, talking about the media and everything. But like y'all said, you kept that freaking 7-minute drill for them first week numbers, didn't you? Look, did you? You want your packet sticker too? Your pocket sticker? Chill out, bro. You hypocrite.
But see, that's the thing, B. That's what all the big three have been doing this year. And I'm going to nail that point. Yeah. They've been trying to make a narrative. They're trying to spin it real strongly. That way you guys can fall for it.
And one thing about it, like I can't fault y'all for the narratives because we all have.
Yeah, we all have narratives.
We all have an agenda. Yeah, we got our agendas.
I love my agendas.
But like J. Cole, the way he packages stuff, bro, it's like I'm this humble guy. Like he the guy that probably be with his homies like, nah, man, I never cheated. And his wife is.
Go through
I don't even want, like the crazy thing is, we're giving a hypothetical. I'm not saying him and his wife. I'm just giving a hypothetical of like the person that always try to look good and like, you know what I'm saying, but hope behind the like, you know what I mean?
Why is he following Day Free and not Mr. Morale?
I don't know, bro. Hey, man. For this track, I love the rapping. I love the track. Really good production on here. It's just that second verse. There's some things in there, bro.
I just wish
hurt my heart.
I don't want to be like this, but like, could you have put this on a whack beat, please? Could you have put this beat on the album and rap over something else? This beat was good. This production was really good. You gotta stop putting this stuff on Instagram too. But all three of y'all, we gonna talk about that. God, y'all gotta stop putting this stuff on Instagram. I don't know. Go, put it on your official YouTube. Put it on DSPs.
Yeah,
it don't hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Did I put that in there in the vinyl sales, or you did that?
No, I did that.
Okay, I was like, man, I was reading that stuff up like 2 days ago, a day ago, in the Discord. Discord. No.
But yeah, that's about it for J. Cole's good rapping ability, but sadly disappointing subject matter. Port Antonio track review. Whoever fell for this, and we've said this before, J. Cole sounds smart to dumb Negroes. I told y'all before, J. Cole only sounds good rapping because of his rhyme schemes and because he raps in full sentences.
Yeah.
That's the only way he's fooling y'all. I've said this before. I've been documented on this page. But God dang it, I gotta look at Off Season and some of his other stuff where he's talking about he's the best a little bit differently though because of this, because of his actions in hip hop. We're only judging him because of his actions in hip hop, none of the other drama, shade room BS. But yeah, that's about it for J. Cole's Port Antonio, and that's about it for the music talk for this week, B.
Yes, sir.
It's time for us to get into some discussions now. Tommy Richman,
our guy,
that we really loved his album, tweeted, I guess, shortly after our pod, he's not hip hop. And I guess DJ Head actually responded to him. And I watched The Bigger Picture, which is DJ Head,
you watched
Elliot
it?
Wilson, and
Jeremy. Yeah.
I watched that show.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't went back. But once I started watching it, I kept just going up and keeping up with it. So shout out to them at The Bigger Picture for that. And DJ Head actually explained his stance a bit more in depth because he said that people thought that he was scolding him.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and actually talk about the situation for people who don't know about it. So recently, Tommy Richman did post on Twitter, yo, I'm not a hip hop artist or something like that, right? And DJ had replied to him, cool, we'll just not play you on a hip hop radio.
He said for sure. So every hip hop station playing MDB or Dial,
which is $1 Million Baby or Devil Is a Lie,
should stop today.
Thanks for the heads up. And then Tommy Richman says, I'll say, basically Tommy Richman kind of backtracks. Like, whoa. I mean, I'm not like a rapper specifically. Like, I'm not, I just don't want to be boxed in with that.
I'm thankful for everything. I'm saying I don't want to be boxed in. I grew up on hip hop, but I'm a singer.
Which is true. He is a singer. He's technically, I hate to say it like this, he is a hip hop artist because a lot of his music is hip hop adjacent, but he's not a rapper.
He's not a hip hop artist.
I think he's a hip hop artist in terms of like the way his sound is. And where we're placing him at in music?
I think hip hop just embraced him. I don't think he's a hip hop artist.
So you don't think he's hip hop?
His album was not hip hop.
No, not at all. I'm talking about those two songs though. I think you could still
$1 Million Baby could be adjacent. Like
so do you think Post Malone is not a hip hop artist?
I think in the beginning he had like hip hop influences.
So you go by based off of what they're making now?
I feel like I will compare. I say Post Malone was more embraced into hip hop than Tommy Richman was.
I agree.
Yeah. But
because it sounded more traditionally like melodic hip hop rather than anything. But I'm saying that because when it comes to his music, I don't know because I listen to pop station radios. Yeah. But when I listen to hip hop station radios, they play a lot.
Yeah, but $1 Million Baby has that bounce to it.
Mm-hmm. So is Devil's
It got and it got embraced by hip hop.
That's what I think.
But those are not on his album, which is totally.
I'm not going based off his album.
That's what I'm saying. You go off those two songs, but I'm saying if you just judge him off those 2 songs, yeah. But if you go into his catalog, he's not a hip hop artist. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I'm going based off those 2
Yeah.
songs because I feel like if you dibble and dabble, you can be considered part of the genre, but not full. Like, you're not only that genre. You get what I'm saying? So, obviously, Tommy Richman was embraced, especially because he does work with Brent Faiyaz as well. He was heavily embraced by the hip hop community, even though some people did question his ties with hip hop. Like, is he really a hip hop? Like, I don't think he's a rapper. I don't think he's making R&B. I don't think he's doing any of those. He's making music that's inspired from black music. I can say that. But, basically DJ Head said, glad I got the PSA before I did my radio mix. I now have 2 open slots. What should I play from an artist proud to be hip hop?
Yeah.
And then you already said his tweet right here. And then he said, DJ Head responds to Tommy Richman saying, understood, however, there are nuances that can be perceived when statements are made. I don't believe you have malicious intent, but I do believe there is much to be learned about the system that you have entered within this thing we do. I hope it works out for you. Not sarcasm. Which, I mean, DJ Head is always one of those... I'm trying to find the best word for it. Not virtue signaling, but it's like he's always like oh yeah, I'm always looking out for the good of everybody.
Yeah,
like,
but he also throws some shots in there.
Yeah, it's
no
like
sarcasm.
It's like you sneaky. That's what it is.
very.
You sneaky. Like, you're not getting past me, DJ. I'm beginning to grow to like him as I watch more of the bigger picture because I like his I like his duality and his energy or synergy with Elliot Wilson.
Okay.
Because I just love Elliot because he's just a character, man. Elliot is a character, but yeah, DJ Head kind of went into more explanation about how hard it is to get in the radio, how some people could push other people out of radio if they make a new song, forcing other people to go in the studio and do all that. Like, it's hard for a lot of people to get on radio, and the fact that you got on radio was embraced by the hip hop community, and you say something like this, which is so demeaning because previously in hip hop, people have come into the space, mostly white people, most recently Post Malone, come into the space, been embraced by it, been ingratiated by it, have actually profited off of it, and then just said, hey, I'm leaving, I'm dipping, I'm going.
It's probably, the old, Kid Rock, Vanilla Ice, all that stuff that happened back in the day. So it's just, it's not even just hip hop. It goes back to old music as well. It's soul, R&B. You got some people coming in, leaving out, coming out, embracing what they want, and dipping when they have that exposure once they drained all the black energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it weighs with black people. Like, they don't like that. That's why I'm like, bro, don't tweet stuff like this.
Yeah.
As a white artist, you can't tweet this stuff.
And it's kind of like, I don't want to bring him up like this, but it's kind of like, what's the dirt with some of the stuff he's saying? You don't get the nuances or maybe some of the cultural relevancy or talking points from you saying something like that.
And also, it'd be best for you not to speak on it when you learn it. Even though you can learn it and still not understand because you still feel like, why? But don't speak on it because in a way it's going to come off as a way of like you said, just ignorant. And also you don't, it's different to like understand somebody when you don't actually, you can't live it. So it's things that we could be like, I don't understand why they act like this, but it's like, we don't live it.
You don't relate to it.
You can't relate to it. You can, I can say you can relate, you can understand it, but I'm saying you won't be able to live it.
Which is you can't relate.
So you can't do it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, DJ had said that he actually spoke to him, they exchanged numbers and things like that. And he said that he doesn't really fault him because he's so young. He doesn't really know how a lot of that stuff operates in the back end. He's like, but you just can't say something like that because other people are going to take it the wrong way. People are going to take it the wrong way. For me, when I saw that, I was just like, because sometimes I'm just like, especially Twitter is like the worst place to get your takes off because you only got 150 characters to tweet in a tweet unless you're verified. And then especially with artists like him who don't really do interviews, if you're not really like expounding on your point, you say something, it could easily be like clipped and like taken out of context so easily, especially in a sensitive culture.
He been saying little stuff anyways. I remember like liking him saying like, I can't wait to put out my country album.
Yeah,
because like
hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. He just say stuff like that, but it's like one thing, just don't do the hip hop thing because it's just some stuff you just can't say. Yeah, it just won't look good
because it kind of comes because at least with that you kind of read into that.
You can
it's
joke.
kind of
It's
like
a joke.
sarcastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But the not hip hop thing, it's like,
hold up,
after your album too, it's like, especially when people are like, why are we putting this under R&B and soul? And now you say something like this, it's like timing, my guy, timing, and just wording, phrasing. Yeah. When you say something, you need to be specific in how you say it. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm not a hip hop artist. Yeah, I'm not solely a hip hop artist. Yeah. Well, you should have solely said that then, Negro. Even though you're not a Negro.
Spicy white.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds nasty. It's like spicy mayo. But yeah, Tommy Richman, just, I mean, we liked your album. If you want to go check out our review and see our thoughts of Tommy Richman's Coyote, go check that out. There will be a video on the channel for that.
Yes,
or there already is. But yeah, B? You want to go into this rap game topic?
I'm gonna do it maybe because I forgot that was in there. We could talk about it because it's more. It can be a little lengthy. We can go into Big Act
Versus ATLJacobs. ATLJacobs.
You saw these tweets, bro? They were going back and forth.
Big Act.
I'm like, what the F happened?
Oh yeah.
Like, what happened? So, man. So, do you know what this stemmed from?
So basically, Akademiks was on, I think, stream saying like whatever producers say, they don't really have a say so. They don't really have an opinion. People don't care about a producer's opinion. And I guess ATLJacobs kind of like took offense with that statement, saying like, "Yo, like I'm a producer. Like, what you mean my opinion don't matter?" Especially with them already having like an interview.
Yeah,
it's like it seems like you kind of like stepping on my foot saying, like, I was just with you. Now you saying this, like, which I mean, I hate to say like this. DJ Akademiks does have a point. Like, people don't care about. People of the younger generation don't really care about what producers got to say.
Especially, I think these type of producers.
Yeah, because it's like ATLJacobs. While I like some of your production, no one's talking about
they beat makers.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, beat makers. You're a beat maker. It's not like you're someone like a Ninth Wonder where when you say something like, "Oh yeah, like there should be a contemporary adult hip hop," like we actually listen to that. It's ATLJacobs.
Yeah,
you make songs for Future and people in ATL. It's like. You made a whole EP with Nav.
I think most people care about producers that have a lot of skin in the game, especially ones that kind of pave the way. Like you probably want to hear from freaking Static. No, not even that. Not even that. I can go from like if you want to say beat makers like a Zaytoven. Like people want to hear from like pioneers of certain sounds. You know what I'm saying? But I
don't think ATLJacobs really has a stake in the game. That's what I'm saying.
Right now. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's young, bro. Like, yeah.
And like, he's been doing stuff for years. I don't want to say see. That's the thing with artists like this. If they were to put out a tape, and this really is what helps judge it. If you put out an album, will that album sell? Like like a little, like a Metro Boomin versus like a Ninth Wonder. He could put something out. He'll have that core fan base that'll come to it and listen to it and actually review it and be respected. ATLJacobs, if he did something like that, I think it's more so like. I get Ak's point because my thing is it's the majority. Most beat makers, we don't care about their opinions. No, we don't care.
This is gonna correlate with another topic as well. But I want to read this tweet. This tweet right here was a funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, little bruh, Akademiks at Akademiks, you sound dumb as hell. Nigga said you can't have an opinion because you a producer. What you think got me here? I got an opinion about every song I work on. And
see, that's why he's taking it out of context, because it's not like we're saying, oh yeah, you're never in the studio with them, whatever the artist says goes. Yeah. Akademiks never really said that. It's just like, we don't care about your opinions.
Yeah. And then Big Act goes, you heard what I said, nigga. Shut the F up and make some drums if you go backpedal every single time you speak out the side of your mouth and get checked.
Oh my God.
That me speaking like he just this triple OG, bro. Like
he is, B. Hey, you can do anything from that computer screen, B.
My favorite Act meme is the cartoon like Act with the hitty and the burger.
Oh, you talking about Wayne
like
from
Wayne Impossible? Yes, bro. That Wayne J, bro.
My favorite one is the one with DJ Akademiks, and it's like Drake, his face on Drake's face with the Drake.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
No, that Wayne from Kim Possible always give it be hitty right there, the freaking burger.
It's always right there. Oh my gosh.
He said, "Which I get the hitty in my system?" Pretty much.
Yeah, I gotta find out what else Ak said because
Ak was going wild, bro. I thought, I just put that one in there because I didn't think about doing the time. They're gonna tweet more.
Yeah, and then ATLJacobs responded to Ak saying, Negro got DJ in his name and talked the most ish. Yeah. Oh, I meant ATLJacobs.
Yeah.
He said Negro got DJ in his name and talked the most ish. Shut the F up, fat F Negro. Yeah. And then DJ Akademiks posted a picture of him on DJ Akademiks' platform. You got amnesia or you just effing retarded? I'm gonna bleep that out. Why you ask why I ain't a DJ when you travel 1,000 miles from Atlanta to New Jersey to sit in front of me like a little boy interviewing for a job, gossiping about Future and them Negroes trying to impress me. Then ATLJacobs said, all right, pull up in Atlanta, B. Yeah. DJ Akademiks said, oh, you gangster now? This one got me. I'm finally terrified, yo. I love DJ Akademiks.
X is wild, bro. Hold up, bro.
Sad part is I ain't even start drinking yet. That Negro think he Metro or some ish.
Yo, it's so crazy. Just like if you follow Ak for these last, I want to say 10 years now, that the energy is so different. Like, not saying Ak was like, he always used to be in the way of like, all right, so and so. Even from even from the
Everyday Struggle?
Struggle days, he was like he'd be more like kind of understanding. Like he was a little shaky. You could tell. You know, he was young.
Well, he said that because he said that was his first
you
job.
know what
And
I'm
he
saying?
didn't want to F it up.
He was young. And like this now, his face is out there, and people can see him. And Joe was always warning, like, hey, bro, people go. But one thing about Act still, when he's I'll be in my crib, he's still in the crib. You know what I'm saying? And then like, yo, you won't come to Atlanta. Like, I don't need to come to Atlanta. Yo, you come out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he still plays his point, but it's like it's just crazy how it seemed like doing the Everyday Struggle. He seemed more timid. But you seen him grow into this character.
I love it. I love it.
I like the energy. But
I'd be the same way.
yeah, but act cool, man. Especially if you like see him on like the Joe Budden podcast when he come on there sometimes. Like act cool, bro. It's just the persona he portrays as well.
Yeah, it's a character that he's playing up for his. Y'all gotta remember, it has to be entertaining to a point.
And
if he's just literally factual. He used to be that, and that's when he wasn't a face. Now he's a face. He has to be entertaining. He had to learn on Everyday Struggle. He learned that from Joe.
Yeah.
I don't get why people don't realize Ack is also playing a caricature of himself as well.
And that what makes it hilarious.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't take this serious. He's just hilarious.
That's what's so dope about it. And I like the division sometimes because you see people that like hard on just hate Act, bro. But then you got these other people that they just think that like him. They're just these
most
dumb
people
kids.
that I follow, hate Act.
Yeah. I don't think I follow anybody. I don't think I ever see anybody besides me and you probably like be on Act like side sometimes. Like everybody do not like Act, bro. You barely see anybody that like Act.
But I think now, someone who's been making content for years, you just kind of starting a bit. We could kind of see through.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that you could just kind of see through. It's like you could tell, like, come on, like Ack is playing a character because before this, if y'all was really following his career like that, before this, he never really joked. He never really put his input like that. He used to just tell straight facts, faceless. He used to just play clips of like random music videos.
And the only funny thing about it, the stuff he'll be calling them and naming them. And he had some funny
Shot
content.
Demon.
Yeah, he used to have like but like he used to have like funny like little lines and stuff like that. But some people, took them the wrong way because there's people, actually losing their lives and their friends and stuff like, But overall, man, I disagree with Ack on things, and I agree with Ack on things, and
we don't know Ack glazers, but there is things I appreciate from Ack and what he does and the platform that he's
facts, and you can learn on how
But also, it's like you ain't gonna talk crazy to me.
Nah,
it's like no, it's like dog, like B. Ain't no one gonna talk crazy to either one of us online. Not like that.
Facts.
And they think that we just gonna, I'm sorry.
Because I'm either gonna.
If I'm in the wrong, you still not gonna talk crazy to me. But if I'm in the wrong, I'm gonna apologize.
Facts.
Because I can have the dialogue.
Right. And other than that, like I have, like both of us, we really have no problem with talking to anybody that disagree with us on anything. Because on one of these subjects, we might have some conversations. Some people get some get their head tuned to it. You know what I'm saying?
They got their head far up their A.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it is. But yeah, DJ Akademiks, ATLJacobs. Just remember ATLJacobs. I won't say it like this. Ack is more known than you. You got more clout. And if you actually was talking crap on Future, and Ack got that proof, Negro, shut the F up.
He probably don't. Only thing I know ATL for
ATL Jacob.
That's hard though. That's Future saying that. So
Yeah. Like I said, he had that little EP with Nev that I kind of liked. With that other guy. I forgot the other guy's name. But yeah. We got a good amount of topics. I like this.
Hey.
I like this. Okay, B, you want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, so this just drops from the Joe Budden podcast. They had a Patreon episode when they were discussing like this mixtape discographies, and this goes into what we was talking about earlier about how we judge rappers or artists discography, do it, water it down. So Ice he said Lil Wayne discography, mixtape discography is not better than 50 Cent because of the stuff that Wayne dropped. It watered it down. He put out a lot of misses. So that's why he said when he do discographies, yes, Wayne is a mixtape legend, but he's saying compared to 50 Cent's discography, 50 Cent is better because it's not too heavy.
It's more quality.
It's more quality. So people had their hair but mad at him, saying that no way you think so and so. But if you go by your logic and going by
actually grading the quality,
if you going by the
music.
quality of the
not the legacy, not the impact, take all that out.
You would put 50 Cent higher. I put up more people higher than.
I don't listen to all 50 Cent tapes, but
but I'm just saying you can do it with. I just say
Big Crit.
I say, you know what I'm saying, J. Cole, even though it's less, but I say it's more people with better discographies than Lil Wayne.
Yeah, in terms of quality of music, not like legacy, because the drought, no ceilings,
but
sorry for the wait, high up there.
But my question was to you was, who you think discography, how we do it,
like
how you
Okay.
Discography. Who you think who has the best discography in rap? Mixtapes.
So
Mixtapes
I actually tweeted at someone. Shout out to Pimp a Tweet. Because he put up there 50 cents.
Yeah.
And I never know how people are judging certain things on Twitter because they never put the criteria.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to ask for the criteria because I just don't be knowing.
So since how I laid it down to you, you understand the criteria now?
It's basically like mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
So,
how
like
that's
I'm grading.
That's what Ice. That's what his perspective was. That's what they was talking about. He was talking about the misses. Because people was like joke because Joe Budden said he's up there with discographies and his mixtapes, and people like name of Joe Budden. I'm like, look, Lost Quarters.
Loose Quarter is mine. That's my ish.
I'm like, all
Mood
this
musics and all that.
Mood music. I'm like, y'all bugging.
But yeah, when it actually comes to it, if I'm judging it based off the quality and not impact, because shout out, like I said, to Pippa Tweet, Hip Hop for Everyone, that's his app. He posted 50 Cent has the best mixtape discography of all time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never know what the context is when people say this, but if we're going off of my criteria, 50 Cent could be up there.
Yeah, he's up there.
It could be up there.
I heard his mixtapes years ago.
Yeah, I've heard some of them, not all of them. But I put Wayne up there for legacy purposes, legacy and impact. I put Wayne, Gucci, Big Crit, Jeezy, Currency, and J. Cole. But that's without the criteria. I'm also adding legacy and impact as well. Gucci Man is literally one of the most influential artists in hip hop in terms of like Southern hip hop, and it's mostly off of his mixtape discography.
Yeah, but mostly in Atlanta.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
because Lil Wayne had more to impact when it comes to mixtapes overall.
No, that's why I said Gucci is one of them.
Yeah,
one of because Gucci. I'll be real with y'all. I'm a huge Gucci fan.
It's too much.
It's not a lot of quality in there.
It's too much.
There's a good amount of stuff I love in there. There's not a lot of quality. Wayne also is one of those ones that I feel, I don't want to say he's as bad as Gucci, because Gucci is way more.
Yeah, Gucci got more.
Wayne's has more impact, legacy, but also he has some really good gems in there.
Yeah.
With, like I said, No Ceilings, The Droughts, Sorry for the Wait, Suffix Prefixes, Dedications 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But I know.
There's some on there, but there's some songs on there.
But when it comes to certain stuff like that, I think quality wise, Big Crit is up there.
Big Crit.
I think Big Crit is up there.
I say Wiz in that joint too.
I agree. Taylor Alderdice, Cushion OJ.
Currency in there too, even though he has a lot.
But see, but now that I'm not going off of impact, because for me, Currency is more so career wise.
But look, I could put Currency in there for mixtapes because it's samey, it's Currency, but it's not many misses in there. Even though it's a lot of mixtapes, they was dope. And
I'm not.
What about Jeezy had a few? How many mixtapes Jeezy got?
Jeezy got a good amount. No. See,
he had the other
because he had stuff that he was putting out during
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross has some great tapes.
He got some tapes.
He has some great tapes that even career wise.
Jada got. I think it's
Jada got
Fab got the ones.
Soul tapes and Left for the Dead, Back for the Dead.
Back for the Dead.
Yeah, I love those. J. Cole, we already said him.
I say Dom Kennedy if you want to.
Oh yeah. Dom Kennedy's up there quality wise. Now, can we say Kendrick? Because Kendrick got the EP.
Yeah, he just had that.
It was
EP,
free.
But it was an EP.
Overly dedicated.
That's one. I'd rather put more people.
I'm trying to see how many because he also has a Carter.
If you do the C4, but it's like that ain't.
It's still.
But it's still two. I wouldn't put them up.
You wouldn't put the EP thing in there.
I think we have to do 3. I think you got to have at least 3.
Okay. So if I'm looking at that, we got to think about artists that have great mixtapes. Now, Future up there, B?
Future got a lot, but to me, they not all that. You know how I feel.
I think.
But
I'll be real.
If
with
you go mixtape legacy, Future's up there. Yeah. Most definitely.
Okay, legacy. Yeah.
Top 5, top 7.
Definitely top 10.
He's in top 10. That's what I'm
definitely top 10. But I think, yeah, you're right. Because if I'm actually judging him from the quality, I'd put Future at like a 60.
I'm saying he'll drop
just because of his earlier stuff.
Yeah, the earlier.
It's not bad, but it's also not what it is.
And it's a lot of. To me, there used to be a lot of tracks on them. So much.
Yeah, no, there is. And we have honestly a lot of people that have come out with mixtapes. Yeah. I wish I could just really order everything.
Yeah, I just wanted to have that like fresh conversation, like who you would think about.
Because we can't put Jay-Z, we can't do Nas, can't do Lotto.
It's mostly like blog era, beginning before the blog era type of.
That's what I'm really trying to think of, but it's really hard.
Like 50 Cent is the oldest in that era, you know, that was out before and had those mixtapes because he ushered that mixtape like platform of like the beats, taking the beats, tracking the beats, making their own songs. So 50 up there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and while I love a lot of my Southern artists, a lot of them got more quantity than they do quality.
They was putting out a lot of stuff.
I think for me, my best one, and I know I'm biased when I say this. I mean, Chance.
Chance only got 2.
Technically, he was marketing the coloring book as a mixtape.
I don't know, no mixtape that
I
has
hate-
commercials.
yeah.
and premiere on Apple Music. Get
Yeah, I
out of
hate
here. I know
that.
it's a different time, but no.
I love Chameleon. I couldn't put
That
him up
thing
there.
felt like an album.
It did. The
Felt like
quality
an
was
album.
literally
No,
up there.
That was not no.
Like I said, J. Cole's up there.
Somebody
Will be
Wiz.
the bass god.
Alright,
I know quality. I know.
What's
I know.
our next topic? We
But
don't wanna
yeah, I
dwell
can't
on
really
it. We don't
name
wanna
anyone
dwell on
because
it.
not many people.
Yeah, I
especially
think
this
I think
generation.
50, Wayne, even.
I think what it is
But
when
if
the
you want
people.
to discard, I think 50's up there.
Yeah.
J. Cole, Big Crit, Dom Kennedy, Rick Ross, Jeezy.
I wish I could put B.O.B. in there, but no.
Yeah,
I wish I could
B.O.B.
put Juicy
No
J in there
Genre
too.
was the last one to me, right? Their last good one.
I think that was the last one that really had some type of significant numbers and impact.
Yeah.
I mean, Meek Mill, nah. I'm trying to think because it's like Denzel Curry.
Nah, man, we good. We ain't no much to listen, man. You good. Now
Ludacris.
let's get into this discussion here, B.
Okay, what the big three?
What made you think of this?
So, actually, Rory from New Rory and Maul podcast.
okay.
So he recently tweeted after J. Cole put up. We actually talked about this before. How it's weird that
Oh, that Drake was putting that stuff out.
yeah,
how
that
the
Drake put out
artist-
100 gigs first. He kind of debuted it on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram on a Finsta or whatever, and then now Kendrick he released "Watch the Party Die" on
Yeah.
Instagram as well, along with stuff
With,
like 616 in
616, yeah.
LA and all that. But now we got J. Cole debuting Port Antonio on Instagram as well. Why the big three are just releasing on DSPs instead of like their actual like
Yeah, on streaming services.
yeah
on
on streaming
DSPs.
services before they release it. Yeah.
So my thing was a month or two back, Universal did that deal with Meta with the music. So I think they getting the cut of it, but they getting the cut of the money because it's like going straight to consumer in a way, but they're getting more in their budget.
Yeah, they're literally cutting off the middleman.
Yeah. So I think it's that thing right there. Because Universal did the little deal. It's music. They promoting music more on Meta, Instagram, Facebook.
And
Because
remember,
you
they-
put music on your and they
on your
said
store.
and they were saying like even if you put the algorithm, if you put music on your post, it feeds the
Counts as a
algorithm more.
stream.
Yeah.
Remember, we was talking about that.
Not
actually,
counts
if
as
you-
a stream, but like if
no,
you post it.
counts as a stream.
Yeah. I'm talking about let's say if you post it. I'm saying you will be in the algorithm more if you post a picture and put a song on there. They say that helps better.
It helps boost me in
Because
the
like
algorithm more.
first Instagram was pushing reels a lot, but now they pushing music because they pushing music on like your page, on your posts and stuff like that. Because of the deal they did with Universal.
So here's a point right here. All three of them are out of their major label deals and under licensing agreements. I think that's something that we really need to take note of. It's safe to assume that how these records have been released is conscious and purposeful.
I believe so.
And clocking my body's hip hop. Then your boy, he actually tweeted at your boy. Rory
you
retweeted
talking
it.
about 99? Okay.
He said, music industry is at a pivotal crossroad. Layoffs, streaming inconsistencies, gamification of charts numbers, weird botched physical sales, DSP/artist revenue splits. If artists unionized together, they would gain the leverage they seek. In the meantime, I think we will see more of this. I think the thing is with this, is it now the battle that Vince Staples has been like fighting for? Like,
Vince been right. Though.
No, he's been right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying, but are we now getting to that fight as a collective now? Like, are we slowly actually getting there as a whole?
As a whole, I think we're slowly getting there. But the only thing is, what I think about is who else can do this. I think only the J. Coles, the Kendricks, the Travis Scotts, the Drakes can actually release this and actually make a profit. Because any other little rapper can't do this.
No.
So
They'll be work.
That's the only thing that sucks to me. I don't think it could follow suit as a whole. Maybe
So do you think
the
that-
top percent.
So
1%?
So with this data, what can they do though? Because if they're all out of their major label deals, what can they do with this data? Obviously, they could use it of how to like profit off of it. But it's like, is this like a selfish gain thing? Is this to help others? Because it's like
It's to help
What is?
them.
But it's like they have to be in not tandem, but they have to be working together. Because why are all three of them now doing this?
I think it's just inside information that we don't have. I think they have the information
No, but I'm saying, do you think that they're
together.
what's the
on
word?
it.
Yeah, they're in
Like in
cahoots with each
with
other.
it. Could be.
I
but
think there has to be some talking behind the scenes, like, yo, like, we need to get together and like start working on this.
see if every diss track was on this, and all three of them was putting out stuff on here simultaneously as it was going on, I would probably say they in cahoots. You know what I'm saying? Like if Euphoria was on Instagram.
Instead of the streaming platforms profiting mostly off of this.
Because they did it on YouTube at first. Remember, everything was on YouTube, and then they got to DSPs. So if they all was doing it, to Instagram. If they all was doing this at the same time and it didn't go on DSPs and it all just stayed there and it was having all these crazy numbers and charting, then I'd say something. But I don't know. I don't think they're in cahoots. I think they just know some inside knowledge that we don't have. And I think they're just moving this way because it is something to it. I don't know what it is. I could speculate, but it's something to it.
I think there's something because I think Joe Budden, I don't know if he was joking about this or speculating about this necessarily. He was saying like, yo, Drake and Kendrick were on the phone before they dropped diss tracks to each other or something like that. While I don't take much merit into that, maybe they were discussing something about this. Because it's like, why would you drop Taylor Made Freestyle on Instagram, which I get why you can put that on DSPs. But it's like, why did Kendrick put 616 in LA? Is it because you couldn't clear the sample
or something like that?
Or is it because there is some play to actually putting it on there first? And then after that, we got Watch the Party Die going on there. We got songs from 100 gigs hidden.
DSPs in and on there. And
but not all of them are hitting.
And some coming out without, what he had one without.
Different versions.
Yeah, different versions.
But also, not all of them are hitting DSPs either.
Yeah.
So then, him releasing that music first, I also want to know what type of move did Drake really have in the background when he released 100 gigs, because it shortly got on DSPs like a few days later after that. Like not on the Friday, so it didn't really track all the numbers well. But I'm trying to find a way to articulate this. I wonder what damage Drake did to whatever either DSP or labels when not putting out 100 gigs on streaming. Because obviously his numbers would have been higher.
Yeah.
And Drake, he's a numbers guy. Like he's like top guy for numbers. Why wouldn't he put it on DSPs first? What move is Drake having? Because Drake kind of
I think it's something they working out behind the scenes. It's just something right now that we'll just over-speculate. I don't think they're together. I actually don't, because it's no way I'm going to talk to a guy and be like, yo, I'm going to take the angle of like saying you're a pedophile. And I'm going to be okay with it. Just on that. I don't think they're
going to take the specific angle. I think they're like, hey, yo, you want to go there? Like, hey, I got something for you.
I don't think they
can stop right now.
I don't know. At that point, nah. I don't want to have a 10 foil. I want to have a 10 foil dad hat on.
I need a 10 foil. Do that.
Yeah, but overall, I think all three of them, and not just them, have knowledge of some things that's going on, especially with Meta and Universal.
And them not being in a major deal.
And then
to me, that's the most telling
facts,
thing.
Because I think a lot of artists, like we're going to discuss in the next topic, like we can go straight to consumer. Like we have more power. Like you don't really necessarily need the label, but the label will always make a way where you're going to need them. They always figure out how their money to come back to them. Look at all the stuff they did. Napster, LimeWire, like everything, they made it come back to them. Even with streaming, they get the money off streaming. And then like the big labels buy all the little labels. They all up under this umbrella.
Monopolize them.
It's they always gonna find a way. Always. So I don't know, B. And I was actually watching this YouTube video. I need to finish it. I'm gonna send it to you. But it's from these two guys. But they actually went to the Instagram event and they was just talking about the YouTube event. And Mark Zuckerberg was there, and they was just talking about all the things that's going to change with YouTube, with the AI technology they add. I'm going to send it to you for you to check it out. But I think it's some good knowledge there. But other than that, B, it's going to be some stuff changing overall. That's what I believe. I don't know what it is going to be, but it's going to be something. Because, bro, we at the time of a change. We already went through our streaming era. It's coming out of that. Everything changes. No, I'm not saying streaming won't exist, B.
No.
But we're going through a change.
But I guess my thing is like, to me, streaming, it was kind of predictable because it's like, okay, we got something like Netflix where you can watch movies that are all available on here. What if we get something like that for music, though?
Right.
I guess my thing is, what is the next move that you go from streaming that you can monopolize or monetize like that? Because we can still buy albums digitally. We can still buy albums physically. And now we can stream it from the palm of our hand.
Make your own radio, pretty much. Go straight to consumer on your website. Have your own streaming of your catalog.
I think it'll take a hit. We've talked about this before. It'll take a hit at first.
You're going to lose some money.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I guess my thing is, how profitable would it be? Because a kid is like, oh, I got to pay for this and I can only listen to their music versus I pay this monthly amount.
And I get all this music.
Yeah.
I understand, but it's going to be a way. It's got to be a way that, this is the video right here, that the artist is gonna, they want to get more of their profits, more of their money. I don't know, like I said, they're gonna figure a way, and the label's gonna figure a way how to get that. So I don't know. It's so hard sometimes to make my head hurt trying to think about what could happen, what's the possibilities of, what can happen. Because I just don't know. We don't know.
There has to be a new way to stream.
It is.
There has to be a new way.
But I really do believe that when artists get about these deals, they will take more ways into making the money go straight to them.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like me thinking of the radio, blah blah blah, streaming service on your iPad, on your website. I don't know if that can be a possibility because you also gonna. I feel like if artists take that approach, then websites, domains, I don't know. You go through Shopify, anybody will like. They're gonna start taking bigger camps, like Bandcamp. They're gonna start taking bigger.
So you think that the labels might start buying Bandcamp and all that?
Yeah, because Bandcamp, Bandcamp, they mostly deal with a lot of independent artists, people like us that want to put out music. It's not many mainstream artists on Bandcamp. Mm-hmm. So let's say if they move over to that, what could happen? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just know this. It's 2025. We're going through an election this year. It's time for a change of a generation. Something's gonna change with streaming. Because people are fighting back right now. It's gonna change, bro. Because look,
no, I'm not against that, but it's like
what?
To me,
I know. We like
this is the ultimate way to stream music for the consumer.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you upgrade this to where the artists benefit, but also the consumer benefits as well?
Remember when we went, bro? Was you quick to hop on streaming? You had all your allegedly illegal debt. You would never, bro. I was like, I ain't paying for that. I ain't paying for that. Why would I pay for it? I'm telling you, something's gonna change, bro. It always happened. People before they left cassette, they left vinyl.
Those formats make sense because you ain't putting no vinyl in no car. We have radio.
I'm just saying. That's different. When you at home, yeah, it's different. It's different with the generations. I'm saying things just gonna change. It's gonna change, B.
No, I'm with it. I'm just trying to see like to what. To what? It's like we're not going to buy a whole new device just to play music.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to stay in our phones, stays on our laptops, stay in our computers, on TVs. But I think it's going to be another way where the artist is going to get... I feel like the artist for to have... I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think the artist is going to have a heads up, like a one-up on the labels.
What if artists create and develop their own apps? Huh?
I said, even though it's gonna be hard. See, Kanye tried. Kanye made his own speaker, his own Bluetooth his whole media device.
I think the thing is, if this is what they can do, artists make their own apps, and if people want to listen to it for free, they can. But it's gonna be like Spotify. You can't just listen to any song. It'd be like a radio, kind of like you said, like Pandora. You put commercials and ads in there. That way, it can pay.
Yeah, but look, you know how artists, entertainers, they have deals with McDonald's. They got when will they start cutting deals with Meta? When will artists start cutting deals if they break from Universal? But Universal already got a deal with Meta. So look, you gotta understand. What if I go collab with Instagram and say I'm putting my whole catalog on here? But Universal already got a deal. See, you gotta understand. They be trying to get they're trying to get in front of all this.
No, I get it because they want a piece of the pie.
That's what I'm saying. So they already going into like one of the biggest. Come on, Meta is the biggest. Universal already tapped in with them. Mm-hmm. So let's say if the artist wanted to go that route and collaborating with Instagram, Facebook, and putting their catalog on there, because look, one thing from streaming, what else people on? They own Facebook. They have the most people. They own Instagram.
Twitter.
They own Twitter. They own social media. So if the artist went that way, but look, Universal already got the deal with them. They gonna have a cut on the music you put on there. It's just it's hard. It's hard, but I think it's gonna be a way where the artist's gonna get ones up on them, but the label's gonna get around it, bro. They always do. They already freaking made a deal with Meta, bro. That's crazy. Did you know about that? The Meta and freaking Universal deal?
I've heard something about that, but I never fully looked into it.
Yes, bro. It's loose and Grange, man. And now his son is working with a competitor. Like, I could just get my competitor as my freaking chop. B, it's too deep, bro. It's just too deep. It's too deep. It's too deep and it's scary, bro. It's scary. I don't know. It's scary, bro.
Hey.
What?
I really don't have nothing else to say about the topic because I just don't know. It's just a lot of speculation. I got to put the tinfoil do-rag on.
Yeah.
What is it? Meta and Universal
Music
Group announced expanded global agreement. Oh, God.
B, WhatsApp app. All that.
Horizon, Threads, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. Songwriters across.
Bro,
Oh my
hey,
God.
bro, they seeing what's trying to.
They trying to catch on before, I know, and they're trying to be like,
They trying
we
to
gotta
get
make them
ahead.
a good deal.
They trying to get ahead of all this stuff, bro. Don't be surprised when you see.
Hey, artists, y'all better watch out. Y'all better start looking at them numbers, the analytics. Y'all better start looking at what markets work best for y'all. That's all I can say.
Whew, bro, it's scary, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, B.
I agree.
I'm gonna shut up for they cut our cord. We don't even know nothing. We just
Hey,
speculating.
camera about to shut off any time now.
Hey, man. But hey, you want to get into this one?
Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, recently over the weekend, there's been a whole little topic about journalism and how journalists, it's like I guess it's like really pure journalism or purist journalism, I would say. It's kind of like a gone or foreign type of media.
Yeah.
Or at least the traditional way. It's kind of gone, especially within hip hop media. And so Russ has taken to Twitter and he actually, tweeted about how journalism is and why artists really wouldn't want to do journalism because of all the barriers that are in front of it. AKA one, like him having to pay for some of the interviews that he's done. Or how he has to facilitate it, or how it's a lot of like money pushed behind it, just for someone to talk about the music and not just a lot of the gossipy stuff.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were trying to go back and forth with him over this weekend about it. I'm trying to find the tweet.
Yeah, but I didn't understand why they was trying to go at him because he paid for an interview when he was trying to be beneficial to help the journalists as well.
Yeah, he even said it before. Like he paid. You can ask B Dot. He said I paid for a few of them interviews.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to find it because he talked about it and it was really, really
And
good.
I was just thinking that when most people want to do that, like in this generation, like when you want somebody to pay you to interview them in a way, like how would you look at that in a way of like this artist helping me? Because like we're not actually getting artists like that to interview in this climate.
I told you these artists we don't have no superstars because it's like everybody wants to be cool and mysterious.
Yeah.
But here's a tweet that Russ said: respected journalists want artists to do interviews with them. Makes sense. But here's the issue. 1, most artists don't have their own platform, so that somewhat forces the artist to fund and produce the interview themselves. He said, I've done it to see the value in it, but I understand if an artist doesn't want to pay for their own interview. I mean, I understand as well.
Yeah.
I'm paying you to ask me questions.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Then I got to pay for the cameras, the mic equipment, setup, and all that type of
It's a
stuff.
loss for me.
Exactly. Because it's like,
But
let's
I'm
be
doing
real.
this as an investment. Maybe it can be a game. Maybe our platforms could, mesh well and it can go out.
I think for people with a dedicated fan base, but
Yeah.
I mean, to be real, when was the last time you really went to like an artist interview?
It's been a minute. Like,
Same.
see me, I'm pretty sure I listen to more interviews than you, but like, we're in the access journalism generation right now when like people interview people they know. I have access to this person. Like, you got Joe Budden, you got Nori, you got Wallow, you got Wallow and Gilly. It's more
Charlamagne the God, High 97.
High 97. So you got these radio stations, you got these other personalities that they have relationships with labels. They have relationship with the people managers. It's the access to it. But most of these people are not traditional journalists. They're rappers. They probably was singers or something. Like you got the R&B podcast with Tank and them.
Mm-hmm.
See, they got relationships with these
R&B
people.
talk.
So it's hard to compete with these people because they know these people. They know the people that's around them. They can get them to their platforms. Like Joe Budden and Doechii because he's cool with like punching them over there and Top Dog. He can, they have access to the people. So pure journalism are mostly freelancers. They not working for XXL, the source. They freelancing. So at this point, I think they're in a better situation in my opinion because in both ends you don't need to actually discuss the artist actually being around you. You don't have to interview them. You can speak on an artist without them even knowing you. Like it's the whole Akademiks perspective. I don't need you. I don't have to talk to you. I'm gonna make money talking about you regardless. Like Ak never met Drake. He's labeled as this big Drake fan, and everything that's consumed that we hear anything about Drake is from Akademiks. And he's technically a journalist now. We're technically doing journalism, you know what I'm saying?
No,
but
we are journalists. I looked at the definition.
Yeah, but it's different now. It's a new era, and I feel like the strong will survive. Look at Elliot, one of the top journalists in hip hop, especially in the last 30 years. and him being like a freaking he was a VP or not, what he was like the top chief of journalism at like XXL. And Ack was, I mean,
That's the source, I think.
yeah, and Elliot was saying, I want to compete. I'm older in this generation, but just because I'm an OG, I still want to compete with the young guys. So what I like about Elliot is he makes his own platforms. He now he has the bigger picture. He had him and B-Dot, Rap Radar.
He also has another the Wilson experience or something like that.
And he do interviews. It's like he's out there competing with the new generation. Like you can say, oh, he an old head, but like he's still out here competing because you know you have to. All the other journalists, bro, that was around, they actually doing something else now. They probably, most of them not even in the same field. So
Rosenberg.
what you mean Rosenberg? He still interviewing stuff. He's still Hot 97. He's the first hip hop podcast.
No, but I'm saying, like, have you seen how
he loves wrestling and stuff? He talks about that a lot.
Nah, because DJ Akademiks was getting on him. Well, no, he actually is beefing with DJ Akademiks because of what he was saying on Vlad's platform about how Rosenberg shouldn't be as high as he was, I guess, and stuff like that.
Oh,
Rosenberg getting offended. Yeah, and Rosenberg getting offended, and people like, dude, like, no one goes to you for like interviews or like media, your takes or anything like that. Like, you are a relic of the past, basically.
Yeah, but he One Up, bro. One Up is an OG staple in the hip hop podcast community. And he helped Joe Budden start this podcast.
I got no problem with Rosenberg.
Yeah,
I don't fully agree with him all the time, but I got no problem.
I don't fully agree with anybody. But overall, bro, it's the what I feel is what Russ saying and what Russ doing is I know journalism's struggling. I'm trying to help you. Like, I'm paying you to pay me. I mean, to interview me. And I just didn't like the approach of the girl calling him not talented. Because, like, this is when we get into, to me, the entitlement I feel, the sense of entitlement from journalists that I've been seeing for the last few years. When it comes to, like, oh, this artist don't come to me, but he'll go here. Like,
that's what Elliot does, kind of.
Yeah, I'm talking about him as well. But one thing about Elliot, he's still competing, even though he could talk his stuff, but he's putting something behind it. Like, he's not sitting in idle. He's actually putting in the work to try to get himself back in those positions to get the artists. Because he's what, the last big Drake interview in hip hop? What, 2018?
It was around Scorpion.
So it was around him and when he won the shot. So it was around 2018. So he has the last Drake interview pretty much. It's in hip hop.
And I think Elliot might have the last Jay-Z interview too with 444.
Yeah, in hip hop, because he also went to like the Times and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just saying this. I don't know her name, but she's the lady that does the interview. Soyumaya. Like with her, I be, she was telling like how Drake would go to this fishing like magazine in Toronto, but I'm like, he was promoting his clothing, like, and like, so what if he don't go to like regular journalists no more? He can do what he want. The power dynamics has changed. You have power and he has power. It's just how you use your power.
I think the problem is that I gotta give you a little bit of pushback. I don't think they have the power because they don't have a platform as strong as like a XXL or a Source, like how it was back then.
I'm saying they freelance with them. I'm saying, but you don't need them no more.
No, but see, that's the problem though with that. So back then, XXL and Source had the power because that's what people
went
to.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like I could promote my own music. I could put out my own music. It's like people like her, or like an Elliot Wilson, or a company man to be exact. They don't work with like these big companies where it's like, oh, they could orchestrate the interview on their own, and like, oh, I need that company to help put my stuff out. Because I think we have the power when we build it. I don't think we have the power.
That's what I'm saying. That's your power. Go build it. That's
but
your power.
I think it's a lot harder though now because a lot of people ain't checking out that.
Whose problem is that? That's not nobody's problem. That's your problem. You can't put that on the artist.
No, I didn't put that on the artist.
I'm not saying you. I'm talking about them. That's why I'm like.
I'm thinking that. Okay, that's the problem with their entitlement because they're like, well, we're older because we're talking about you.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
That's my thing. Like, yes, most of these people like she even said that, yo, I interviewed J. Cole. She interviewed Kendrick in the earlier stages. But like you said, it's no more superstars. She in her video, she was saying how like there's no more superstars because it's too many people that we have too much access to them. You said we don't have much access. She said we have too much access.
So this is why I got to give her pushback because it's like it's one of those things where it's like we have too much access of what we know about them, but we don't have access to actually reach them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And that's the problem with something like a Source or a Double XL. Back then, we had to get our information by having to get up, going somewhere to buy a magazine to read it. We don't need that anymore. That moved to articles, and now it's video format is king. Yeah. And guess what? Not everybody wants to be knowledgeable about. And this is back in the day where people would send their albums in weeks early to get the review, so you could be hyped for it. Nowadays, no, we don't. They don't do that.
And now what
unless they're really cool with you.
And I'm saying not even they really cool with you. If they want something back from you. Like a lot of artists can go straight to a Twitter influencer, a Twitter guy. They'll send them the album, or they'll come to the release party. Like it's different ways you got to play the game now.
Because the game's changed.
It's changed.
The internet.
That's what I'm saying. The internet changed. And like we watched it. Like bro, our generation, us growing up, we was on the blogs. Like yes, I knew journalists back then, but I was on blogs. That's how I got all my insight on things. And yes, I used to buy Complex, but I wasn't a Double XL guy. Like I'm on blogs, bro. I'm on High New Hip Hop. I'm on Two Dope Boys. I'm on that stuff trying to figure things out. I'm on Kanye Tuda. Like I'm on these forums and stuff. Like that's when you saw the change of it. And then once we have access to our artists and they can actually comment back to us on Twitter like, hey yo, when you gonna do this? Or oh, right here, boom, boom, boom. Our artists being like, yo, I'm in the area, yo. Somebody gonna pull up, let's do a meet and greet. I think it's different now. So I'm like, just get with the times. Stop feeling like it's not gonna go back. You just gotta progress.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
And so this is my thing, and I wanted to say this so bad. You are stuck if you have that mindset that girl had in that video. Because this is my thing. She sounds like the purest hip hop head. Hip hop ain't the same as it used to be. Pure journalism isn't the same how it used to be. Duh.
But look, one thing about her that I agree with is that, well, it's not agreeing with one of her points. It's just what she's doing. She made her own platform.
It's a caveat.
Like, yeah, she made her YouTube. She's putting out the work.
As you should.
As you should. And like, I understand. I went back and read some of your old articles, like her old articles and stuff like that. Cause like I like to understand like, okay, what's your background? I just don't want to crap on you and nothing. Cause I like the video because it gives me a different perspective from like the journalists.
To me, it felt like an entitlement though. Because even this weekend when you probably saw not my back and forth, but my comment when someone said journalism is as important as the media itself. They was like, the media needs the journalism. I'm like, no, the media can operate without the journalism. Yeah. Especially when journalism, I hate to say it like this, is basically reactionary content and putting stuff into the context.
Facts.
Putting stuff in context. Because he or she said, that's like, it's complimentary. You need the hot dog and the ketchup. I was like, no. I was like, the media is the hot dog. I need the hot dog to eat a hot dog. I don't need the ketchup to eat the hot dog. No. Like I don't need an article. I don't need an interview. I don't need outside media for me to listen to hip hop. I don't need that stuff.
So it's like I'm open to be wrong in this stuff because I'm not an insider.
We don't have the numbers or analytics.
And I wasn't around during this time, but I want to just ask. Okay, she said this in the video. I think her name is Somaya.
I gotta look it up.
But she said that you don't need to create your story. Tell your story. The journalist should tell your story for you. You need someone that it's like if I'm trying to help on my mental health issues and I don't have a therapist because a therapist went to school and learned all this stuff. So I need you for therapy because you're a professional therapist. So since you're a professional journalist, I need you to tell my story. I don't understand it because how else I connected with these fans, especially like with introspective artists that actually tell their stories in their music. I didn't need the journalist to tell that story. So I don't know, that kind of messed me up, her saying that. Like just because
I think the thing is
because you're a professional writer.
I hate to say it like this. Journalists are more so there to help contextualize certain things, to get specific with it. It's kind of like what our interview that we had with Quadri, which if y'all haven't seen that, go check that out.
Check it out.
It helped contextualize certain things, and he helped explain it.
Yeah.
But we got a good amount of his story from the lyrics.
Yeah.
We just want to know his inspiration and how he thought about doing that. But we don't need that in order to enjoy the music.
Right.
It helps us gain a better appreciation for it, but it doesn't help us. It can help some enjoy it more.
Yeah, it could.
But
Yeah,
because it can help you enjoy it more. But journalism, I hate to say it like this, in this day and age, at least the way it was
digital.
back then,
Yeah, it's different
It's
now.
not needed. Like that journalism of like, I gotta interview the rapper. No. I think and I think also the thing is, I think we're now confusing like, oh yeah, Kaiser isn't a hip hop journalist. He's not. I consider him hip hop media.
Yeah.
And my thing is this:
I don't consider him hip hop media. I just consider him a media platform now because he had John Cena on last night.
Yeah, I agree.
It's he also a rapper though.
Hey, he's hip hop me.
Hey,
you gotta find them out. Didn't make no album
that's true.
But my thing is, I think the thing is, journalists now are in the same pool with just people who make hip hop media content. Yeah. So now y'all are just hip hop media.
Yeah,
that's all it is. But then again, it's like we're journalists too because we're reporting on news, we're reporting on current events.
We're trying to fact check. We don't,
Yeah, but
we
also
put out misinformation.
Journalist wise, I looked up the definition earlier. It's just people reporting on stuff. Yeah. I can just report on something and I'm a journalist. Journalism isn't the same as it used to be. Hip hop is not the same as it used to be. The way we consume these interviews and got this complimentary service of actually getting to know the artist is not the same as it used to be. We have more access as everything's gone digital. I hate to say like this, a lot of y'all just need to move with the times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all got to beat the competition. Like Elliot says, you got to compete.
And it's so crazy that the rap is like, it's not vice versa. Like the rappers are not complaining about not having journalists.
Well, I mean, because the one time they did, all these journalists want to get on.
And then the journalists, then it comes to the part where the journalists attacking these people. Like the girl talking about Russ tweeting me and like he's talented or something.
Oh yeah, I'll be here in 10 years. Where will you be? Ma'am, I'm pretty sure Russ sold like what?
Yeah, like
80K last year or something like that on his album.
I just don't understand. It's like, I don't know. I'm open to be wrong. I love to have this conversation with a journalist. I love to discuss it, bro.
I mean, Russ says it right here. He says, naturally, as artists, we have stuff to say, but we want to go where the majority of eyes are, which is like streamers. Nobody cares about reading interviews on magazine outlets anymore. Video interviews are king, and video costs money, which of course. And really, the only solution is journalists, just like everyone else, have to build up their brand or fan base and name themselves so that they could attract artists to their platform, or artists just invest money in producing their own interviews with respect to journalists and putting it their own platform.
And we're not trying to crap on journalists. We're just saying like the ones that are speaking and feeling entitled, build your brand.
I respect Rob Markman for doing this. I respect
and Rob still do his thing with Genius. He's still with Genius.
Yeah, I'm a subscriber.
Company Man is and Company Man, like bro, you know who else I've been checking out a lot? Wayno. I love watching Wayno stuff.
You talk about it's just
it's just Wayno, but yeah, it's talking about
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, but I like Wayno stuff too, and like Wayno background is mostly with management and him working also with Def Jam at one point as like a mail carrier, and then he got himself working with State Property as like an intern and all that. Like his come up is like the regular hip hop fan coming up, and he had his background in industry, and he's creating his own platform. He's no longer with when he was with Everyday Struggle
and
Complex, and now he's making his own thing. It's like
I mean,
the Deska. Now she's with
Apple.
Yeah, so it's like you just gotta move with the times.
Yeah, you gotta move with the times. You gotta get in the right places. But also, it's like a lot of these journalists. I don't want to say like this. They didn't build up their platform previously. Yeah. Like Elliot Wilson. I hate to say it like this. I wish he would have made his own YouTube channel, even though it costs a lot of money and it would have been a lot of out of pocket stuff, and he probably wouldn't have the show without Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
He should have had like a YouTube channel where he could put his own stuff out.
I think
Charlamagne, I respect that with his Out of Context series.
I think Elliot is gonna work on doing that. But what's a benefit for Elliot is also his name. His name.
Oh yeah, no, he's cemented.
So he can go do that with his name because he's Elliot freaking Wilson.
Yeah, he's cemented.
Yeah,
But I'm saying like for someone like a Jeremy Heck too, he was used on other platforms and I helped gain.
He has his own thing as well because he used to work with Hip Hop XD.
Hip Hop XD and
he used to be under what you call it. He used to be under
before they were famous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did that with that dude. Okay, because
that's what I'm saying.
He's Canadian too. Yeah,
yeah. But I'm saying though, these people also got help by being on other platforms to help build their name. That's what I was saying, and it kind of helps give you a bit more credibility with them as well.
And one thing with Elliot, I don't know the backgrounds with him. What's they stuff on the bigger pictures on?
It's on Hip Hop DX. Up Rocks.
Up Rocks. Okay.
Just like I think Talib Kweli's podcast.
Yeah. So what's so dope about like Elliot with him being who he is and his name is his brand, he don't have to focus on losing money. I don't know if he's putting his own money into some of this stuff, but he can just profit over there. He could just make his money and move in other directions and do his other things.
Plus he has something else on there too, that Elliot Wilson experience.
Yeah. So
where he's interviewing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it's dope that we all have our own straight to consumer. We can just go get on YouTube and just do this, bro.
But I think this is like one of those things where it's like that's why G4 failed.
Yeah.
That's why IGN isn't as high as they used to be unless they do something super controversial.
Because you got all these other creators.
You got all these people who do like their own content. You kind of like who you like. You stick with them.
Build them personality.
Like G4 is like, that's an old dated format. Like why am I going to go to a TV show about video games? Like yeah, it's cool for nostalgia for the first few months. But after that, it's like I'm going to a video game show just to see content I could have watched on someone else's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes it's like I don't need something that's that overproduced.
Facts.
I want something, especially in this day and age, where paranormal social parasocial relationships are at an all-time high with us looking at people at a screen. We just watching something. We kind of want more of that genuine like experience.
And bro, it's competition. How we look at it, bro. Like y'all probably bigger than us now, but y'all food us.
Oh yeah.
Like we want
I'm
what y'all got.
We want what y'all got and want.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing.
We putting in that
and
work.
Look, it's like, bro, you in a whole new field now, man. Like just you been here for a while, man. Come on, stop being entitled.
Yeah. My thing is this: it's like ain't nothing owed to you just because you listen to that music and you like it. Mm-hmm. And see, I kind of have this with fans too. Like, oh, like, where's the new album at? And then people be like, you're not entitled to a new album, but I'm their fan.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's putting money in their pocket. So it's like, if you don't want to feed me, I'm going to go somewhere else where I'm getting fed.
Another thing I thought about as well, that it can be a harder adjustment for them just because they came from this and now it's this. And for us, we know this. So we coming for it like for how we know it. This is how we know it. We don't know how they know it. So it's kind of a conflict with them being how things used to be and now it's like this. It's just, like you said, it's like how she sounded in that video, like a traditional hip hop head. It don't like the same thing like it used to be.
No lyrics, no nothing.
Yeah.
Where's the third verse? Man, this ain't that no more.
Yeah, it's different. I was working on this stuff now.
I see. Look, the internet done effed y'all game up.
Yeah,
everything moved over here, digital. We ain't gotta pay for ish anymore.
You gotta adjust to the times, man.
Like back then, y'all was having a salary. We had to buy a magazine to get this information, and y'all had it first. Now we all get it at the same time.
Facts.
So now you got to compete with a person that's just reacting to the album and giving their review. Like you gotta compete with that person. You getting it at the same time as me.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Facts.
I never thought we'd get to this point when I was younger.
Yeah.
Obviously, as time has gone, you was like, okay,
we see where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but we get it. Y'all get it at the same time as us now. You are competing with someone who just has a camera that just wants to put it up and go on Twitch.
Facts.
Like but you also got to come with good content.
Facts.
Nobody
you can't just get a camera and do this because you got to be entertaining.
And you can't be just drama filled, giving us BS that we don't care about. Because a lot of these people, especially her, she wants to be, I want to say like drama-esque, sensationalizing. Like, why are you saying this? Like, you know you're gonna get a rile out of people. That's the only way that you can get people to a platform like that, especially without artists. Because let's be real, a lot of these journalists, maybe us included, don't nobody want to look at your review on this album. It's like, no, you're not part of the culture. Yeah. Like, just looking at you.
Like, we got to build our name. Nobody care about us right now. Yeah. We got to build a name for us.
But also, you can see, like, oh, for certain things, like, oh, we review an LL Cool J album. Yeah. They're like, oh, some young heads listen to this? Yeah. Let's see what they talking about.
And they went over there and started to, y'all
but they loved our Common album, though. And some people liked our Blue review. So it's one of those things where it's like, you see our face with it, you could see, like, oh, we are part of the culture. We're part of hip-hop. Like, you know, we're fans of it. You know, it's kind of a bit more natural, especially to people who are really into hip hop. They're like, oh, that guy looks like me. Yeah. I can say like this. We talked about before. It's tribalism in YouTube or in the media. Oh, I look like this person. I want to watch this because they kind of look like me. They can relate to me.
I can relate to them.
But journalism, as y'all think it is, purist wise, is in the gutter. But hip hop media wise, a lot of people are thriving, man. Especially off this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef.
Facts. They wanted to make their pockets grow.
Hey, they did. Bots and algorithms.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But yeah.
And I think one of the last topics we have in discussions right here. Vinyl sales plummeted by 33% after amazing growth over the past years. Now, I saw your boy 99 post this on Twitter earlier. And I was like, this is interesting. Yeah. And I can honestly see why. A lot of people saying that the actual pricing for vinyl, which, I mean, obviously vinyl went up, one, because of the pandemic. Yeah. A lot of people were stuck in finding new hobbies, wanting to collect, nostalgia, all those type of things. And the resale market, I'm pretty sure on that was crazy on that. Especially with the streaming era, people wanted to go back to a nostalgic era where it's like, oh, I have to buy something physical, keep it in my house and things like that. But also, as a collector, it also satisfies that need. But now I think it's gotten to a point where it's like, kind of like the first pressing of certain things where it's like, the value and the quality has lowered as the years have gone on. With this whole first pressing thing.
Mass manufacturing and stuff now because they know it was a boom, so now they putting out more, and it's just
that's what anything collecting was.
Yeah, facts.
But that's actually a collectible to a degree.
But I'm saying like it went from the underground and now it's mainstream now, and that's when things get a little iffy again.
Yeah, because companies are thinking, what's best for business?
My one of my guys in the Discord was saying, what's that lady name? Sholane Rowan. The lady that's like gay pop or whatever.
Chappelle Rowan.
Yeah, Chappelle Rohan. He told me her album is $60, 3 LPs. I think he said 2 LPs. I think
2?
I think he said 2. I got
For
to go on my
60?
I got to go on my Discord. We was talking about it like a few days ago.
Yeah, but the quality is. I'm sorry, her music isn't warranted to where it's like, oh, for the audio file.
Yeah,
I really
because my
need
guy,
that.
he really into like pop and stuff like that. Like he buys that stuff as well. And I don't know, man. It's a little iffy. I don't know. I haven't been buying vinyl. But I ain't bought a vinyl. I bought from vinyl, but not from a record store or not from a major label. It's been a minute. I think No Worries technically was the last one.
I think the last
And
one I
that's
got
Stone
was
Throw.
Lucky Sex, Money, and Drugs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you bought that from
Urban
Empire.
Outfitters.
Oh okay. Urban.
Yeah.
What Empire?
Yeah, I think they did Gemini. Gemini. I mean.
Gemini. Yeah, I didn't.
Next one I want to buy is I want to buy a few Common records, but I want to get that Common the Auditorium. Yeah. You saw the that boy on Twitter. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't like him. He posted on Twitter, oh yeah, hip hop Common has the #1 selling album right now because all the vinyl shipped for the Auditorium.
Yeah.
You saw that?
I saw something out there, but I don't know about the vinyl.
Well, I think he said that it was the #1 selling album because
The
it
vinyl?
was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago because the vinyls finally shipped, and so I guess people really got charged for it, and so they could count that. I think it counts as a sale once it ships. So I don't know. That's what he was saying, but also with the economy being in the gutter right now, the way
Yes.
things are going, of course, vinyl sales are going to
Plummet.
yeah. And then with people being able to go outside again. COVID not being a thing, people ain't just staying in just buying stuff like they was anymore. We're not getting stimulus checks. We're not just going out to buy things.
Yeah, I think it just hit vinyl now because at first it was a high. I remember doing 2021, 2022, especially when it came to albums being not pressed and people was reselling was up. And then things got pressed a lot and then sales went up because things was getting pressed in 2023 and 2022. And then now in 2024, the economy is in the gutter. Not many people, like you said, are like more people are out. Not many people are spending much money, and they are pushing more albums out. More people are not buying all that bulk. Also inflates. I mean, mess with the numbers. Not inflates, but deflates. It goes down. So, yeah.
But also, it's just like a lot of stuff is now available that y'all pressed that y'all wasn't making money off of now. It's like, we got what we want. It's like,
And then it's now I see the label saying first pressing on stuff. I'm like, ugh, that's nasty.
yeah, like that Future album,
Yeah, first
Mixtape
pressing.
Pluto. Like the last 2 Future albums I got was, oh, We Don't Trust You, and We Still Don't Trust You. I pre-ordered that, but I was under the impression that was gonna be the full album, which it was. I got the exclusive artist edition or whatever it was called. But I guess Future had a version called the first pressing or whatever, and it was meant to ship out the same week the album came out. But the problem was, all the tracks weren't on the album.
Yeah.
I mean, on the vinyl itself.
I heard it was another album. I don't know if it was Future, but it was a clean version.
Oh, the Don Toliver. So
yeah,
yeah,
Don
recently
Toliver,
I got
yeah.
a Don Toliver, but that's just a mess up in general.
Yeah.
But that's also a quality control thing because I pre-ordered the Don Toliver Hearthstone Psycho vinyl. I pre-ordered one of the deluxe versions with one of the variant versions with the milk colorway, and when I got my vinyl, it was clean.
Yeah.
Like just like no curse words, no
Yeah.
nothing on it. And I had never heard a clean vinyl before, B. It was disgusting. And the worst part is, on the album jacket, it has a parental advisory sticker.
Yeah.
I'm like, for what? There's no cussing on this.
Clean
So,
version.
yeah, they're trying to make it right now. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they're trying to email us, update us about that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just vinyl collecting.
bad.
First of all, it's just way too expensive. They be wanting $40, $50 for an album. Then you got to pay for the shipping. And then it ain't going to come out for a while.
Pre-order.
It's like, do I want to really wait for that? And then y'all might come out with a different variant that I want. It's like,
I'm gonna wait till the vinyl. I'm keep looking here. I'm gonna wait till the record industry is back regulated, just how the sneaker industry is right now. I can get sneakers on sale.
oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Hey, I hate to say it like this, companies, y'all not better than Amazon.
Yeah.
I be seeing $30 albums, $20 on sale. And guess
Amazon.
what? I ain't gotta pay no shipping because I already paid for Prime.
Amazon got the game sold up.
Hey, got the rap game sold up.
Hey man, shout out to you vinyl collectors, losers.
Oh my god, do you have no vinyls?
I got a lot of vinyl. No, I don't buy it no more like that. I'm gonna put my money elsewhere.
Oh my gosh, mature B.
Ah man.
But let's go ahead and go on to one Twitter take
Yeah.
that I saw this weekend. And it comes from, dang, I already forgot his name. Charles Del Holt. He's actually someone I follow on Twitter. and me and him had a bit of a back and forth in the DMs about certain topics. But he tweeted, other than Kendrick, Doechii had the best 2024. B, how do we feel about that?
From like, probably for Doechii, she probably had her best year. But I'm saying from a perspective of hip hop, like I don't want to like, down her. But I'm just saying, if you go from artists,
That's a nasty setup.
yeah, I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't want to say that, But I feel like GloRilla, Doechii project was dope.
Mm-hmm.
She probably had probably had like top female project this year.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to, put them in a different lane.
Mm-hmm.
But she had her project was better than males' projects. I'm not even trying to make it a gender thing, but now she put out a really good album this year because it's not a mixtape. Mixtapes don't exist no more. Not
Yeah,
like
they
the
don't.
same now.
No.
But I don't believe so. I think GloRilla probably had a better year than her.
I think GloRilla had a better year than her.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Shoot,
But I'm
almost
saying-
Cardi B.
Yeah, but
with
I'm
the
saying,
singles.
Doechii as the Doechii being Doechii. I think this is her best year. She got a lot of good looks.
This is
and-
her, like comparing her to herself right now to previously of her
Yeah, that's what
career.
I'm saying,
This
yeah.
is her best year so far.
And I'm pretty sure she'll say the same thing. And I feel like it's nothing but up from there. I think they're setting her up to be the next one.
Yeah, the artist development at TDE is immaculate. It's phenomenal. But yeah, I had to put that take on there because I told this man, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't.
But
I didn't want to like go crazy like, because like, come on, I
I
don't
had
want
to
to
say-
down her like that.
Yeah, but looking at this tweet, other than Kendrick, Doechii had the best 2024. I'm sorry, but
And that could be just him
Kendrick.
for him.
Kendrick had a great year.
Yeah.
B. I don't want to say it like this. Future is like right under that.
Yeah.
GloRilla is somewhere in there. Doechii, good year. I hate to say it like this though, and I've only heard her song once on the radio. I don't even know if I could put her top 10 of the year in hip hop. She had a great project.
Yeah.
Great album. We loved it. I even bought the vinyl, pre-ordered it. I can't put her in top 10 of
Nah,
this year.
I feel
in
like-
terms of like, if I just had to rate the music on its own, I don't know if I'm doing that. Maybe.
I say if she had a hot start in the first quarter and then worked her way down, it'd be different.
I'd say 21 Savage had a better year than her.
I would not say that. He only had a first quarter. I forgot his album came out. 21 Savage. I say Doechii showed up more later end of the year. I seen more eyes on Doechii. I don't hear nobody talk about 21 this year because he put out that album in the beginning of the year.
With the
Nobody-
movie that didn't come out.
It was a little trailer, but like, nah. I say Doechii had a really great year for her, but I think that's just his opinion on his artists he liked. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to get on here and like down Doechii's achievements this year because I feel like she had a really great year for her.
Yeah, really good year. Her performing with Katy Perry as well.
And yeah, that was a good look. And then she had a really great album. And I'm pretty sure for the next coming years with that album she's going to put out and other things, I'm pretty sure she's going to collaborate with feature.
She's gonna grow.
She's going to grow.
She
a
is
lot.
very talented, very gifted, and has that skill.
Oh, most definitely.
But we're not gonna say that she had the best year behind Kendrick.
Nah,
with
I
2024.
wouldn't even say that. I'll just
Like,
say that the
Future-
next person would be
Future
like
exists.
Future. It'd be like even though Drake had a bad year technically in the eye to some people in the public, Drake had a really
Shoot, J. Cole.
Drake had a really good year. J. Cole had a good year.
Vince Staples, maybe.
Vince Staples had a good year. He
I'm
had
just
a show
saying-
this year. He had a freaking album that's great.
Yeet. Yes. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't
Ian,
hate. Yes, I had to say sadly. Sadly, not music wise, not quality
Yachty.
wise.
Yachty had to crash out of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to the end of the year discussion.
Wrap ups. Oh, yeah.
man, it's gonna be funny.
Oh my god, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, but we don't. If you don't, want, it's a quick hit.
Yeah, we can
go
go.
discuss that. But Doechii had a great year this year. Not not second to Kendrick. No.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
close.
I'm not. No. But shout out to you though. I did hear your song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let him listen to it too.
Yeah. I'm good.
My mom said if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah.
But I do like to say mean things. But I'm not gonna say nothing mean to you. But all right, let's go over this last hit.
Yeah.
With this last quick hit. I worked on a project by DJ Scheme.
You know
who
DJ
is-
Scheme, right?
He worked
Work
with
with
Ski
X and
Mask
all
and all
them.
that.
Yeah.
I worked on a project with an artist who I thought was close with me, just to never get any credit or anything after writing lyrics, producing, and paying for studio time. Lesson learned. And then he replies to that tweet. Funny enough, the artist who I worked with, well, his name is Snot. Good. He took it upon himself to post this original post and say womp womp on his Finsta. So here you go, kiddo. Give me my money you owe me or you will be hearing from my lawyers. You're the only person I know that faked the car accident to cancel tour.
Ooh, Ooh, boy, exposed.
So, you know that meme where it's like when the person I don't like finally gets outed and other people don't like him? That's me right there.
Bro,
I don't
I know, 'cause
dislike
you don't-
Snot
I
as
know,
a
but you
person.
don't care
I don't
for
like
his
his music.
music. Yeah, you don't
His
care for
music
his
is so bad unless he's with Cochise.
Yeah,
When he's with Cochise is good. When he's by himself, no.
I like some of Snot stuff, man. And hearing this, I like, dang, Snot. And you know,
But this is whack.
yeah, this is whack. If this is true,
Yeah, if this is true, because right now we have no proof of that. This is just allegations.
Yeah,
and not even strong like legal allegations that we
Yeah.
know of yet. But if Snot actually did this though, this is whack. But in terms of like slander smear campaign,
yeah. But what's so crazy is like if he really did that, I'm pretty sure he probably did that. Wonk. Like, come on, bro, that's disrespectful, bro.
yeah, especially if.
He didn't.
But he still helped after writing lyrics, producing, and paying for the studio time.
Yeah.
Negro, you owe him something.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy, man. Hey, Scheme, I hope you get your money, Snot, man. That's what you're doing is not really good business practices. If this stuff is true, man, handle that, bro.
Hey, DJ Schemes had a little bit of
King-
a nice career.
Yeah, and Scheme was saying that, like, you know, his people been lying, like, oh, you gonna get the money, the labels of so-and-so gonna reach out to you, but it ain't really been happening. But I don't know, man. I just thought this was something I was just gonna. It's crazy that it has all these views, 1 million views, but I ain't seen this trending. I ain't seen not many people talking about it.
Oh, that's because views and people interacting with it don't
It's
really
different,
correlate.
Yeah. But I'm saying
Because I think that also means like if I scroll past that's a view.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like it. Look at them numbers.
Yeah, they never correlate well with each other. I'd be having like thousands of views, be 2 likes on my post.
Yeah.
Which is good. I like tweeting to the void.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah. That's about it for
man.
the pod, man.
It's a good pod. Yeah, because bro, this is a week. It's pretty much a 2-week pod.
Yeah.
This conversation from last week and here, and we got to catch up. Hopefully, I can have my at-home set up. Maybe we can do some breaking news, you know what I'm saying, one day. But not one day. It's going to be soon.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of keep up what's going on in the current.
That way we don't have to
atmosphere.
bring every single topic
Yes,
to the show.
yeah.
And we can just tell y'all, oh, go to that one if y'all just want to hear about that
Or,
topic.
or if we talk about it, we can get, if we got more information about something we talk about, we can expand on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's like a DLC.
Yeah, but that first reaction is like, that's that thing that can get us in the algorithm. You know what I mean? I was like, I got to get that at home set up, B.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? That'll be
Some stuff be happening.
Yeah, I'll be like, dang, I'll be like, man, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm like, bro, we so late. I'm like, bro, people are already eating off the freaking J. Cole joint. I'm like, now we just gonna put ours out this coming week.
Hey,
so.
but the Watch the Party did well.
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
But yeah.
But hey,
That's been it for another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. Let us know what you think about this down in the comment section down below, wherever you are listening to or watching this. Don't forget that you can check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music if you're nasty. Check out our link tree to get all of our socials. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and hopefully I can finally put it in the Discord. I keep forgetting to put the Discord in there.
one day.
And don't forget to give us a rating of 5 stars on the Spotify or Apple podcasting platforms. And give us a like and comment on the YouTube. Usually we have clips of everything, so make sure you go ahead and check that out if you don't want to watch the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
You got any closing notes?
My closing note is, hey, yo, get yourself checked, third leg Doechii, man. You a wild, nasty man, you know what I'm saying? This is going to tie in from the first beginning of the pod if you just don't know. This man's nasty. He's out here, I don't know, slanging that meter.
Nah, he's slanging something, man.
But hey, I'm going to go home and I'm going to see if he on that Aiden Ross. I want to see what he's talking about.
This is going to be crazy.
If I find anything like a clip, I have to send it to you if you don't watch it yourself. But anyways, everybody, you know, be safe out here. Be good. Be clean. And I'm T.
And I'm Chase.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.